Welcome to another Ice Guys live Betcast. Tuesday, June 13th. Is this the final night of the regular season? That remains to be seen. Ian Cameron with you. We'll have the video portion of this working momentarily. We're just having a few camera issues, but that's okay. We will get that fixed in a moment. We did want to start it up, though, just to make sure we get this train off the tracks, if you will. The Betcast is underway. And look, this could be our last NHL game of the season, and it could be our last live betcast of the season as we are about to drop the puck on Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final between the Florida Panthers and the Vegas Golden Knights. I mean, let's get right to the big news that we have found out just before puck drop as the teams ended up taking the ice for the pregame skate. And obviously, the big news is that Matthew Tkachuk is a no-go for Game 5 tonight with that shoulder injury. Obviously, he tried to make it work. He tried to make it happen and try to get playing through it. But unfortunately, he is a no-go tonight, unfortunately, as now you see the camera back up. A no-go for Matthew Tkachuk here tonight in Game 5. And when you look now at Florida and the plans and what the lineup looks like without Matthew Tkachuk, who has obviously been their most impactful forward of the Stanley Cup playoffs by far. Anton Lundell will move up to the top line for the Florida Panthers to the left wing side with Barkov and Duclair. It looks like it'll be Carter Verhaeghe and then the law firm of Sam and Sam, Bennett and Reinhart on the second line. Ryan Lomberg, Eric Stahl, Nick Cousins on the third line. And the new face in the lineup, we knew it was going to be one of either Giovanni Smith, Alexei Heponiemi, or the guy that has ended up getting the opportunity here to be inserted into the lineup, Grigory Denisenko, and he will play on the fourth line for Florida with Colin White and Zach Dalpe. So that is going to be the lineup here for the Florida Panthers tonight. And obviously, you're not just talking about any player when you're talking about Matthew Tkachuk being out for the Panthers tonight. Very much an unfortunate turn of events for them. A situation where, I think if you were to ask him, he would have gone through hell and back to try to play tonight. Now, I don't know if this is not a Matthew Tkachuk decision. That I assure you, that I will fucking guarantee right now. There is no way Matthew Tkachuk decided I'm not playing tonight. If it were up to him, he would be in the lineup tonight. If it were up to him, he'd be playing tonight. But I'm sure when they looked at it, it was going to end up being a situation where the team medical staff, Palmer, the coaching staff, you name it, they all ended up in a position where they just didn't feel, totally comfortable, putting him in the lineup due to this shoulder. And a shoulder injury is a really, really troubling thing to have to play through. So let's not forget that either. It's difficult to play through it. And I think when you look at the situation here for the Florida Panthers, just again, very, very difficult in terms of trying to play with that kind of injury. And obviously they made the decision, the medical team, the coaching staff, and I'm sure it wasn't easy to tell, hey, Matthew, you're not playing tonight. He would have gone through anything probably to be on that ice tonight, but just too much to go through, too much pain. You could tell it was negatively impacting his play. It's just one of those calls where you'd rather have someone fill that spot in the lineup that's 100% healthy, fresh legs, if nothing else, for Denisenko tonight, even though he's only on the fourth line, than someone that's clearly less than 100%. So obviously, it goes without saying, with the type of playoff he's had, it's a huge blow for the Florida Panthers to not have Matthew Tkachuk on the ice, even if he is less than 100%. Someone that is 100% is Alex B. Smith, joining us right now for the Betcast. Alex, obviously that's the big news.
Yeah, sorry I didn't wear black for the funeral for the Florida Panthers tonight. My apologies, but yeah, it's pretty much over. I mean, if you don't have Matthew Tkachuk, he's been the literal heart and pulse of this team the entire playoff run. With all that Bobrovsky's done, with all Alex Lyon did to get them there, with all that Montour and Gudos and all the different characters, Matthew Tkachuk was your heart and soul. And to not have him on the ice, that means that, yeah, the shoulder is really bad. That means there wasn't enough they could safely shoot him up with, or medication he could take to get on the ice and like I said, play it at enough of a level to where he could shoot the puck cleanly. And now, as you're looking at the lines, I'm looking on TNT right now. That is not a 12 you want to go to war with down 3-1 on the road. So.
Sorry about that. I was muted. This is where Barkov, has to. His offense is needed tonight. And I don't want to pile on the guy. He's been very solid away from the puck. He's had a few good moments offensively. And actually, the Carolina series, I thought, was probably offensively his best series. But he's been quiet in this series, and they need him now. They need him. They need Verhaeghe. They need Montour to drive the offense from the back end. The two Sams, Reinhardt's got to get his fucking act together. He's done nothing in this series so far. And Bennett's kind of been underwhelming here so far. So when you look at it here, this matchup with the Panthers and the Golden Knights, that's what it comes down to. They need everybody that is supposed to be one of their top forwards, to step up tonight and be a difference maker. And not enough have been. Barkov's offense silent. Reinhardt nothing in this series. Bennett hasn't had the impactful series you would have hoped for. Verhaeghe had the overtime goal, which was good to see, but it hasn't been steady for him. Those are the guys that are going to have to get it done here tonight. You need a committee stepping up for Matthew Tkachuk tonight.
And then that still may not be enough. Honestly, like I said, because it's not just it's not so much just what, like I said, of course, obviously the production on the ice, but what he brings, off the ice and in the locker room between periods and on the bench, that's going to be missed as well. And that's the kind of thing you need. Like I said, you've already come back from 3-1 in the series once, right. or sorry, in this postseason once. So to try to do that a second time and without your star player and in the Cup final and having to do it now with at least a couple of games on the road, it just seems like such an arduous task to do without 19 on.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a very difficult task. There's no question. And like I say, though, there's from reverse psychology as Vegas now sees Matthew Tkachuk's not. I don't buy into that argument. I know that can creep into a team's mind. Certain teams where they see all of us. Oh no, Matthew Tkachuk's gonna be easy tonight. I just don't see it with this group because they're just so veteran laden. They've consistently had their eye on the prize. They've had the maturity, to play their best when needed. I can't imagine a group with multiple Stanley Cup winners on the blue line like Pietrangelo and Martinez. And Mark Stone's been through playoff wars for years. Yep. Chandler Stevenson's been in a lot of situations. All these guys that were in the playoffs all these years, Carlson in particular, Smith, Marchessault, who have been Vegas players from day one, all these playoff years. They don't take anything for granted. I can't envision a scenario where they allow that mindset to creep into their brains.
And I'm going to tell you two people who are very crucial in that locker room getting ready for this game. Number one, most people probably haven't even thought about him a little bit, but Jonathan Quick. You think Jonathan Quick's not sitting there with Aiden Hill and just, saying, hey, yeah, I know this is a big moment. I've been in this spot 2 times before, closing out a Stanley Cup with a chance to win it. That's the reason you brought him in here. You didn't bring him in here to be a savior. You brought him in here for this very moment, to be able to lead those young guys when needed. So I'm sure that he's been a huge instrumental part throughout this postseason, but certainly in a time like now. And Bruce Cassidy. I mentioned this in the last Betcast. I mentioned this a couple episodes ago, where don't think it's not in the back of his head that, hey, I get a chance to now put away this Florida team, which my old team Boston couldn't do up 3-1. And now I got a chance to do it with my new team to win a Stanley Cup at home. This is where I think we see the coaching edge really come about. And there's not much of a coaching edge between Paul Maurice and Bruce Cassidy. These are two very good head coaches, veteran head coaches. But I think that edge is going to come out a little bit more. I think we're going to see Bruce Cassidy really bring his A game, which in turn leads to the Vegas bringing their A game.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's excellent points. I mean, I think when you look at this this team, I mean, I don't see them not having that business-like attitude. I don't see them having that, not having that workmanlike attitude and focus tonight. That's going to be the interesting thing. So in terms of props, we want to get these out there. I also want to get the links sent out. So we'll do that right now as far as the Betcast links are concerned. There's a bunch of people that have already requested the StreamYard link and the link for the Betcast so that you can join us here tonight. So we'll send that out to everyone right now. Alex, actually, I'll send those out, repeat what you like, and then I'll get to mine after.
Okay, yeah, no, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, basically what I'm looking at here is the combo bet of Golden Knights to win and under 6.5. I got plus 145 at BetMGM. I have not seen what the update of that price is. I'll bring that up as we're talking about it. But we mentioned about how closeout games you tend to see, no matter how the series might have gone, it could have been a complete overfest. But when you see these closeout games, they tend to go under the total, and with the defensive, mindset we've seen from Vegas, especially the goaltender with Aiden Hill. But like I said, having guys that can block shots in that blue end, on that blue line and in the back end, and knowing that they can, get a couple of goals and, impart the physicality, they can really wind the game down. And that's what we talk about with these teams that win championships. When they have those, what we call kind of lull in the action moments, normally in the regular season, there's, 5 minutes goes by, nothing happens. And yes, on the surface, nothing's going on. There's not that many quality shot attempts, not much passing, not a lot of penalties. But those are the moments where those key teams thrive because they're controlling everything. They're hitting when they want to. They're moving the puck when they want to. They're making changes, and they're making rapid changes. They're not getting caught with too many men, not getting caught offside. Everything's going the way that they're planning it when they're dominating puck possession. That's the key to a good puck possession team. Not just how you move the puck when you're, attempting a shot or passing along during the power play. It's those little nuances that mean a lot puck possession. And those are the things we see in the downtime. And that's what helps teams win in the playoffs. And that's what helps teams in playoffs win championships.
Exactly. No, nothing wrong with that. And when you look at it, when you look at it, I think Vegas has the mindset and the makeup and all of that to not let this be one of those. Oh, it's gonna be easy street now. No Tkachuk there. It'll be interesting to see how Florida comes out now. Very, very interested. You're gonna know right away, I think, Alex. Where's Florida's heads at? Our heads at, what? Tkachuk's out. Who the hell cares? We're putting our head down and we're doing everything in our power to keep our season alive. Or are they a mentally destroyed team? And do they are they tentative? Or is Vegas and the crowd loud and Vegas rides that and they're on their heels? You're going to know right away kind of where Vegas is or Florida's head is at rather at the beginning of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I'm Cassie too, you're talking about with Tkachuk being out. If I say anything about that, the last thing I'd say would be, he's out. That's a weak spot. If anything, I would be letting my team know, hey, with Tkachuk out, everybody's going to be stepping up in the regular A game. We got to play everybody as if Matthew Tkachuk is multiply on the ice, let alone that he's not on the ice. That's the way you control that and avoid that easy street mindset.
Yeah, exactly. So the teams are heading out on the ice. I'm just, what's funny? Again, I'm going to say it again. I've got my volume like on very low, barely. It's like, I think 2 is the number on the volume dial. And I'm hearing the crowd. Like that is how loud it seems tonight at T-Mobile Arena. They're ready for a party. They're ready for a Stanley Cup championship party tonight, without a doubt.
And no city in the world does a party better than Las Vegas, Nevada.
No, I can only imagine right now what could be going on there if they are, of course, indeed able to get the Stanley Cup in their possession tonight. So the anthems are coming up. The Golden Pipes, Carnell, of course, will do the honors as he always does. And then it'll be time for a puck drop here for Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Hit the like button. Also a reminder that if you do want to join us here for the Betcast, make sure you just DM me on Twitter at Bobano or email bobano350@gmail.com. And we will be sure to send you the link for the Betcast right away as soon as I see it. And we will get you on for the Betcast here tonight. And again, this could be it. This could be our last game. Could be our last Betcast as well. If you missed it earlier, I am on the first period over and the Vegas Golden Knights team total over in this game, pregame, and then a bunch of props. And I moved on some after the Tkachuk news. I moved on Lundell over shots on goal because he's on the top line. Lundell to get a point. Anton Lundell, plus 135 for Florida. Great price considering now he's on the top line. Barkov goal and assist, small shots there because, look, if someone's got to step up tonight, it's got to be the captain. Verhaeghe point -140, Montour point and goal +460, -120 with those. And then the majority of my props tonight are Vegas props. Marchessault goal +160, Marchessault assist +150, which is basically the equivalent of betting him to score a point, which I mentioned earlier today. Chandler Stevenson over 1.5 shots on goal. I couldn't believe, actually, that number is low because we've seen him involved in so much of the offense here in this series, especially of late. Over 1.5 shots for Stevenson, him to get a point as well and a goal, -150, the goal +280. Carlson to get a point, -110. Riley Smith to get a point, -105. Ivan Close Shave Barbashev to get a point, +100. And Nicholas Waugh, I mentioned him earlier today. I'm not turning down +135 for him to get a point. When we've seen that fourth line be such a energetic unit for the Vegas Golden Knights, especially in some of these closeout games. The forechecking prowess of that fourth line, Carrier with Nicholas Waugh on that fourth line has been very impressive, and wouldn't surprise me to see them get back on the score sheet again tonight with Kolasar as well on that fourth line. So there we go. That is what we've got for the props tonight and the pregame side and total. Everything else is going to be in-game looks here for this one. John Massey, yeah, every Vegas, not to score a goal, but to get a point anyway, because I'm spreading the wealth around, and that's what you got to do with this Vegas team, actually, because of all the different players that can contribute one night to the next. That's the reason I went to Nick Waugh tonight, because I just know that fourth line just got the party started when they were closing out Dallas in Game 6 in the Western Conference Final. So we'll see if that continues tonight. Man, it's a gold out, if you will. There's white out, black out. This is gold out tonight in Vegas.
And you mentioned about your TV. I have a fan on, and my sound is down very low, and I can hear the crowd. This is wild. I'm glad I don't have my full. It's funny, I had to take my whole surround sound apart a little bit. It's 50 Cent is the person who gets to wind the wheel tonight. I'm not sure why. But yeah, you can just tell it's just a loud and raucous atmosphere. It's the way it's supposed to be for a clinching game at home.
Very well played, John. Ian Cameron is the Oprah card. You get a point, and you get a point. Yeah. That's right. Everybody gets a point. Hopefully they do tonight, honestly. But these are all small bets. Keep that in mind. Very, very important. People just automatically assume, well, Ian's fired away on 8 or 9 Vegas players to get a point. There must be a lot of money at stake. Not necessarily. For me personally, a lot of these are in the $20 to $50 range, honestly, for amounts. So these are not huge bets, and these are just, and it can't be that way when you're betting that many. So, but I do have a little more on Marchessault, of course. It goes without saying. That's the one I've got a little bit more. I've got over 100 on that with him to get a goal and an assist. And again, that's essentially the equivalent of betting him to score a point, because I wasn't going to do that. They finally moved Marchessault point prop up to -175, -200 tonight. So I just split it up with goal and assist for Marchessault, one of each here tonight. So we're underway, first minute of the game. And this is a game too and Bobrovsky right away, he gets a shot faced and he kind of spit the rebound out to the middle. For him, this has got to be one of those games where he turns back the clock to earlier parts of the playoffs where he was stealing games for the Florida Panthers. That's what's got to happen tonight. He needs one of those games if Florida's going to have a chance to extend this series to Game 6 on Friday night. He just needs one of those goalie Bob performances we saw from him early in the playoffs, where his team might get outplayed, might get outchanced, but they win the game because he saves the day.
I thought you were going to say he's going to turn the clock back to 2017 or something.
Yeah, that 2017 or early in 2023 Stanley Cup playoffs, because those are the two time periods where Sergei Bobrovsky's been good, and the rest of it has been a bunch of mediocrity, if not below average play. So we're underway. Perlo is with us now. What's up, Perlo?
How you doing, guys?
Good.
Exciting stuff here for sure.
There is some level of excitement. Not that it's always exciting on a Betcast and watching live hockey, but
right
when it's a potential to be the last game of the season, there is that extra anticipation and wonderment, if you will, of how it's gonna end and what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's a tough climb here for this Florida Panthers team. You can't help but root for them, actually, in a way. to get
Yep.
this win because it would be almost heroic uh, with what they have to no Kachuk. I mean, they barely made it through most of the rounds, and here they are. If they could get this one, it would be amazing. It would be really cool.
Yeah, no question. And certainly when you look at the situation here in early in this game, Florida actually had a couple of chances their last foray into the Vegas zone, but thwarted. And a couple of, again, this is a recording. Vegas blocked some shots. Nothing new there. They have been
Yeah,
doing that absolute ton here, especially in this series, the whole playoffs, but especially I find here in the final. The Golden Knights have just been absolute roadblocks. I mean, it takes a layer of bodies to get the puck through before it even gets to Adin Hill. And
yeah,
they've had so many issues like that throughout the course of the series so far. So no
yeah.
score. We're about 2 minutes and change into the
Oh,
first period. Oh, my gosh. Holy shit. What a
what?
stop by Hill on a bad
Unbelievable.
turnover
Holy
deep in
crap.
Vegas's zone. And you don't see that very often. And I've talked about how just their
Yeah,
puck management's been so pristine. And for the first
yeah,
time,
yeah.
maybe in
Maybe a
this
little
series,
jitters. Maybe a little jitters. Maybe a
yeah,
little
it's
bit
been a
early
nice little
jitters.
couple of shifts here for Florida. I will say that.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of early jitters for Vegas that we haven't seen before.
Yeah, I mean it's antsy. The puck, it's not
Oh,
only
yeah.
the Stanley Cup is in the building. You're at home. Crowd wants you to win so badly. But when you
Mm,
return home from Florida for this clinching game, oh, it was just a bad turnover. It was Anton Lundell with the chance, and what a
mm,
tremendous stop with the blocker right there by Adin Hill.
And here's the
yeah,
thing: every little chance that Florida misses like this gives Hill more momentum, gives that crowd more momentum. I was talking about taking the air out of the crowd. You're bringing more air and more life every time you miss chances like that.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. This is the time right here for Vegas. Actually, they know what Florida is going to bring here in the first. So it's a question of whether they're going to collapse, and then our over is no good, or are they going to try to keep up pace with the team that is pretty injured at this time and their legs maybe aren't as moving as much? You would think they would try to take advantage here.
Yeah, no doubt. And then right after the big save by Hill, they had another close chance. So this has been a nice. This is good for Florida right now with what you're seeing, but they got to pay it off. Got to get on the board first. They have been
Yeah,
chasing this game and chasing this series way too much in terms of
yeah,
trailing and letting
yeah,
Vegas strike first.
mm,
Can't happen tonight.
The evolution of Adin Hill has been so fascinating to watch. Just him, protecting himself, pushing down Gudis, and just establishing his crease. Just that's a
yeah,
veteran move, and to
Yep.
see
yeah.
him grow and do that during this postseason is tremendous.
Might I say? I think with Hill, it was psychological. He's one of those loosey goosey type guys who never really takes anything serious,
Right?
and
He
you
didn't
got
let himself get too high or too low. You're right.
that's true. But I think he let himself get too mellow. And Sean Burke, the goalie whisperer, said, "Hey, I love your relaxed attitude, but dude,
Mhm.
we also have to be intense in these. So you got to find that balance."
And
And
who better to learn? He's same height, 6'4", same kind of build. Sean Burke plays
yeah,
that same kind of
yeah,
intensity. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
good
mean,
point.
you always knew Hill had the skill, but it just seemed like maybe the total
Yeah,
commitment to his skill was there or not, right? And
Yep.
then he
yeah.
goes in Vegas, and they do it in like what couple like in 1 year. Unbelievable.
Well,
Yeah.
and he's one of the and think about it, right? And when we talk about young goalies, what are the two things the scouts always look for? It's either size or skill. If you find both, good. But they were more enamored with his size and hoping the skill would come later, and that's what we've
That's
seen
right.
now.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure, for sure. But I think they actually identified the skill, but it was the psychological aspect that was
yeah.
really the problem.
And teams, right? I mean, he's with a much better team now than he's ever been. So.
Yeah, team for sure. But you can't get lazy.
Yep.
He has a tendency to get on the lazy side, to get a little too chill. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think they found a way to escalate. But look at the goaltenders they've gone through, and every single one of them have done amazing.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing.
Again, there's a lot of positives from Florida here. They've got offensive zone time, a couple of really strong,
Yeah,
quality, high danger chances. But
Way
again,
more
yeah,
positives. Way more positives for Vegas in my mind. because all that time you see them circling around and who's
They're
spending all
burning
the
them
energy?
out. Yeah,
Right,
Alex, you're right. You're so right. I agree. Anyways, that
This is so far.
burning them out. Yeah.
I'll tell you what this feels like to me. This feels like 2015 Hawks light. Nothing happened that first period, but the Hawks had all the momentum slowly but surely. And then it looks like Florida's doing something. No, not really. Then next thing you know, Vegas will probably be the one to score first. So the more this goes on, the more they cycle around, the more Vegas get momentum. Hey, so Rico, what's up, John?
Rico Suave and our guy John Massey have joined the party.
Massey coming in before twilight.
I know it is. This is an early bird tonight.
Well, I mean, 8:30. Unless we're expecting 3 overtimes tonight, when was I going to come on?
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
I never even touched the draw tonight. Like,
I still got plus 700 on any game to go more than 2 overtimes. So.
Oh, okay, that's a.
Sound like the president, I guess. Hey, Rich, how's it going?
Rich.
Not a good night for Rico.
Excellent. Hi, guys.
He's wearing the Jays jersey. I see it's 8-1 Baltimore. That's pretty pathetic.
Jesus, really? Already?
Yeah.
Chris Bassett, too.
Yeah.
I don't even know what my basketball is doing right now. I'd have to check it out. It's been doing really well this year, though. Wow, it's been a good basketball. I learned a lot from these playoffs, actually. There's, especially Cassidy. I don't think I paid enough attention to how great of a coach Cassidy is.
He's good.
Like, I knew he was great, but I mean, I think you might be talking about elite here. Like he's an incredible coach. He's right up there for sure.
Every time the Vegas has on the precipice of a good scoring chance, you can hear the crowd. Just it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're starting to settle into this game.
Oh my gosh, they all that puck. There was just nobody there. It hit a skate, and there was no one there on the receiving end for Vegas, and Bobrovsky just covers it up.
Keep the moment, but keep the momentum, keep the pressure. Don't get. And I think for Vegas, don't get too low on any missed chances.
Okay, well I got a live bet right away because I was wanting to see how this flow went, but I'm going to take Vegas. Minus one or over 1.5 team total third period right now, if I can.
Over first period over
third
plus
period,
160, right?
Third period. I would take that.
I was about to say the first period over right now is 1.5 plus 160 at Bet Online.
Yeah, you're going to get a good price on that for sure. Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to see that, but I think we're going to see goals as it goes along. And I think Vegas will dominate the third here from what we've been talking about right now. So. But I mean, you got to give Florida credit for coming out like they did.
But these are empty calories for Florida. Yes, they look good so far. They have momentum going their way. Positionally, directionally wise, but not doing enough of the chances.
They had
it almost seems like they're kind of holding on already.
Yeah,
it almost seems that way.
I mean, they got 5 shots. And they haven't had a shot in the last period.
Right.
I mean, Perlo's on the third period. Vegas over 1.5 goals. Nothing in the first period. Live.
Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah.
Just to clarify, that was a third period Vegas over 1.5.
Yeah.
Just to answer that question.
That's going to really be a good bet if they're up in the third, because then you got the whole empty net situation, team trade, obviously in an elimination game. So that could be a very, very significant, that third period team total if Vegas is leading at the time for sure.
What's everybody drinking tonight?
Oh yeah, there we go. Got to crack the beer open.
I pregame bet.
I'm working.
Oh, you're working. I got a Reds, and then I also got some Tito's left, and I also have Tanqueray in the freezer.
Wow.
Just got a little bit of leftovers from the birthday.
I was going to say you like to mix it up.
Yeah.
That would be funny if that was a selection you went into the liquor store to acquire for the evening.
I have definitely had like the mixed bag route where I'm like, oh, I got a bottle of Jameson, a bottle of Tanqueray, I got like some fucking White Claws, and then I got my MGD. Like, oh yeah, I've had some really weird liquor orders.
The last order is Cuervo. you gotta have the tequila at the end.
Yeah, that's good. The last thing you're having on a day is pickle juice just to make the next morning not feel bad.
Listen, pickles. If you struggle to drink, if you drink a cheap tequila, which you should never do, life's too short to do it, or you're struggling to drink a shot of whiskey, a little bit of pickle juice for the chaser, it helps a lot.
Isn't this why people keep a 6-pack of Iron Brew in the cupboard?
So, Alex, you're a tequila connoisseur?
I'm not. I drink a lot of tequila. I wouldn't say I'm a connoisseur. There's other liquors I know better than tequila, but I know about it well.
Oh, Florida's taken the first penalty. Imagine my surprise.
Yeah, that if you could bet that.
Yeah.
I was going to make a comment that I didn't like the whole let's work on the forecheck and throw the body around and go into 8 in hell. Because, that's what got them into trouble in the first 2 games of this series, running around like chickens with their head cut off and actually trying to play them and score goals.
For sure, yeah.
See, Ekblad's got to be better than that. That's clear interference. The puck was not there.
But the reason why they're running around like that is all 4 lines of
stupid.
But all 4 lines are faster than the other 4 lines. So they're chasing.
When you can't catch them, you interfere. You hook.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, but they're still doing it in the corner. Like they're doing it away from the play. They're just chasing. They're playing stupid.
And the stuff after the whistle.
They want the late contact. They're trying to push them around. And Vegas has been better at that than them in the series too.
Yeah, because they tired him out. It's pretty easy to push somebody around when you've already outskated the shit out of them. So, they waited till they tired him out and then
but skating, there's no skating involved with the ridiculous shenanigans after the whistle, and they've gotten penalties for a lot of that in this series as well.
Florida, yeah, because they're getting frustrated.
Frustration.
So what else are you going to do?
And what they've been losing in most of these games. That's what teams do. They try to start shit and try to get the other team off their game.
Is what caused them to lose control of games in this series, especially early.
Yeah,
they only have themselves to blame.
Right. Yeah.
You're talking in the third period, and then they go and then a parade to the penalty box, and they lose their head. And do stupid shit. Also, the sign of a team that's done this.
You know what bet I took? I took pregame. Over 2.5 shots on goal. Theodore and Montour at plus 650, and Theodore's at 2 shots already.
Nice one.
Theodore and Petrangelo, we've talked about it. They shoot the puck for these 2 defensemen. They're trying to. Quite a bit.
Yes. I thought. Yeah, I should have thought about this. Vegas is going to wear them down in the first. I shouldn't have. Over 1.5 maybe, but I'll have to write that down.
They were moving that puck around very nicely. Nobody stationary, puck moving, bodies moving in the offensive zone, working it around. They got a nice look for Marcia, so just didn't get all of it.
Yeah.
That would have been Eichel assist, Marcia so goal right there.
Yeah.
You got that too? You got that too?
Yeah. He's got the entire Vegas roster to get a point. Come on.
Something I might have.
Which means Aiden Hill gets an empty netter late.
Yeah.
I think he couldn't bet.
Yeah.
Aiden Hill, primary apple to unleash Chandler Stevenson to get the hat trick. Something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I only joke about it because I understand why Ian's doing it and how he sees the game flow going. So I respect it, but I'll still joke about it.
Right.
Yeah.
The only prop I have maybe different than people is I have Stevenson over 1.5 shots at minus 139. I thought that was pretty good value considering how much he's been shooting. He scored 2 last time. I could see easy shots on that. I thought that was pretty good value.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, and Stone over 0.5 assists. I went with the assist. It just seems to me that the leader, the spiritual leader of this team, will get at least 1 point tonight.
Yeah.
I would think. So that's why.
Yeah, you'd like
That's
to
good
hope
bet,
so.
Perlo.
Sure. Yeah.
Mm.
And puck out, and wow, survival for Florida, and that's we'll see what they generate off this, but a big important first period penalty kill to keep it scoreless for Florida.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's 0 for 1 on the power play, though, but that was a good-looking power play.
Yeah, it definitely.
That
Yeah,
was
I would say so. Yeah,
That wasn't toothless.
yeah.
All 0 for 1 power plays are not created equal.
No, that was a good one still for Vegas, even though they did not find the back of the net on it. So scoreless. We're over halfway now through the first period. Vegas definitely is showing signs in the last 5 minutes or so after maybe a jittery, just maybe slightly jittery in the first couple of minutes. I think it's fair to say they maybe looked that way, no question. But settling down at least a little bit more now here, and it looks like we're going to have play was stopped. So my guess is a Vegas penalty now. Yep, I think it's Colasar. Yep, going off for Vegas.
For what?
That's
I didn't
usually
see
how
it.
it works.
Yeah,
I didn't see it. I'll have to take a look at this. What?
I'm behind, so I'm looking and waiting to see.
yeah, it was a hit on Bennett at the boards, and then there was an extra push after the puck was long gone, so it'll be roughing or probably.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. No.
It's sort of weak. Yeah, definitely, because the Florida player fell back. Sure.
I'd kind of let that go in a physical playoff type of game, but
I still didn't see it. I still didn't see it.
How did it?
I don't
like to.
I still don't know what they call it. Like, I'm behind you guys, and I'm hearing what you're saying. I'm watching. I still didn't see it. So that's a really.
What do they call it? Roughing?
So the
looks-
second part was the penalty.
They held him over when he was like hanging along the end of the board. If Florida's going to win this game, they have to score in this foul. That's a gift. Right
That
there.
was a Sharman soft equalizing penalty.
Yeah, you got. What are they? 0 for 12?
interference on Colasar. Yeah.
Oh, they're giving him interference because it's after he left the puck. And okay,
Yeah,
I
puck
guess
is gone. Yeah.
I guess you kind of
That's a
gotta
weak
go
penalty. It's a weak penalty. They just they know Florida's felt like they've gotten a lot of the calls against them.
Interfering would let me know that he was going to be making a play of the puck, and I interfered with his.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
very true, Matt.
Bennett-
So yeah, you can't really.
Bennett
say
doesn't
that.
get pushed over that easy either.
No, exactly. We're talking about Bennett here. He definitely freaking did a little swan dive on that too. So,
But he
yeah,
could knock him
Florida
off.
get a power play
Yeah,
goal.
big guy like that.
That call was softer than a half-cooked biscuit on a tabletop. Like, that's just ridiculous. You don't make that kind of a call on the fucking.
That dive is better suited for Circus Stadium.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
It's an evening up to a certain degree.
Yeah.
You know, they had a penalty. They do that a lot, but
Yeah.
stay out of the score.
Guy was skating towards the puck.
I'm pretty sure that
yeah.
if I'm the referee there, and we don't have the referee here, unfortunately, but if I'm the referee there, I'm like, no, you're a little bitch, Bennett. Screw you. I'm pretty sure.
Right, yeah. Get up and
I'm pretty sure that's what I would do there. Like,
Absolutely.
jeez.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Florida's 0 for 12, and they just got gifted a power play opportunity. Now or never.
They got to cash in, and you got to make do. I mean, it's nice to have chance. And I know Hill's playing great. I know it's a great defensive team. We've lauded them 1 through 6. They can all defend, but you've got to find a way to get the puck in. You just have to.
Now they
You don't care
lost
what
to
they
Tampa
do.
last year.
Yep.
It was an 0 for 19
Yes.
the power play in that series.
Cool.
Yeah, and sometimes just you have no answer in a particular series against a particular opponent. Sometimes you just don't have the answer. You don't.
Other times you just turn into the Islanders.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
An Islander power.
Yeah.
play.
The only problem is that if the Islanders only do the Islanders, it's not a bad idea to turn into the Islanders every once in a while. Vegas showed that in Dallas.
But if you haven't scored
you
more
don't
than
want to
2 goals,
completely have your whole identity involved with that, right? What's that, Madison?
I was saying Florida has scored more than 2 goals in a game in this series once because that game went to overtime. They have not broken 2 in regulation in this series.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! See right there, glorious chance. Got to put it in. You got to finish there.
Yeah. And that looked like
Got to.
that looked like a tired try there too. So.
And then boom! Look what happens.
Seriously.
Vegas comes back and puts her in now. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Who scored it?
Stoner, Shorty,
Stone.
Mark Stone.
There's
What
my
a
one
what a
prop right off
little
the bat.
show of patience that was. You
Yeah.
see that he outweighted Bob and just
Yeah.
ripped the thing.
Yeah, that was
Get
incredible.
closer to the,
But
This is
pass.
this is what you call one team outclassing another. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
yes, that's the reason why I went with I tailed in on them.
Look at that pathetic lack of finish by Florida, and then look at the patience, and that beauty finish by Mark Stone. Look at the difference.
Nobody takes him out.
He fucking slam dunked that goal. That's crazy.
What a shot!
Yeah.
That's beautiful right there. Hey,
Yeah.
someone in the chat said Stone 25 to. Well, that helps him a little bit, right
A
there.
little
that
bit.
goal.
A little
A
bit.
little bit.
Yeah, I had Stone and I think I told you guys, but yeah, they're outclassing them right now.
All right,
for
now we
sure.
need one more for this first period over because remember I'm on that here, and I
I
have
am
the two.
too. I am
totals.
too.
Yeah.
I got that
Yes.
plus 160. So
I have both
Yeah.
teams to score here, so if Florida wants to actually equalize on this power play, I'd be content.
Why not?
Why
I
not?
was afraid of that. Do
they
you
need
know?
to, and they need to. They need
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
You
Do
gotta
you know
get
a
it
cool?
back.
Yeah.
Do you know
Yeah,
a cool
exactly.
prop?
Yeah.
Cool prop I played tonight. I took Kachuk under 0.5 points for plus 190.
Yeah, but he has to actually play in order to do that.
Yeah, it's just voided.
That's why I took the under. He didn't. That's right. He didn't play at all. But even if he, I took that with the idea that if he played, he's probably not getting a point.
Wait. What
I
was
took
it?
the under shots.
I had under goals. I'm like, I never bet that. And I'm like, I took a shot with under goals. I'm like, just in case. I'm like, he's probably not gonna. He's just gonna be on the ice. And then they say, oh, he's not playing. All right, well, there you go.
Yeah, I took under points. I took
No
under
harm, no
points.
foul.
I've never played anybody under goals like this whole season. And I thought about doing it, and it gets voided. So I had the right idea. I'm like, well, he's not gonna score tonight, and he didn't. So,
But he didn't play, so it doesn't matter. But if he did play, he probably wasn't getting a point or a goal.
You know, when you
Well, the thing is, if he did play, he'd be playing on the power play, so there's probably a better chance that he gets a point.
Sure, but a plus 190, I'll take.
Yeah, no,
if
that's
Riley
solid.
Smith had buried that breakaway, oh my goodness.
Yeah. That would have.
You know,
Yeah,
we
that was a
Lyman.
needed save from Bobrovsky. A very much needed save.
I did the no point on Reinhardt the other night. That was the only time I've ever done it, and it came through.
There you go. Reinhardt's totally
He's
invisible.
done nothing.
Yep. Can't find him with a
Done nothing.
telescope. Yep.
That would be a good. Yeah, I don't know. He must be very injured too. I think this is just a really injured team because Reinhardt's got more in him than that. He's not doing much of anything.
Is it me or did anybody else get to hear all of the like in the season injuries from the other teams that were eliminated this year? I feel like they were more like they didn't
They
broadcast
didn't really
as much as previous years.
divulge that
Yeah.
info as much as
Yeah.
normal. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's gonna get less and less over time.
I mean,
Telling you
it technically,
that.
like legally here in the U.S., it should. Like we're not really supposed to know like all those details necessarily, but
for sure.
at the end of the year. So.
Yeah.
But it's always fascinating to know. I like knowing that some guy played like 6 games with a fucking.
Well, here we go. Here we go. Over
Oh,
there.
scramble in front. Is it in? They're pointing it's
Now
in.
it is. Now it is.
Yes.
Now it is.
2-0, maybe. I think the Florida's complaining for I don't know interference, hand on the puck. I don't know.
They gonna cry by it.
Well, anyways, I was trying to say I tailed you
It
on
was
the
Nick
over.
Hague that had the final touch of it to put it in. The defense. I told you that guy, best third pair, part of the best third pair in the NHL right now.
Yeah.
They're
The
going to look
over
at it.
3.5
Though. Definitely
is
going to be
looking
reviewed,
good, yeah.
no question.
Well,
That third line has more points than their first line and second line.
That's in. That's got to be in. I'm looking at it from
Lose.
the fast replay.
Still
The high,
lose.
like,
That's loose.
yeah, that's in.
The only thing Florida could say is that Bobrovsky had it, but I don't think he ever did.
did.
Let's see. That thing was never loose.
yeah, no, I don't. I
Okay,
don't
he
know.
had it for a second. Did someone knock it out, or did it?
Yeah,
What
drop
was
it.
that of him?
What's
No,
the call on the
no,
ice?
That's a goal. That's a goal.
That's a
Yeah,
goal.
I don't see any way that is.
I'm
not a
watching.
goal.
I'm watching the back. I'm behind.
Yeah.
And I'm watching the replay. That's a goal.
Yeah, you couldn't
It's a goal on
possibly
the
challenge.
ice.
You can't
And that's not
possibly
goaltender
challenge it.
interference either, by the way.
It's-
Now Paul
it's-
Maurice
Nope.
wants an
No.
explanation. He's been beat red
He
at the
does.
refs all series.
Because
Yeah.
the puck was in the back.
There was a whistle.
Bobrovsky holding the post for God knows whatever. He thinks the puck's in front of him and it's well behind him. And
Right.
That puck is loose under him.
mm-hmm.
So
No,
there's
it's not even under him.
the
It's not even under him.
He doesn't have it.
I don't
Yeah.
think it ever was. It's a
No.
goal. They've dropped the
That's a goal.
puck.
He was
2-0.
sitting on his goalie stick.
There's
Over
the
cash.
over 1.5 first
There's
period.
All
your
right.
over 1.5.
We have to. We have. I got to. Yeah, we got to make this a point now.
And the Vegas
Ian,
first period.
Ian has bet. Ian, am I mistaken? You bet 5 or 6 straight first period overs.
Yeah, I mean for Vegas, yeah.
You've gone 5-1.
Yep. Going back to the
Yeah.
Dallas series, yep.
Very nice.
Yeah, I
know,
did
I'm
that.
taking
I did that as well.
page of the
And
Alex
good prices.
playbook right now.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. All
Good prices.
too. Yep.
How about all the fucking draws I bet in this series too?
Yeah,
Ian
you
B.
bet the
Smith.
draw and the first
Ian
period.
B.
all-
Smith
yeah.
right here, yeah.
That's awesome.
Before
All
I
right,
start-
Ian,
before-
I think you got to push back at Gabe because Gabe gave you a hard time in one of the games when you said, he asked you what your play was, and you said it's the first period over. And he gave you a hard time. And
Yeah,
you're
he
like,
always
oh,
says you
really?
gotta bet a
Printing
side,
money.
pick a side. I don't have to always pick a side.
just give me a
Although-
winning bet.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
exactly. Yep, that's it.
Oh, I have to message Gabe. And Gabe's giving you a hard time about first period overs.
What's
Yeah.
the
Should be giving anybody a
Florida
hard time about
team
first period.
total? Live
Yeah.
total?
Who's giving you a hard time for first period overs? Who?
Our
No,
he
not
wanted
because
him
of
to
first
pick a
period
side.
overs. He just wanted me to say,
No,
do
I
you
know.
like
I
Florida
know
or
you just want
Vegas?
to.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh,
I
okay.
said I like first period
What's
over.
the
Yeah.
biggest live?
Yeah.
He's like,
total
come on,
on
you're the
Florida
hockey
live
guy.
total?
Come on.
Yeah, and that's what the bet. Yeah.
Gabe's
I
with
got-
it,
see-
man.
And you know
Yeah,
what? Wait,
yeah.
Ian. No, that's only fair.
I'm new
because
to Gabe. I'm new to Gabe.
Ian, you know
No,
how much
he's
But
shit
he's
I
in
got?
Vancouver?
Yeah, he's a Vancouver guy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I never even knew about him. Like,
No.
just
He is
found him
now.
through you guys.
Yeah.
Through you being on his show is how I found him.
That's
Now
where
I'm
he-
just like
Yeah.
doing
you know how
shit
much
at night,
shit I got
watching
for
him.
betting just first period overs night after night after night, like way more than I ever did with the whole draw season thing. So
Yeah.
it comes to the territory.
That's right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. At the height of the first period overs, when I was going like 5-1 every night, there were still people bitching to me about you giving all these first period overs at minus $1.40. I'm like, we've literally gone 20-4 the last week.
Yeah, there's so it's one
And
of
you're
the,
cashing in the first period.
Yep.
Yeah, all right.
yeah, Alex, you put me on that, and it's one of the best bets you can find, for sure. It's you can very easily look at the statistical and go, okay, the
Yeah.
situation is one of the best bets. I used to not bet it till I was watching you guys. It's a great bet.
And this for Florida, you talk about those first 5 minutes. They had the chances, they had the looks. They got Vegas a little tentative at the beginning, and then look at the turnaround since then. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that. I mean, you could do a lot of Vegas bets right now. They're going to ruin this game. This is going to be like 7 or 8-0. I think. This is not going to be
It's
pretty.
got that feel to it, like it could get
Yeah.
to that point, but I don't know. We'll have to. The next goal is key. I mean, if it gets to 3-0, then it really could just
I
totally
would put-
unravel
I would-
Florida.
It's gonna start rolling in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, building.
I always say
Mine-
three before one. That's got to be the Vegas mindset right now. Make it 3-0. Don't let them get the first.
I just don't see.
But they
it.
can't seem
I-
to score. Like, who's gonna score?
And
Yeah.
now I want Florida to be shut out. Like, I really think Florida's not going to score a goal.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, that's part of the Hill script. Yeah. Finish off with a shutout at home. It's all
Yeah.
Cinderella for the NHL. Like Vegas's
But if
first
we think
pro.
This game's going to end in a
Gonna
shutout.
go
We
bonkers.
didn't have a chance for the Conn Smythe.
It adds to the conversation, but I don't think so.
I definitely hope everybody took an under here because, this is going to be. I mean, they could run it up. I guess. Like if they want to. Maybe I shouldn't be looking at it that way. It should be an under because I don't know if Vegas will run it up.
I feel bad for the third period, Perlo.
That
who?
your third period team total on
The
Vegas
third
just got
period
worse.
team total
with the-
over might
yeah.
go out the window if that game's out
Yeah,
of
yeah.
control.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
At 2-0, it's good.
And
But
if you have a
no-
1 or 2 goal lead though for Vegas in the third period, then you're still got a shot because then the
Yes.
empty net comes into play. Yep.
I underestimated what Florida had here. I that bet's probably gone. Yeah, you can make it up with no goals in the third, maybe.
Perlo, remember that bet we laid when Dallas was playing both teams not to score in the third period? I think Dallas was up like 5-1 or something like that. We're like, there's no way the other team's going to pull the goalie because it wasn't a deciding game. So I'm like, both teams not to score, and it hit.
Yeah.
So that might be a look if this is a blowout here. I don't know if Florida don't pull their goalie down 4 or 5. I don't know.
Ian nailed a bunch of those.
But it might be different in an elimination game.
I don't know.
Besides where a Winnipeg Jets, Shifley.
Oh, there you go. You're gonna have to get that's going to become obsolete soon if he's
obsolete.
Well, that's the last time I can wear it as a Jet.
Try to get him to sign that now because it's
and that's where Vegas started their first game was against Winnipeg, so I thought that was my tie-in too.
Yeah,
I didn't have it. I bought 3 Vegas jerseys. Never got them. NHL shipping in Canada is bogus.
It's bad.
They use a courier service.
It took me
attempted to deliver it once and then lost it.
Really?
And it was all on like clearance discount, super cheap prices. Yeah. And they were Christmas gifts because my sister and her husband were going to Vegas. So I was getting us all gold flurry because they were like super marked down when NHL.com was doing that. And I was staying out at my sister's. And so they attempted to deliver once and then claimed lost package. So I got refunded, but it wasn't about the money. It was like, I want you to ship.
Yeah, right.
And they're like, yeah, we're not. And they restocked with more, but I never it was just a clear refund.
Oh, that's crazy.
So I got no Vegas, but
that's ridiculous.
During the pandemic,
Maple Leaf on here.
Yeah.
During the pandemic, when the first edition of Reverse Retros came out, I got a Calgary one around Christmas time, and they had said that the order come in, but I go to my delivery room, there's nothing. Mail room, there's nothing. So I'm literally sitting in my mail room in a chair, waiting for this package to get here because I'm like, I'll be damned if the FedEx driver's gonna run off with this fucking jersey that's one of a kind, and they're not gonna restock them at this point. And sure enough, the guy shows up a little bit late. He's like, sorry, all backed up, whatever. Hands me the box.
Vegas, so we need a Florida one. I said no.
Yeah, sorry that happened.
Night's over. Yeah. The Goose. Olaf, how are you,
Goose,
buddy?
how you?
Yeah, Goose is here. Let's welcome the Goose here. Yeah.
The Goose is loose.
I got Olaf calling Goose in the house already. I haven't said a fucking word yet. So hey, cheers, boys. How's everybody doing tonight?
Cheers,
very good. Yeah, very good.
I was having dinner with my wife. I turned the game on. It's 2-0 fucking Vegas already. Florida's decided to not show up, I guess.
They don't have anything left in there.
They're trying their best.
Yeah.
They don't have anything left.
I turned on the pregame before I ate dinner, and I saw that Kachuk was out. They must have a couple guys out because I saw a couple guys listed as that haven't played literally all playoff, as far as I can tell. So
Kachuk's I think everybody else
lineup.
I think they just hadn't decided who they were putting in.
Yeah. Oh, Lusterinen the other guy, but we kind of knew Lusterinen wasn't going to play. Coolmint is a no good.
And he's a big loss. They haven't won without him.
Yeah. Especially with the forward depth on
offense.
Especially with the forward depth already.
Right?
Yeah. And he's good away from the puck too. A2, Coolmint, Lusterinen, so that's a problem. But
I see our man Eichel showed up with another assist already.
Yep.
Good. I got
Marchessault signed up for an assist.
Goose, you didn't like my Eichel. You didn't like my Eichel 1.5 over.
Not for the goal. I like him for points.
No,
and assists, but I don't like him for the goal, man. So
I didn't pick him for a goal.
Eichel and Marchessault got the helpers on Haig's goal.
No, I picked him over 1.5 points for plus 200.
Oh, okay, all right. So I misread the post then. So I don't mind the 1.5.
Yeah.
Right, I don't mind the 1.5 points. I think that was a good call tonight.
Because
I thought it said 1.5
plus 100
for some reason.
And I thought they could dominate tonight. And if they do, and they really want to give the con to Eichel. Everybody in Vegas land is going to be hoping that happens. And it should be Marchessault, but I have a feeling it's going to be Eichel for that reason. And that really
I
sucks because
disagree with that.
we all have a bet on that. We'll see what happens, but I have a feeling.
I think Marchessault is one of the original Vegas misfits.
True.
I think the people actually in
He's
Vegas,
done too much.
Yeah,
He's
but
done
who's
too much.
voting?
They want to give it to Eichel, but they can't. I think it'll be close.
No,
Yeah.
I think it's going to go to Eichel. I really do. I do. And I
I
know
don't.
the fans
I
aren't
hope
voting.
not.
The fans aren't voting.
I know the fans
no,
aren't
it's-
voting.
no,
Still
this is,
Vegas press members are, and NHL press members are, and Eichel has no goal.
it's media, isn't it?
That's right.
So-
And you got to realize the strength of the Vegas impact on the media. They want to sell Eichel, not Marchessault. I'm sorry. Eichel's winning it for that reason. They don't want to sell Marchessault. Marchessault is already a fan favorite, blah, 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 blah. They want to sell Eichel. That's their $10 million guy. That's the one they're going to put their stamp on. That's the reason why I think.
Yeah, but it
Eichel
doesn't
wins.
matter.
I get it. I get
It
it.
doesn't matter who the team wants to sell him. I get that, but that's not that should have nothing to do with the performance overall through the playoffs.
It shouldn't, but
I
it
don't
does.
think anybody can argue if you look at both players. Marchessault had a better playoff.
Eichel got 5 points in the Stanley
Marchessault should
Cup
win
Finals
for
with
sure.
no goal.
The only thing you
So
can say is
I would
Marchessault's series against Edmonton, where he only had 2 assists, I think, in what was it?
Yeah, but look, but
6
if you
games?
look at that Edmonton series, he played really good shutdown defense. So if he wasn't scoring, he was doing something that was helping, right? So
Yeah,
That's
you
all
have
I'm
to
saying.
look at the overall.
That's his only
Yeah.
possible where he wasn't producing. But yeah, when you
But the
leave
finals have to
and you
count for
win,
something also. When
do
people
you
have actually
think?
won
I
Right?
get it.
So
Do you see that,
Now,
Alex or Ian? Do you see that, what I'm saying? Like, it could be, I believe Marchessault should win it, but I think it's very possible Eichel wins it for
I
reasons
don't-
other than
Not unless Eichel scores a couple of goals tonight. I don't think
Right,
it's possible.
Eichel has to outscore Marchessault by at least 2 points.
And Marchessault's already
He's
got a point
averaging.
tonight.
Yeah, but they can just play it on the leader. It's like Taves, right? Like, they want to play him up to be like a Taves-like player, and you can actually make a case he's very similar to that. So,
The thing is,
That's why
it's
they won't.
slow.
That's why he
You
won't
need
get
a
it
lot
now.
of NHL material,
Here's the
but
thing:
that's not the angle
Marchessault's not gonna.
coming from
Marchessault more than
the
likely won't have another chance to win another Conn Smythe in the just.
well, you
brand
could be.
street realm
That's a
of
good point. That's a good
Eichel
point. That's a
probably
good
will.
point.
Right.
Yeah, that's
That's
Day,
why-
that's another
why-
element too. A day one Vegas Golden Knight, a day fucking one
too.
day
That too.
Vegas player. Marchessault.
Yeah.
versus
Yeah.
versus the team you beat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, but,
from-
But then
but
again,
here, here's
Super
the
League
thing.
has been done.
Marchessault's
Oh, yeah.
already
Absolutely.
Marchessault is already marketed. He's not going to go past that. You
I
don't need
really
to sell him
think
anymore. But
But that's my
Eichel, you
point.
need
That's
to
my
sell
point.
that.
Marchessault, as far as I'm concerned, he's probably hit a ceiling.
Yeah.
Right? Eichel still got a little bit more room, and we're probably gonna see this Vegas team still be halfway decent for those years. Eichel has
So
another chance to win it.
yeah, so you're
Marchessault
selling
probably
you're selling the history because you don't need to sell the Eichel because the Eichel's going to
Right.
become
They're doing the right
whatever
now.
he's going to
Eichel,
become.
Eichel sells himself, right? Like he
Right.
really does.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Did,
Well, you can sell
so-
it. You,
so
you
back
can
to
sell
Bill-
him more. You can sell him more. You can
I
still
don't
sell
think
him
anything
more.
Did,
is sold.
did
I think it's sold by points.
Did
I
anybody
don't
bet
think
the
you might
shutout for
even put
for
it
Aiden Hill?
I didn't. Made sense.
I
but-
did too.
Like,
I
it
took
was
him.
worth. It's worth.
I
throwing
grabbed
the dart
him
at.
back.
You took that, Coos? Are you kidding? Wow.
You
That's a
fucking know I did.
Never even,
Plus
I
900.
never-
I fucking
never-
grabbed that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
never even thought about it. Never
Right?
even thought. I should
I
start
even
looking.
looked at the shot. I said this to. So did John?
No, I was going to say I
No?
think you have a better chance of Mark Stone getting Conn Smythe because hockey guy coming back from back injury and the
Oh,
Vegas
yeah.
Golden Knights looking like a completely different team than you
True.
do with Jack Eichel.
Right?
Yeah, if you're
Either
going
one's
to
a
go
good
that
story.
direction.
Can we say that
yeah.
about Eichel? Wait. Can we say that about Eichel? Okay, he finally got traded after the Buffalo didn't want to fix his neck, and then he does that,
Right.
and now he comes back.
Yeah.
So could we just say the same
Yeah,
thing?
but that's the
Exactly.
whole season. Stone's playoff narrative. Vegas has looked different with Stone back in the lineup.
Right, I agree.
There's
I'm
a
just saying,
story
if
for
someone's
everybody.
Gonna go narratives. Those two things.
Okay, I'm
You're
gonna,
right, Rico.
I'm gonna,
You're right.
I'm gonna go from a sponsorship. Okay, we'll find out if sponsorship has anything to do with it because
And
if
it's
I'm
Or performance.
what do you want?
if I'm pouring shitloads of cash into this thing, I don't need to sell Stone. I don't need to sell Marchessault. I don't care about the history. I need to buy now. And we need Eichel to win this right now. That's the reason why I think it's going to be Eichel.
Who is
Oh, the
we,
history's
Earl?
beautiful.
Who is we?
So what? What's that?
Who is we?
The voters?
Okay,
Like,
so
wait, what do you mean?
Who are you referring to?
Fucking
Is
look
it-
at you got Alex going.
okay, so what I'm saying
Anyway,
is,
Rico,
you're
how you
look-
doing,
you're
brother?
look-
Look good.
you're
Good,
looking
buddy.
at it
You?
from a-
Yeah, you
Hold
too,
on.
buddy. The Jays are getting pounded 10-2 right now.
Orlo's read too many
They're
Jim Matheson
fucking-
articles. for
They're
these
horrid,
hockey
man.
nerds.
They are horrid this year. I don't know what's wrong with them.
you get what I'm saying. I
Those two
think
guys
we
that
could
traded
go-
to Arizona are
Okay.
doing pretty good right now.
Vladdy
Earl, I do
can't hit a
get
home
what you're
run in
saying.
Toronto. The porch is so
You
fucking
get what I'm
short, it's
saying,
unreal.
Alex?
I do get what you're saying. All jokes aside, I get what you're saying, and I understand. Like, and there is that's why I always say it's not as cut and dry. Like, we're all just fishing for the best price when we're betting Conn Smythe throughout the last 2 months. This is nothing of a slam dunk or a fish tank,
No.
Well, of
anything
course not.
until it's over with. So
Yeah.
there's always narratives, and you never know what narrative can win out.
Right.
So we're betting on stats
Which
and
narrative is
literally
going to
storyline.
bet out? Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a
Yeah.
feeling that
Yeah.
I have a feeling the Eichel storyline is going to win out.
Where are
I
ya?
just have a
Oh,
feeling.
I got
Alright.
enough great.
Come here, Shermy.
I got enough
Come here,
great
Shermy.
closing line value on Rupe Hintz and Jake Ottinger and a bunch of other dudes who aren't playing hockey right now. You know, to fill up
Say
a
hi to the
fucking
boys.
liquor cabinet.
Say hi, Shermy.
It does nothing. You know, like they were good bets at the time, but they're not going to win. So
Yep.
you know,
Yeah.
that's the way that market works.
And even with mine, Marchessault plus 900 before the series for him to win it, and now
Still
he's at
not
minus
100% a winner.
No,
Yeah.
it's still not.
No, he's not. No, I think it's between the two, though. I don't think Hill has a chance.
I still don't think it will be Hill, and I don't think it'll be Stone. I think it's Eichel and Marchessault personally.
Yeah, I think it's between the two.
For Hill
And I-
Hill to have won it, he would have needed to pitch probably 2 shutouts, right,
Yeah.
to counteract the scoring from the other guys. Right, he didn't do that. He played great. Let's be honest, but
Stay tuned
That
for
was-
Gary Bettman later tonight for the answer. Yeah,
I said
Well,
what I
what
said
if
earlier on
the
the
cup's
ice guys.
awarded.
Yeah, probably.
What does the
yeah.
market say? Like, isn't Marchessault the overwhelming favorite right now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
he
by a
was.
long
Yeah.
shot.
Right now,
minus 600. Yeah.
There's a
Even-
reason.
So we play. Sorry, go
Even
ahead.
more reason
Exactly,
why
Rich.
Vegas
There's a
would
reason.
pick Eichel. Even more reason why Vegas would pick Eichel here.
right on,
Telling you,
Olaf. I
Eichel's
can't
gonna
reply
win.
to you, dude, but too funny, dude. Yeah, too funny. Yeah, we got
Because
one
it's
other
still
guy.
sitting in my bets right now. Let's play confession time. Who do you have still showing up as your Conn Smythe winner? I got Jake Ottinger, Joe Pavelski, Jeremy Swayman, Taylor Hall, and Rupe Hintz.
Wait, yeah.
Wow.
Let's look at
And
this.
Aiden
Let's
Hill.
look at the House of Dead tickets that I have. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
Oh, let's not even go there. I have all sorts.
House
So
of
yeah,
Conn
Jake
Smythe dead
Ottinger,
tickets.
The House of
Rupe
Dead
Hintz.
Tickets. Yeah.
Rupe Hintz plus 1,400. Jake Ottinger plus 900. Joe Pavelski plus 2,200. Bobrovsky plus 200. Dave, that's my Jack Adams, Dave Hacksaw. That's still alive, maybe. And then
Draisaitl. I had him.
Oh yeah,
earlier on.
Draisaitl. Oh, no, I think I already.
Ottinger.
I got rid of that already.
He was a front runner for a while.
Fucking Evan
Draisaitl.
Costner boatload of
I
money.
got Draisaitl 10-1 before the 4-goal game. So let's get closing line value. You know, everybody. Oh yeah, CLV. Yeah, okay, cool. If I could, deposit that in the bank, that'd be great. But
CLV doesn't pay the bills.
sure don't.
I'd like to. My futures props were terrible, so I'll just tell you that wasn't good.
Everything took
Yeah.
a dive.
Yeah.
Our guy.
So what
I
are we
think
looking at?
Our guy.
What are we
fellow
looking at in the
Ice Guys
second period
member-
then?
I think our fellow Ice Guys colleague Andrew. He was on Twitter. I guess he was upset the CFL bet didn't cash the other night, and he said, I got the best of the number. It moved in my favor, and I didn't. All that matters is I lost, and someone's coming after him. You're an idiot for saying it was a bad bet. You got CLV, and I felt like, no, CLV doesn't pay my bills. It doesn't. I'd like to win the bet. Thank you very much. CLV is not really much comfort, quite honestly. If it doesn't,
No.
The day I can pay a bill, buy some liquor, buy some weed, buy some food with CLV, then I'm cool. Till then,
Yeah. It's not doing you much good.
So the idea that I'm supposed to feel great about losing a big time bet in a CFL game because I got CLV though, everything's great. That's the biggest bunch of fucking garbage and nonsense I've ever heard.
I will say though, I got on Alex about CLV because he took a minus price on Vegas in Game 4, and I'm like, dude, you knew Vegas was the right side minutes after Game 3 when that popped as a positive line.
I also was not in the state to bet on anything at the end of Game 3. So
that's when you're at your best, when you're absolutely obliterated after hitting a draw on your birthday. Come on, man.
No, I was preoccupied.
So I'm looking.
The betting
Mark
window
Stone
wasn't
scored
open.
2 or more. So you know what?
I bet offshore on my phone. Yeah, they were shut down at the moment.
So I just grabbed Mark Stone for a multi-goal game. I got him at plus 280. So all I need is one more goal out of him for that one. What do we got here? Third goal scorer? No. I know I got to figure out where the fuck everything is again. So are we looking at under 1.5? The way the most of the series is gone for the second period?
Yeah, I mean it slowed right down most of the series after the first period, so I don't mind it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if they just want to lean on them down, they can. I don't know. The second period, they might want to just say, screw this, forget about the third. And my third period bet looks absolutely horrid. But it could be that they just come out in the second and put it away right now. They just do it. Could be. Not in the.
Can I ask
Not-
an intermission question?
Come here. Come on.
Yeah,
Come here.
You can talk to your dog on your own, Goose. Yeah.
yeah, John, I hear you. What's the question?
Why the fuck did the Rangers drag out this coaching search just to hire the same coach, just American?
Wow.
You don't think Laviolette's a little better than Gallant? And
Oh, way better. Way better.
playoff stuff and
Way
a little bit.
Way better.
I get what John's saying. I mean, same old everything's gonna look great in the first year, but then
I think it's the degree of recycling.
It took too long. It was ridiculous. And
Laviolette's 5-on-5 numbers have been spectacular throughout his career. The Rangers have a terrible 5-on-5.
I thought the Rangers were waiting for an okay from the league over.
there is some truth to that. He's a good. The 5-on-5 hockey with Laviolette's been good, and the Rangers have been crying out for better 5-on-5 play for going back to when Quinn was coaching the team.
Yeah,
Sure, you might cry out for it, but that roster ain't going to give it to you.
maybe.
It's the roster
but
thing. Personnel's got to change for them to be better at even strength. What about that fucking hip of Kane? What's going to happen to him now? Yeah.
Yeah,
The hip
you're
of
right.
Kane. I love that.
I see Mika
think-
Zibanejad's bopping around
band.
Europe doing DJ gigs right now. That's
Yeah.
a
I
nice
think
way to
he's gonna be a
put
Lollapalooza
it.
again too. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he does that quite often. Yeah,
DJ's
but
bands.
what Massey said is true. Like, if Laviolette can't get it out of him, then you're going to see a lot of changes.
Does it blow the whole team up?
Yeah, I think so. Because if he can't do
Trade
it,
Panarin back to
There's a problem.
Chicago.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, they'll take that contract.
yeah, right. Yeah. And then he won't even play half as good as when he was forced there. Yeah, that's exactly.
You know what? I really thought they were just going to stay in house.
And go.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Jeremy?
What's his name?
What's going on, buddy? Come here.
Yeah, that's the guy I wanted, Chris Knobloch. Yeah.
I just don't think it's a time for a rookie coach like that. I don't know. But, I mean, if
that's how I feel about Calgary. Why?
He was around a lot.
I don't understand why Calgary. Like I said, Calgary needs a fresh overall. If they were going to do anything in house, it should have been Mitchell.
Yeah. Should never have been in it. Yeah, exactly. Totally agree, Alex. That was a horrible.
Strange dynamics.
But that's
not being new.
They're going back to the same philosophy Calgary's had since 1980, whenever they won a cup, and it hasn't changed. And Huska is exactly the same.
So I think
the playoffs all day.
Once they get the new building, is that when everything will turn around for them?
No.
No, once they change their way of thinking, maybe. Yeah.
They're going to bring back Sutter in 28 months.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Do you think Treliving really thought Sutter was the right choice there? That was such a puppet move. It was ridiculous.
Now, clearly they forced it on him a little bit. And, and
if Sutter were to get hired by Calgary again, that would be the first time a team has hired a coach 3 times, probably since Bob Holt was the Hawks.
Yep.
What about a both teams to score no at plus 425
and Trey Living's still there?
What's that?
What about a both teams not to score in the second?
I don't mind that. That's not bad, Rico. That's not bad. Florida, I don't trust Florida to score. I know that.
Yeah.
Well, Florida not to score in the second. Florida not to score in the third. Especially.
I like the second period under.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just took that under 1.5, but then I don't see both teams not to score for 425.
I'd be careful with that because Vegas can just keep out and on.
I'd rather look at
every period they're going to score.
But I'd rather take a live bet on that and see what Vegas is going to do here. If they want to put it away now, or if they want to lean on them more, it's hard to say. So, I think they've leaned on enough. They should want to put it away here right away. So I'm not sure about.
If you're going to bet Florida to get a shutout, it's still plus 450.
I already have that from the first period.
Florida to be shut out, I should say.
To be shut out, plus 450. I'm in on that. I'm in on that. That's
shout out to Kurt in the chat. He was mentioning about he went to U of M in 1984 for a keg party.
That's a good price for that because that's more likely than it should be. So,
U of M. Oh wait, what are you talking about, Perla?
I'm saying that's a good price for Florida to be shut out. Because I think it's like maybe even 50-50.
Yeah, so but see, I mean, it's just like it's like looking back at the other night where it's like you can get those garbage. The garbage goals scare me, even especially with this kind of a dominant performance. Like that's when you get that stupid somebody scores a goal late with 4 minutes left in regulation.
But you're betting on a garbage goal. Then I'll take the 450 if it's just a garbage.
Have you watched the Florida Panthers this series? They're garbage. It would be appropriate.
Garbage finishing. I mean, there's a couple chances. Like there's a yawning 2x4, yawning cage there for Florida, and they could bury the thing. Twice it happened in that first period.
All they got are those.
I would go if I were to do anything. I'd go Vegas minus 0.5 second period, but I don't think you're getting a very good price on it. No, not anything. I like that bet. But I think Vegas scores one here, just at least one. And
they can't do a total. Let's sit on the lead yet. Vegas, just be good though. Be sound defensively. They will
get the third, and they'll get the third. Yeah. So I wouldn't even say.
Their game, Florida doesn't have a prayer.
Is there a price on Vegas to score a goal?
Florida doesn't win in Vegas.
First 10 minutes. That would
just
be
another one of those.
Do you have anything on that? I don't even know if there's anything out there in the books for that. Like to Florida specifically to score a goal in the first 10 minutes. I think that would be
closest thing would be Florida to score first goal in the second period.
Okay.
Florida to score next is plus 105.
Florida to score first in the second period has got to be a much better price.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't like that. I think Vegas could score.
Florida first and second period, plus 125. So you get 20 cents better, at least at MGM, you get 20 cents better if you go first goal, the second period, and go this next one.
Yeah. I mean, whatever they're going to have is going to happen here, but I don't think so. I don't think so. It's probably going to be Vegas.
You notice Riley Smith is always out when the net's empty too. Riley Smith, anytime goal scorer is plus 500 right now. He got one in the other game.
Good point.
That's a good one.
I've got one in my pocket. He's had more than 3 or more shots in both home games. He's got one already tonight. But I like him to get a goal.
Yeah, I'm going to take that too. I grabbed under 2 in the second period at plus 130, and I'm also taking Florida to not score in the second period at plus 130 as well.
There you go.
If anything, I think we'll see a goal by Vegas and pretty tight defense. I think this is where you'll see Bruce Cassidy's game plan come into play.
Yeah, it could be. Could be. It could be.
6-0 Dallas, deja vu.
If Florida's tired enough, though, they'll realize that we just got to put it away right now. There's no use screwing around. And I have a feeling Florida's that tired.
Right.
That Vegas is just going to go.
Kachuk's probably at some hotel bar fucking playing,
Yeah.
video poker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Playing the slots, playing the poker tables, blackjack.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I could see Vegas putting it away right here. So Vegas minus 0.5 second or something like that would probably be, at the
Chuck's
very
in the
least,
house
they'll
again.
score on that.
One of the boys at work there, he's a Vegas guy. He picked up tickets for Vegas against who'd he say? Fucking Raiders against somebody on Thanksgiving Day. He paid, what did he pay? Two and change for third level in between the 35s. Not bad. He's pretty fair up, but at least he's in the middle of the field. So
Yeah. It's never going to be a cheap ticket, NFL football. It's just the way
no
it
shit,
is.
no.
Yeah.
$200, under $300. That is a cheap ticket for the NFL.
Yeah. For the NFL,
Well,
though, that
like I say,
I've seen worse. Yep.
like
I've seen
300
more
level,
expensive.
and it is only the Raiders. And I forget who the other team was. It wasn't a bad game.
Thanksgiving,
It
you
wasn't
said?
decent, but sorry, Raiders and Chiefs on Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving.
Oh shit. Okay,
That's a big
that
game.
weekend. That weekend. Because
Yeah,
it's a Sunday.
sorry, yeah, Thanksgiving weekend. Sorry.
Daytime.
Okay.
No, I think it's a Sunday.
The
That
night
should have been the
think
late
so.
Thanksgiving night game.
I think it's the late game. It's probably Thursday, Thanksgiving night.
No, I just looked. It's a Sunday night game.
Oh, Sunday.
Or it's a
It's
Sunday
a-
day.
yeah,
it's a
it's a
day
Sunday
game
night
as of now. Well, and you know what? Might want to let him know it's a day game as of now, but that late in the season, that probably gets flexed to a night game.
Could be. Yep.
That's okay
One
with
like
you.
One of
He's
those
down.
flex
Raiders-
candidates.
Raiders Chiefs.
He turned that into
Vegas,
he
they
turned that
always
into a
flex.
3-day weekend in Vegas.
Okay, so then so he's good. out of it.
Yeah,
People gotta be careful with that. And now they can
Degenerate.
flex
He's just
Thursday
not a
games too.
degenerate for hockey.
I've been telling.
true
I
enough,
got friends who travel for the NFL and stuff, and I've been telling them now that they're flexing Thursday games. You got to really make sure and check with traveling and different things, because they will switch that. I think they got to have 2 weeks notice for the Thursdays, but just make that a note if you're traveling to an NFL stadium this year. All right, second period, I got it on my screen. You guys probably already hit them. Rich, what are you smoking on?
It's just a vape,
Okay.
just flavored.
So, no.
I'm working tonight.
The nicotine vape? Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he's on earlier too, because I think it's the later shift. Yeah. But I think the game will be over by the time. Yeah.
It should. Yeah.
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 I keep thinking you're right. If this was regular season, we do the Betcast through the late games, then you'd have some trouble making it through the end of it. But yeah.
Then I also wouldn't have joined until 10 o'clock.
Yes. There you go. Poor John. He's just a little early for him for a change. Yeah.
Think of how early this is for the people in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And all you hear from the people in Vegas is complaining about the traffic and the construction. It's like I live in fucking New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to talk
Toronto
about
is
traffic?
no,
New York
coach
and
of
LA
traffic
played in a
either.
Stanley Cup final. Stop.
Yeah. Yeah. Really. You're about to win a Stanley Cup. Settle down about when the start time is. Yeah.
Well, at least it's not as bad as the Central Time people hear. Oh my God, 8:35. The game started.
There we
Oh
go.
my gosh.
Wouldn't
Florida
you know it?
scores.
Call the
Florida.
doctor.
Yeah.
Call the doctor.
Damn.
Ekblad point shot.
Ekblad of all people.
And just seeing eye shot. Got through. Let her wrist her go from the Never saw it. Did Hill?
Yeah. Might just score in the first 10 minutes or whatever. Would have worked out all right.
Yep,
Right
that
there,
first goal
yeah.
in the second period plus 125.
Yep.
Wherever we grabbed that.
Yeah.
And the shutout tickets go off to the house of
The house.
Land of
Yeah,
the
the
land
house
of
of dead
winning
tickets.
the house of pain.
Or as they're called at the track, pile of coasters.
Now you got to be looking at overs in the third period, I would imagine, but I don't know. It depends on how their legs are.
It's good for the game though.
We got to change the Animals song. There is a house of losing bets. They call it the house of dead tickets.
Yeah.
And it's been a ruin of my bankroll and my cash flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need some sound effects.
The
Like,
ruin of Unicorn Boys. That still
Yeah.
fits.
That's
I don't know,
why
you gotta add that sound effects when we get a first period over, we get like a woo, and then when something like that happens, it goes into the garbage.
Yep. Yeah.
That's why I put like a slice of pizza on my futures mostly. That's about it. But if I win,
Oh, for sure.
I bought
Just
the
a little.
I haven't said this all series long, and now is the time to say it. Thumbs down to both teams for having the Stanley Cup patch right next to their letters. It looks tacky.
Oh.
They should have had it on the opposite side. And I get the
never
whole
even
noticed.
advertising or whatever. They should have just it just looks bad. Both
Yeah, I'm
teams
sure
did it.
they.
It looks-
I'm sure
Can't
they didn't
cover up
make
that
that
nice looking
decision.
circa patch, Alex. Can't cover up the circa patch.
I'm
or
sure
whatever
they didn't make that
Florida's
decision.
and who knows what happened in Florida's advertising. Yeah.
Florida's got a Publix patch, don't they?
Yeah, probably. Or Waffle House.
Waffle House.
Well, that'll be if Atlanta gets a team again.
By the way, because you put it in my head, Ian, next stoppage I got a piece of music trivia involving the Animals.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
See if we can solve the riddle.
No icing. God damn it.
That could have been icing. That could have been icing.
A little pep in Florida's step now after getting that much needed, it goes without saying, goal.
Yeah, series saving almost.
Just about. Yep.
Continuing. That's got to feel a little better. Give you a little hope.
Yep.
Well, fuck, didn't that blow that fucking bat right out of the water really quick?
That was quick. Yeah. At least it wasn't one of those goals with 2 minutes to go in the third, and they had gone that long.
Yeah.
There we
So
go.
look at it
Start
that
the
way.
night off with the trooper.
Get it
Cheers,
over
I only
guys.
get that when I bet.
Over quick.
Calgary.
Cheers.
Yep. Cheers
Oh.
to everyone on this Game 5
I'll get
Betcast.
another beer, but I'll do a shot of vodka with you first.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, I might pull out the apple pie moonshine here in a couple minutes then.
Oh, there you go.
I'm dieting. I'm drinking vodka.
That's from that Copperhead Brewery. Is that the one up in Sunridge, Goose?
Okay, great.
No,
piece of
I
news,
get
guys.
this stuff. We've been buying it from a place in Sycamoose. Hang on 2 seconds.
Sycamoose.
The
BC.
Animals were the second British band to have a #1 hit in the United States after the Beatles.
So this is
Syca-
Highland Shine
There you go.
from. Actually, technically they're in Salmon Arm or in they're Sycamoose. No, Sycamoose. Yeah, nice little brewery. They do some gins, vodkas, and then they do a shit ton of homemade moonshines, apple pie,
John,
peach.
is it?
About 5 or 6 flavors. It's that there's that's a $7.50. That's $26 when we go.
Oh, that's
So
great.
we used to go to
Nice.
Not bad.
we used to go to Sycamoose. It's Sycamoose, Alex, is just it's almost like being in Minnesota on the lake, with the exception of there's
Okay.
more mountains, right? But it's like being on a Great Lake.
Oh, right.
Reminds me of home.
Cool. Nice.
But really, it's
Nice.
it's known as the houseboat capital of North America, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
More houseboats per fucking square foot in that place than anywhere else. And I'm telling you, there's
Wow.
a shit ton of the fucking things.
Salmon Arm?
But it's
Salmon Arm.
yeah, Salmon Arm. Yeah. Salmon Arm Sycamoose, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
John, I heard part of your question. Is it Hermits?
No, the Animals were. I was giving the. I was
Oh,
Oh,
you're
they
giving,
giving
were?
us the stat. There's a stat.
Oh, you gave. Oh, I thought
trivia.
you were saying who was.
no,
the,
I was not
who
giving a
the-
trivia question. The stoppages aren't that long. We have to talk.
Animals
we
were
don't want
second
to be
British
bogged
with
down.
#1 hit
Shit.
after the
I was
Beatles,
thinking the trivia question.
and then
Sorry.
Eric Clapton was lead singer of War After
You had to
Death.
say who are the animals. So
Oh,
they knew
right,
it was the
right.
answer.
Jeopardy.
No, because I gave the fact. There was no question.
Okay, it was just a fun.
Nothing was in jeopardy except our money for these bets.
Yeah.
I don't like the way Vegas is playing. this.
Shut it, Trebek.
Yeah.
The thing is though, Perlo, if they come around and pop a goal here in the next couple of minutes, right? then all
Yeah,
of a
but
sudden
why play?
they'll find
Why play
find
like
that
this?
switch.
I love Cassidy, but really, why would you do this? I don't agree. You've got
Yeah,
way more.
you need to wake
than
everybody
that.
up and get them
What?
back.
What the hell's going on? There's no need for you to.
But
sit back
that's
on
always
your
been
heels
his
against this
way to
team.
operate, right? He gets a lead, and he plays
Yeah.
clamp down defense.
Which they were
Right,
able to
he
do
might-
against Dallas, because Dallas
Yeah.
never mounted a sniff and got shut out. But now you can't play that way. Now it's 2-1.
To me, you're
now
taking
he
you're taking more chances here than if you were to play your game. So I don't know.
The one thing about Cassidy though is he's not stuck to one thing, right? They came out, tried playing defense.
Yeah.
Now he'll crank the
Yeah.
offense back up. He'll get that
Yeah.
1 goal or 2 goal difference again.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
he switches on the fly, right? He's one of the better coaches in the league.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's fantastic.
Apparently
he's
he's
hot.
Yeah,
He's
right. You know what I
hybrid,
mean? He might have a system, but it's not one thing or the other, right? It's basically it's a hybrid of many, which is really nice.
I have a comment on that system, but that will wait for the next commercial.
What do you think? I haven't heard. Okay, Rico sits in the back and he doesn't say anything. We got to give him an open window. Rico, what do you think so far, buddy?
What about this game?
Just period, what we're saying and everything. Because I like your insight.
Man.
What do you think?
I'm just trying to think of where Kachuk is. I think he's sitting on the tarmac on the plane, telling the pilot, "We're going back to Miami. We're going back to Miami." And they're doing shots together.
He's probably drunk
that's
at the
what
bar
Florida
somewhere,
loses, they ain't going
thinking
back
about what could have been.
tomorrow either.
Don't worry,
That's what
keep the
Ian
plane
said.
here. He's keeping the plane.
Yeah.
I tweeted it last week with regards to Vegas on one of the off days that Vegas has a lot of center depth on this roster. And as they've gotten healthier as these playoffs have gone on,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure. Yeah.
it has given Cassidy flexibility with especially the centers having so much two-way responsibility in his systems. And he has 6 or 7 forwards that really have played a good amount of center. So he can distribute that responsibility within that game among the 7 and rotate forwards from the center to the wings to kind of ease that burden of having to do that all the time. So as these centers have gotten healthier, because of the flexibility of the roster with regards to how many people can take faceoffs, can play 2 ways and play down the center of the ice, that he's been able to make more matchups and more changes and ease the defensive burden for 4 guys by spreading it among the 7.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
And
they're
thank you for
definitely
giving me that avenue during the commercial break to say it.
There you go.
I
Continue.
just want more hockey. I want
Continue.
Florida to win this. If Vegas isn't going to win tonight, I want Florida to win, but I don't want Vegas to win in the next game. I'd rather Vegas finish it at home where they do it in 7 because I had them at 4-3 in this series anyway.
Apologies to everybody. It's game 6s and 7 bets, but Lord, do I want this shit at the end of the night.
Yeah. I was gonna say you guys don't have to do a hockey show 7 days a week, so you still want more.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, to tell you the honest truth, that part of it actually with me goes, you know what? The break is going to be nice. The break is going to be nice. So.
I kind of want to do a once a fortnight conversation with Ian during the off season just to hear different rants on different things that have happened in hockey in the last couple of weeks. Kind of just an open platform, and I just kind of throw meatballs at him and just let him roll.
What do you think of this? And I just go, haywire, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Just get it off the chest, just vent. That's what I try to do during the Betcast. I just try to kind of needle and throw things out there to get people going.
Yep. You get the energy level up, which it doesn't take much for me to want to rant about something.
Exactly. That's why I think
Same
great off-season coverage.
We could have off-season Jeopardy.
No.
Yeah.
Like Jamie Benn that's about as much as fired up as I've been in a long time.
Hockey
Jamie
trivia
Benn.
game for the off season. Anybody down for that?
Yeah.
Little hockey
Down with
trivia
that.
action. Yeah.
Hockey Jeopardy. Oh my gosh.
That would be cool. So you have to talk yourself out of a rant, Ian, is what you're saying. You gotta talk yourself out of the rant.
Yep.
And if you can do that, then you're not doing it. But if you can't, we're doing it.
I don't want Ian talking himself out of rants.
No. The people live for it. Yep.
So do we
And
They
Ben
will
come
be
back
going nuts.
like status quo and just
Yeah.
stay as the captain?
Who?
Like it never happened, or is he
Yeah,
gone?
that's probably what's
All-time
going to
rant.
happen. But, yeah.
There could
I'm
be a
not
lot of
listening to these
like
Betcasts.
big pieces moving this year.
Yeah.
Oh, Jamie, you know
Oh,
what,
yeah.
Ben? I still think Ben gets moved draft weekend.
You
I think
think who?
I think something
Well-
randomly, Jamie Ben. I think something randomly happens where he gets moved draft day.
I could totally get that. I could totally
Like
get
a
that,
three-way
for
deal,
sure.
something crazy, but yeah.
Yeah, change the
What's
leadership.
the
draft helped with the
it's
NHL
Robertson's
withdrawal.
And Pavelski, if Pavelski sticks around, he gets to see. If not, they give it to Robertson.
Robertson's the guy now.
Right away. Yeah.
But the thing is,
Or they
how do
go
you
or they
say-
go 4A's. Maybe they go 4A's and then wait for Pavelski to retire, give Robertson the C.
I think for the
For one
price that
season.
they're going to get
Yeah.
back for Ben, which is basically nothing, that's probably what they're doing.
Also, I should say this for the record too: the Hawks better not give anybody a C next year. No one should have a C next year with Taves retired. There should be 4A's for at least one season.
Why you're paying him
Taves
$4.5
earned that. Taves earned that. Where the year after he leaves, there should be no cap. They did it for Chelios, and he didn't earn that. Might as well do it for Taves. So,
I'm
Good-
sure
good
that's
call.
what they're
kinda
going
said
to
that.
do. I'm sure that's what they're going to do. Yeah.
I don't know because I want them to do something stupid and like give an A to Bedard. It's like Kane didn't get an A until like 4 years ago. So like I don't want them to
that-
get
No,
crazy.
you don't give that right.
Don't start throwing
right
letters
away.
around. Yeah, right.
No.
No.
Well,
I heard they
why
were
don't,
played a game
why,
in the league.
Shooter, Alex.
why don't they get the C to their $4.5 million man there after the C?
Oh, okay.
There you
All right.
go.
I know. Yeah,
I'm
I know.
telling you
I know,
what,
yeah,
a
shit on the
big
half
save
the
just
season.
now by Bobrovsky. Yeah,
Well,
big save. Yeah.
I was about
Yeah,
to
a
say
couple
Vegas is sitting back right now.
Vegas is pushing.
They're buzzing.
It's a good
which is what
push,
they're
yeah.
supposed to do.
Ah,
And-
no save on that one.
Mhm.
Oh,
There it
Alec
goes.
Martinez.
There it goes. Minus 0.5 second period.
What a shot he had too. Yeah.
He's the kind of guy to score goals in game clinches.
Alex, stop.
Sorry,
stop.
John.
I know I don't need any Alec Martinez reminders. Thank you very much.
Hey,
There's a
2014
statute of
sucked.
limitations on that one.
2014 sucked for me, so I understand.
Oh, I get it.
Doc Emmerich, the Stanley Cup, Martinez. Sorry, John.
The only good thing about that is I was in Atlantic City and I got absolutely pulverized that night.
Understand.
Eichel, another assist.
Uh-oh.
There we go. 2 points, baby. Plus 200.
Marshall still gets the empty netter.
Yeah. So that's 2 points, 2 assists for Eichel. 1 point for Marcia. So
You know, I kind of needed a stop. There was no stoppage, but you could see how Vegas was tilting the ice.
Oh, yeah. Big
They
time.
were
yeah.
all over them.
They
That's
were,
when you
just
want
the
a
last
stoppage.
couple
That's
shifts,
when
yeah.
you want the
Yeah.
live
If
bet.
you're going to take anybody to score now, take Vegas player, Vegas. Florida ain't scoring at all.
Well, that's
Yes.
second period over 1.5, and both teams to score in the second period for those who have that. And Vegas is still pushing.
No, I had Vegas minus 0.5 in this period. But we'll
Well,
see
you
if
don't
I
have
get
that
the
yet.
one.
We'll get that soon, but not yet.
Well,
No.
I still say we get the over 1.5 3P. I still say that.
Well, you have more.
Petrangelo gets his first point in the series.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
wow.
been an anomaly.
Wow.
I had him for an assist too. He was plus 250 on
Tonight?
Bet365.
God.
Yeah.
Get out of your own player's way. God,
I know.
Wow.
I'm gonna
I mean,
have
this
to go.
is Florida.
third
Florida's
period.
hanging on. They need a whistle.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
This is
I gotta go third period
relentless.
over now. If not full game, because my under 6.5
Yeah.
combo is about to win.
Is not likely going to happen here. Yeah.
This makes sense.
Oh, they got an injured guy.
This is all
Broken
over
stick.
Buck
What a
This
Cross.
is unbelievable pressure.
This is
Well,
all
it's
over
Denisenko's
Buck
line
Cross.
out there. No wonder.
Yeah, they're dead. They don't know what to do. They're like way over their heads. Oh my gosh.
This looks
Yeah.
like my
Missing
students for my
pieces.
final exam.
And there it is. It had to happen. Had to happen.
Really?
Had to happen. That
Riley
eventually
Smith.
you knew that was coming. Riley Smith, 4-1.
Nice. Yeah.
Get
It's
my
all
goal. Gets my nice.
Just all over them for like 3 shifts.
There ain't
in a
no
row
sitting
now.
back
Yeah.
conservative hockey
Yeah.
there.
They were kicking at the door like the feds.
No.
That shit was crazy.
They broke
Yeah.
it down there.
Plus
Look at
275.
What's the Vegas live team total?
And there's the team total. Best bet
Yeah.
on the show today.
I was
Yeah.
gonna. I tailed you on that, Ian.
Plus
I tailed
120.
you.
It was a great price too. Yeah.
I don't
Over
even know why I
3.5.
didn't think
Yep.
about
sure.
it before you said it, but I didn't, and
Yep.
I took it. Yeah.
Look at John Stevens. Look at that reaction. John Stevens on the Vegas bench, assistant coach. He was fist pumping. Yeah, just going.
Can I
nuts.
say this?
Oh.
Bobrovsky hasn't been bad. He has no help.
Yeah.
He's
that's
making
what do you
waves.
do?
Below
No.
900.
No, this is. You should almost call this.
They've done
game.
that to every goalie, though. Every goalie they've
I know,
faced
I know.
has had a below 900 average.
You could practically call
It's
this
just
game. That's why
Vegas.
I thought it would be like 7-1. So I still say my over 1.5. What's Vegas going to do? They're going to score, right? Their fans are there. You might as well. What are you going to do? Sit and pretend? Like it's done. It's over. It might be the biggest blowout that we've seen in
Well, that's why I was
playoffs.
asking what the Vegas live
That was
team total-
Carlson that made that little flick of the
Sorry,
puck there
Daddy's babysitting.
to get it to Riley Smith.
I think the biggest
Wide
the
open.
biggest
Nice little between the
the
legs.
biggest closeout to wrap up a series was in '91 here. Well, not here. I guess that's just crossing Bloomington, Minnesota, when the Penguins beat the North Star. I think 8-1. I think that's the
That's
largest
91.
clinch. That was 91 final.
91, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, look at those rosters. And
Yeah,
you'll
we don't
see
talk about
why.
92 yet.
No.
Minnesota
Let's
should
talk about that.
never have been there in that series.
Riley Smith was so due. Like, I don't take a lot of goal props, but
That's 2-point props.
Yeah,
that
I
Cash-
stepped away and I got him at plus 500 there. Sweet.
Nice.
ka-ching,
Nice,
ka-ching.
Yeah,
We need sound
Yes.
effects.
Yeah,
we
that
do. Yeah.
that basically saved my night.
Cast sound effects.
Well, I got Vegas at
Yeah,
1.5 in the game.
add in
Was
a-
puck line full game.
Cash register button next year, Ian. Go ka-ching, 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 ka-ching.
Right.
So what do we
I've got an
here?
easy button.
There you go.
Oh,
I got
Lomber's
one of
just
those
trying to
too,
run
but-
around, hit everything in sight. He's just trying to get something in this Florida team.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's part. Yeah, is that all that's left?
Well, Florida has the puck in the Vegas zone. Drink.
Yeah, you won't be. You'll just be a little bit tipsy at the end of the
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
Not in this
Yeah,
second
shoot.
period. You're going through withdrawal in the second period.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is all over but the crying. Yeah.
You know what's going
Here
to
we
be
go
it's-
again, running
what's
around
funny?
Florida again.
You know how long the fucking lines are going to be at the concessions in the second period, or like the end of the second period,
Oh,
beginning
yeah.
of the third period.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to grab all their drinks for the rest of the third
Yo,
before
Yeah.
this thing ends
good luck.
to celebrate with. Yeah, they might
Celebration.
run out of liquor at T-Mobile tonight. Could happen.
Oh, the MGM Grand is so far away, Alex.
Yeah.
I mean, in the arena itself, but like they're on that point of like,
Yeah.
Okay, it's a Tuesday. It doesn't really matter because it's Vegas, but what the fuck's going to happen on the strip?
It's only going to
Oh,
be
it'll be a
8
zoo.
o'clock at night. You can get
Oh,
it'll be a
bombed and in
zoo.
bed by midnight.
Keep in
It's
mind,
gonna
there are
be-
many YouTube live streams of downtown Las Vegas, on the Strip, on Fremont Street.
I'm
on
about to say,
YouTube.
Fremont
Yeah.
is going to be up for grabs. Like never mind the
Downtown.
strip.
Oh, yeah.
They'll have the strip all contained.
Yeah.
Fremont
Yeah,
will
but-
be up for
Yeah.
fucking
Blocked off.
grabs. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But all the locals are very aware of how you act in
Oh,
that.
yeah.
It's going to be.
Oh yeah, locals are treating us like New Year's Eve, probably.
It's
Yeah.
going to be a
It's
cool
It's gonna,
thing.
yeah, it's
but
gonna be New Year's Eve on steroids. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Like you can actually watch live streams of Fremont and the Strip on YouTube. Yep, 24/7. Yeah. That's actually
I
probably.
think they're in for a
But you
Yeah.
know,
I think they're in for a
Charlie,
party.
No one knows
Oh,
what
yeah.
goes on behind closed doors.
Climbing the poles.
But hey, listen, I mean, and it's funny. I was telling my friend this yesterday. 'Cause she lives in Denver, and of course, they just dealt with the NBA title this year on top of the NHL last year. But I was saying there is nothing like partying in and around when your team wins the title in the city. Like
Oh, yeah,
it's
for
something
sure,
I
yeah.
yeah. If you get
Oh,
a
it's
chance to
epic.
do it,
Yeah.
it's awesome. It is.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bookmark all the YouTube links, post them on Twitter later. Then, if you want to watch the
Okay,
live
different
streams,
ones,
you
yeah.
can do that. Different, like I see the Strip, New York. I see one at BetMGM. I see one down at Bellagio. I see the Fremont Street live stream right now. Yeah.
I was on a plane coming home from Vegas when the Braves won the World Series.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I think Jorge Soler's home run ball hit my airplane, but I have no confidence.
Felt a little doink.
So I'm looking at. Let's see
God, that
here.
Circa Sports logo looks great on the crest of those Vegas home jerseys. Derek Stevens will be thrilled. That'll be all over every picture with the cup, every post-game celebration with the home goals.
I'm going to go that way. So I'm taking Vegas to score the 6th goal. And what do we got? 6 and change, 5 and change left? Yeah, I was looking at Vegas minus 1.5 for the period is paying plus 450 right now, but that's not enough time left here. So I think we'll just stick with the 6 goal score by.
It's funny. Life comes at you fast, John, when you mentioned about the Circle logo. I think about the first bet I made on the Vegas Golden Knights was their home opener, and I bet that with a local bookie that I had here in town. And now here they are, possibly, a few minutes, 20-something minutes away from winning the Stanley Cup with a Circa sportsbook patch on the jerseys. Like,
yeah, in the 6th year of the franchise, they have a casino's emblem as a patch on their jersey.
Meanwhile, the first time I bet on them, when I went to go to collect the money, it was behind a dumpster, like a few blocks from the house.
Yeah.
That was fast.
But it does put it into perspective of like how fast the entire landscape has changed with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
John, don't look at the screen.
Blazing. Yeah.
Whatever.
Why am I not looking at the screen?
Just don't. I don't know what they just showed. What I just saw. Hopefully you don't see.
Oh, yeah.
I say it. It doesn't matter. They lost.
I just try to warn you.
Another big save by Hill, though. Wow. I mean, see, these are the key saves that
I
Hill.
still have another 24 years to go. Don't worry about me.
I don't think Hill's feeling any pain today. So,
no.
Yeah, like this
I
is.
have Hills under 28.5. So
But the crowd is losing it with every chance that Vegas has. Like they're just like up and down in their chairs, up and down. Their backs going back against the chairs.
With 10 minutes left in this game, this crowd's not going to give a shit. They're just all going to be standing and screaming like.
That's why I think. That's why Vegas. I think Vegas will score a couple more just to satisfy the crowd. But maybe not. Maybe they'll just like.
This might be the first time in sports history you've seen a crowd just celebrate before the.
I think they scored a couple more goals because they're just better than Florida. This is like Big Brother picking on Little Brother.
It's starting to look again now, toying with them again in the zone now.
Possession.
They're just like, whatever. Look at how cool we are. We can score.
They're
when we
done.
want. Yeah, we can
I don't think
want.
Bears fans celebrate in the second half of 1985 the way that Vegas fans are about to celebrate this third period.
Well, actually, even the players
with the fridge.
Even the players themselves look like
it's
they're
got that feel to it. Like this thing is.
Those are good times.
McMahon. Live here now. I think we.
Oh, what are you going to do about it? Huh? What are you going to do about it, little brother? Huh? What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Huh?
You want this? You want this?
You want this? You want this? You want the puck? You want the puck? You want not going to give you the puck. No.
Oh.
4 on 5. Not getting the puck.
If it was
this needs to be put to music.
If it was socially acceptable, there'd be a case of beer on the bench right now.
Oh
like,
yeah.
If it was allowed, they'd already have
Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah, just this puck possession right now. You're right. It's just it's
Florida's got nothing here. It's just how much do they want to hurt.
That'd be cool. That'd be so cool. I love to see Jonathan Quick just back on the bench. He's just got a fucking pre-roll, just smoking on the bench.
The only thing we're missing in this game is why you hitting yourself. Why you hitting yourself? Huh? Why you hitting yourself?
Oh yeah.
Dear Lord.
Yeah, they're not even trying it.
Oh, we're serenading now. This is good.
Yeah.
It's a bit early.
No, we're not going inside. No. You
Florida's
just came
got
in.
nothing.
No, what do I care? Come on. Where do you go? Where do you go, sure?
Oh, there's another one.
Oh,
there we go.
Look, Stone's back in the Conn Smythe running, folks. That's 2 now tonight. 5-1.
And I had Stone assist. Did he get an assist yet? I had Stone assist.
I don't think so.
Like he's in the conversation.
Can't do both.
I don't know about winning it, but he's in the conversation. As you know,
I said that.
That's
Stone
a bad goal.
that's
That's one Bob's got to have. Clearly, that's right through him.
Yeah,
but
what
are you going to do? Blame him at this point when the
no, it's irrelevant.
Final stats, it's not going to look good for Bob. but he's going to be the problem.
The bottles are already popping.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The Russian escort they hired for Bob's popping them.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Are they going to let?
I like my
Marshy
Vegas
have one?
-1.5.
Yeah.
Are they going to?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm
My
just gonna
over,
say,
my over 1.5 third period ain't looking so good, but I still think it could happen. I think they got to score a couple just to make the fans happy. Like they're not going to make it boring, so let's score a couple.
well, what's going to happen when Florida stops trying?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because
How
if
many
they're not,
Right.
if
Well,
they
it's
haven't
that,
stopped,
that snowball. Yeah, it started, and you're not going to stop it.
yeah,
Yeah,
if
it's
they
just a
haven't-
matter of whether they
Yeah, if they haven't
calm
stopped
down in the
trying
third or
now,
not.
I don't know what
All the seats got empty during the second intermission, so everybody could grab 2 drinks. Like, bring your
Yeah,
kid, bring your wife. Everybody's going to rush to the bar. And if you're in line before the end of the intermission, you got to be served.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then loop back around. Here, take these.
yeah.
I have to make a
There's more
correction.
Irish handcuffs in Vegas than ever before.
I have to make a correction. It was 8-0. That was the final score for Pittsburgh over Minnesota in 1991 in Game 6. That was the biggest blowout, not just in a closeout game, but in all of Stanley Cup final game history. The second was Avalanche 8, Florida 1 in Game 2 of the 96 final.
Okay.
Oh.
In
Florida on the
Colorado.
wrong side of history in a couple of these so far.
So you don't
I wonder
think
how many
Vegas
points
will-
Lemieux had.
I wonder if Vegas wants to make history here.
Maybe.
Because
I would call this-
they could easily do that if they wanted to. Easily.
Yep.
Yeah, they could run this up to 12-1 if they wanted. It's so
91. Penguins.
I'll be right back. I just think that they're going to have to do something because Florida's got nothing. So to make the fans happy, they got to pot a couple. I still say my over one or over in the third. period.
Lemieux.
Sure.
Huh.
At least
Lemieux had a
Florida
goal and
won
3
one
assists
game
that
in
night.
the Stanley
Yes.
Cup. This is progress.
Okay, so there you go. You had a 4-point night.
Not swept this time.
Slow night.
Progress.
4-point night for who?
Lemieux.
Mario Lemieux in that 8-0 game.
Oh, in that 8-0 game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trivia question, if anybody can answer. Which player in that game scored 2 goals? Only one player for Pittsburgh scored 2 goals.
I'm
And
going to
it's
say
not Mario Lemieux.
Stevens. I'm going to say Stevens.
Any other
Don't know.
guesses?
Was that before
Of
Stevens?
course, that's the one.
Anybody else?
No.
Any guesses? No.
Yeah, no.
Is it? Wait, can I get a hint? Can I get a
Um,
hint? Or, is it a rare player? Is it?
No, not a rare player, but he was American.
He was American.
Not Leclerc. John
No,
Leclerc?
he wouldn't have been there.
Penguin. No.
No.
Penguins.
Penguin.
This was
Penguin.
90.
Oh,
Which
Penguin. Oh,
season?
sorry.
91.
Penguins.
91
90s
Penguins.
from Murphy?
90
Did Bellows play for the Penguins?
Wasn't Murphy? Murphy
did,
was
but it's not
American, wasn't
Jim Peck?
Close.
he? No, he wasn't American.
He did get a goal. He did get a goal that night.
Who am I
My
kidding?
guess is
91, I
Kevin
was
Stevens,
fucking-
but it's probably not him.
Yeah, that's what
The
I
an-
said. That's what
The
I said.
answer is
Ulf
Joe Mullen.
Danielson's not American.
Joe
Why wouldn't it just
Mullen.
Joe Mullen?
Joe Mullen had 2
Yeah.
goals. He's the only multiple goal scorer in that game.
Wow.
And that was late in his career at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was late in
Middle
his
of
career.
Yeah.
Was it middle?
Kevin
God,
Stevens
I was
would have
gonna
been my
guess
only
Bob
guess.
Harry.
Yeah, I thought it was Stevens. Yeah.
No, Stevens
Those are
had,
old files you're asking us to access.
yeah, Stevens had 2
I was
assists.
going to say that one's covered in smoke, man.
May 25th, 1991. You guys don't remember that?
I was 4.
I was like 2. So
Dude, I was fucking high as a kite in 91. Let's be honest here. That's where that was.
Cheers to that.
I was 6 years old at that time. Yeah.
I remember what you're telling me about that hockey, that playoffs, but I don't remember 91.
No, that's
I
before I even started. That's even
that-
before I started watching hockey.
No, I mean I was fully alive in 91, but the only thing I remember is that. That's what the only thing I remember. Is that.
Hang on, Shirley.
It would have to be
I
hockey.
think that's the
related.
series where Lemieux scored that epic breakaway goal with 2 guys on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the clutch and grab era, and Mary Lemieux was right in. Everybody called him a whiner.
It
but he
wasn't
was
quite
perfectly-
clutch and grab yet.
It was there. It was getting there.
Not in that
For sure.
series. And to think, Minnesota had a 2-1 lead in that series.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that
Did anybody
playoffs-
bet the
yeah.
over under? This
Was
game?
that
Yeah, I had under 6.5 time on my side. So adios.
I have Florida under
Need a
2.
miracle
And that-
now with it. Yeah.
In one of my SGPs is the under.
who was the
one.
goaltender for
How's
Minnesota?
it
there?
for you, Shermy?
Oh, in that game, that would be John Casey
guys.
and
John
probably
Casey.
Hi guys.
I'm
Look at this
two
low
of the
rider.
Yep, there's a little
Who dat?
puck.
This is Shermy.
Yeah,
This is Sherman the Basset Hound.
there it is, Shermanator.
Nice. I love that.
That's the Shermanator. Yeah.
All
We
right,
are
I'm gonna
dog sitting for another couple
Perlo.
days.
It was John Casey and Brian Hayward. They each
Brian
gave 4
Hayward.
goals in that. But Casey was the starter.
Casey was the
Yeah.
starter. Okay.
Yeah.
I was
Hayward,
like-
Hayward ended up getting exposed and got picked up at San Jose that next year.
I was thinking it was Kerry Taco, but that was late. A
No,
little
that's
later.
before that. That was
Before
90.
that,
I think it was the year
before
before
that.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, Kerry Taco, but it's Casey. Oh yeah, I'll be right back.
Hey, buddy. Eh?
And Brian Hayward parlayed that goaltending career into announcing for. Oh my God!
What a chance there. The puck apparently didn't go in, but
Ethan, how's it going?
someone,
How's it
a
going,
bench
Alex?
player got knocked into the net.
Reppin'.
How y'all doing, guys?
He's
It's a
repping the
goal.
Golden Knights.
I think they're going to call this a goal. Michael Amadio. They're going to say the puck was in.
Amadio.
It's a me, Amadio.
I had a Amadio
Yeah.
for an anytime goal scorer at 350, so I hope it is in.
I want the final tabulation of Ian's. You get a point. You get a point. You get a point. Oprah betting.
Last
for the
3
Golden
seconds.
Knights.
Oh, that'd be great.
Well,
Yeah,
Amadio
I think
got
that-
cross-checked into the net, but I
Because
think that's not
everybody's
gonna
getting
his
a
shot
point.
That should be a goal and a power play. Right?
Yes.
Is a goal.
right there. Yeah, and and he hits it right there.
Do they have
And
to
then
play
get
the
crushed
third
now.
period?
No
Yeah,
reason.
and-
Well, the goal scoring would negate the power play.
Ooh.
No mercy?
Ooh. That's
Wow.
that might get called back. Oh, sure. Stop.
And to think how much money I made last season when I bet Vegas to miss the playoffs like 5 different times. from
Yep.
December.
No, it's a goal. It's a goal because he got cross-checked
That's
into the
got to
net.
count.
And the puck was in, and Amadio got it hit the goalie because he got cross-checked into the goalie into the net. So, yeah, that's a goal. They dropped the puck, and that's the end of the period. That goal went in with 1.6 seconds left in the second period. 6-1 Vegas.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
The
a good night,
celebration
Jim
can begin,
Kite.
essentially.
Yeah.
Ethan, let's welcome him in here. Ethan,
What's up,
up?
guys?
Ethan, what's
Ethan,
going
how you
on?
feeling?
Man, it's good to see y'all again. I know it's been a while. I'm sorry. I got busy with my basketball team that I coach, so I'm really sorry about that. But
That's all right. No, we
Well,
remember you. You've been on a
guys,
bunch.
Yeah.
Having a
How
life.
dare you?
Hey, I still wanted to be
Refill
here.
time,
I
I'll
still
be
was
back.
listening. I missed the show, so but it's awesome. This is crazy how good the Golden Knights have just picked things up.
It's incredible what a healthy Golden Knights team looks like.
Yeah, it is. You don't see it too often, but
Been a while. Yeah.
Well, it's a good time for it.
Florida looks just as sad as they did in Game 4 last year. Should have gone to the strip club this time. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at least not some of the pain away, right?
Much
Remember
better,
that.
Hey, much better strip club than Vegas and Tampa. I know that for damn sure.
That's the
It'll work this time around if they've done it, you know?
You
Yeah,
know
they didn't
that.
score here. Maybe they can score there.
Maybe.
Alex knows that.
No, they couldn't even score the man advantage.
Alex knows that for damn sure. He's got like a full, solid understanding of that, no doubt about it.
More so the Vegas part of it. I've never been to Tampa, but I know what the strip clubs in Vegas are like, and they are fantastic.
The only one I ever went to was the old White Rhino.
Oh, wait,
White
White
Rhino.
Rhino or Spearmint Rhino?
Spearmint Rhino. My bad.
Okay,
That's,
okay.
that's what it is. That's what it is. I forgot the name.
Yeah, Spearmint. Yeah, Spearmint. I mean, but, you know, that's like that's like going to Chili's. Like it's gonna be like that everywhere, but it's also pretty good. You know?
Yeah. So it gets a lot better than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can get You can get a little sloppy, but you're not staying around for the later activities.
Right. And they're always great to, like, if you want to ever watch a boxing or UFC match, Spearmint Rhino, like anywhere in the country, because there's one here in Minneapolis. I haven't been to it yet, but they always do UFC and boxing for free. It's like the next big fight coming in July. Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford,
Route 60.
Do y'all consider a Jake Paul fight a big fight or no?
Yeah, by default, because boxing is dead. But
maybe Florida will change because of Florida's affinity for strip clubs. Maybe they'll change their name to the Cougars.
There you go. There you go.
Never forget there was an arena football team called the Miami Hooters with the Hooters logo on their jerseys. I think that's the greatest thing.
Oh, surprise.
In 1992.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Was that sponsored, you think?
Except most fans spelt it WHOOTER. Who are they?
Right, yeah.
What sport do they play?
Did they sell wings at the game, though? That's the real question.
Who are you? There ain't no you.
They better.
Yeah, it was all the kids who got kicked off the University of Miami pretty much were on that team. And back then, it took a lot to get kicked off the University of Miami. So
yeah, a lot. Probably still that way.
By the way, I didn't get a chance to say hi, Ethan. Welcome in, man.
Hey, thank you, man. Thank you. Good. It's good to see you again.
You had to have more than one felony, or basically get arrested on camera to get kicked off the University of Florida.
Definitely. If it wasn't multiple counts, you're fine.
Isn't it nice for hockey season to go to beyond basketball season?
Yeah. It doesn't happen to them. Even if it's just for a day.
I'm a Ranger fan. It actually does happen often because I'm also a Knicks fan. The Rangers frequently play longer than the Knicks.
Fair enough.
My father tells me
Perlo.
The Knicks were good and fun to watch.
Yeah, bud.
Inquiring minds want to know, you're wearing the shirt. Did you buy the product?
Oh, well, of course.
Nice.
Oh,
what's the review?
It's well, I wouldn't be wearing the shirt now, wouldn't I? No, it's
there you go. Okay, self-evident.
Yeah. They gave me a couple shirts. I'm going to throw it on. Why not?
Nice.
They're good. They're a good product, no doubt about it.
Yeah, Manscaped. It's solid. You know.
I think he's taking a cut. I think they're paying him.
Well, listen, you use the promo code ICE for your first order, you'll save 20% off. So.
Well, I trust him if he says it's a good product, even if it's a discount or. Yeah, you get the Ice Guys discount.
Yeah, you do, but it's well worth the full. It's well worth the full. It's a good product, no doubt about it.
Cheshire, I have to bring zingers. I have no live bets to make. I'm on Florida under 2.5 team total.
Me too.
I have nothing else I can really do here.
I'm 20 hockey minutes away from eating a 250 milligram edible and saying adios to the season. So I don't think I'm making it.
There you go.
I would bring you more, but it's June and ice doesn't last June.
Did you just say 250 mg?
He did.
Yes.
I just ate one of those earlier.
That's an available product.
Oh no, this is two of them combined. I got it in a bag in the other room. I've been waiting for it.
Oh my god!
I get 175s. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Fun.
Well, tell me.
So I just grabbed Vegas for the 8th goal, over 2 in the 3rd at plus money.
That makes sense.
And I also took Mark Stone to score the hot trick. I got him at plus 800. So I need one more goal out of Stone.
Impeccable, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Still.
I just figured
Best dressed man.
Florida's going to go through the
overtime
motions. Chances of 2 goals happening in the 3rd period are probably pretty good. So that's where I'm at.
All Vegas. Yeah, all Vegas.
Oh yeah, for sure, all Vegas. Yeah.
Any chance Lion goes in?
Who?
That's. I was actually just thinking the same thing, Rich. You might almost see Bob get pulled and see Lion in for the 3rd period.
I might as well. Yeah, might as well. No reason to have Bob just hang around.
You might as well.
That'll affect his saves prop.
You know what? I think Bob will say, no, I'm going to fight it through. I think Bob will do that.
Hey, Ray, what's going on, man?
I don't think you'll see Lion. I think Bob will say.
Who we got? There's Ray. What's going on, Ray?
There's Ray. He said
Wait,
he might
what are
be
you
driving.
mushrooms in the wild? What are you doing right
Hey,
No, he might be driving, I think.
Oh,
Hey, Ray.
Don't
I
lie
had
to
to-
him, drive.
I had to poke my head in for a little bit.
What's up? You haven't missed much. It's domination. It's not a
Just
game.
watching the Vegas Golden Knights mutilate the Florida Panthers.
That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. It's been impressive, man. How are things
I get
for
like
you?
five
This guy's been jet
5 to
setting.
7 free shirts a semester.
Yeah.
Oh
What the
yeah,
fuck are you doing, Cheshire? Are you raping fucking, or I mean, are you dating fucking college students? He gets 5 to 7 shirts a semester. What the fuck?
Cheshire Cat might be.
We need. Okay, talk for 7 years. Okay.
No,
Wants
Chester's
clarification,
too.
but you can't make a statement.
Chester's too much on the straight and narrow for that.
No, exactly.
Oh, fuck that.
So have you did you have
He's
any
the guy you
bets
find in
tonight
the
on
back
this,
corner
Ray,
of
or
the
no?
strip joint looking to get
Are
up
you
to the
asking-
front?
Cheshire
asking me?
gets free shirts.
Yeah,
He's
you-
an
bet?
Imperial sports legend.
Little
Yeah.
guy Cheshire. There you go,
He
brother.
beats up on little kids like the Vegas Golden Knights beating
I
up on the
put my
Florida
bank
Panthers.
account on Vegas tonight.
The whole thing?
A good portion.
Massey's just killing it.
Well, no wonder you're smiling then. Holy
I know.
crap.
I've had an awful season of betting in the playoffs.
Oh, really?
And
Do you know the
I,
next time you told me that you put most of your account on one thing, it's not worked out well most
and
of the time.
I'll
Right
tell
on,
you
brother.
what, it's come back, and this is what will keep me coming back next year.
There you go. Yeah.
I parlayed
Strong
Vegas
finish.
puck line, Vegas over 3.5 goals, and
Wow.
alternate goal total over 4.5.
That's
How much
pretty
you
good.
put on that?
And then
Cash,
I took
cash.
and then I took Vegas puck line straight up as well.
Yeah, wow. If anyone needs
I
a
say,
big
give
night,
me
though,
your shirt or else.
you've earned it.
Isn't it here?
Yeah.
Take this so I can have that. Oh, fuck.
And I also put Aiden Hill under 31 saves.
And that's in decent shape right now, quite honestly. Florida's not even at 20 shots yet, so you're
Yeah.
in good shape there. Tell us about tell everyone about the passport little incident, because that was scary as shit for you when you were
Oh
trying to get
yeah,
to Cabo.
So I went to Mexico 2 weekends ago, and I didn't have a passport. It got lost in the mail. I didn't have a passport 15 hours before my flight took off. They printed me one in 4 hours, and I was in Mexico.
Wow.
They came through for you.
Amazing.
Hell yeah, they did.
Yeah. Saved
That
this.
usually happens.
So I'll
saved the
accept
trip.
you refusing my demand and get in my car and go home.
Take
Oh,
the express
fuck
speed.
About time they did something for you.
No shit.
Yeah. Or anyone for that matter. About time they did something for anyone.
You're not kidding.
Yeah.
Ouch.
So it's a celebration now. We're just counting down to the celebration starts. So basically, they can start to celebrate now. This third period, the celebration started already pretty
They
much.
probably have
Even
beers
is
in the locker
celebrating the
room.
fact he has no more live shows until next season.
Yeah.
That's what the ultimate celebration is.
I'm gonna miss him.
You'll
man.
just post links to live streams of the Strip in front of the MGM, the New York, and Fremont, and he won't have to do anything live with Alex until September.
There's some
And
truth
for
to
that,
that.
he is rejoicing.
We're ready for our summer to begin. You give and give a lot here on the Ice Guys Show. 7 fucking days a week.
It's a long season.
Please, you have 18 player props for the Braves and Tigers doubleheader tomorrow, starting at 110 in America. Who the hell are you kidding that you're going to take time off and you're not going to be betting and you're not going to be doing live shows?
Nice.
Not for baseball. Not for baseball.
I'm like
There he
you,
goes,
dude.
Ray.
Free shirts.
Come on,
I'm right up that alley, man. When I worked in bars, I always get anytime a free shirt came my way, I was onto it, man. Fucking right.
No.
I've got to get my U.S. Open betting card together.
Yeah, which actually that is something I'm doing.
Yeah, that's-
You're right. Yeah. You're right about that. Yeah.
Let's do this.
Over
Coming off of
271
Ian
and a
Taylor's
half,
impressive win.
Total number of strokes for the winner.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a minute.
Ian, are we
coming
going to be
back.
able to find you on a baseball show anywhere this summer?
No, not much.
No?
With baseball. I'm going to do Jimmy's show on Club Sports Radio twice a week, every 2 Fridays, and then I got Jose with every Tuesday. That's it. That's all.
I might randomly pop up on Sports X Radio with Ken Thompson talking some UFC.
There you go. Yep.
Otherwise, I'll.
But I'll be everywhere again, and almost every day in September and beyond.
We'll be getting ready for football.
He'll be dropping his 5 dimes for CFL picks every weekend, so stay on the lookout for those. His beloved Hamilton Tiger Cats. Speaking of other cats that get declawed by the opposition, much like the Florida Panthers.
On reason.
Gentlemen.
Henri looks like he's enjoying himself. Where the fuck are you, Henri?
Nice day.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, where are you, Henri?
Hope but think of
I'm at my house.
Thundercats when I hear Tiger Cats, and I just want to go Tiger Cats. Oh.
Okay, you're at your house, but where's your house?
Oski Wee Wee.
Oregon.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, okay.
West Coast, baby.
West Coast.
Yeah.
Professor Massey.
Yep.
Yeah.
What? Huh?
Guess we graduated.
What?
Who's talking at me?
Ian, let me get your thoughts
Who
on
goes there?
Coachella, then I got to go watch it.
Thoughts on what now?
Coachella.
Coachella's done. They played earlier tonight. That game's over, I think. Coachella and Hershey.
Oh, they won?
Yeah, Hershey won.
No, for the next game.
Oh,
Double
for game
down.
4? No, you come back and you bet Coachella. Coachella's a better team. This was the spot to bet Hershey tonight because Hershey is, oh, sorry, it's not done yet. Oh, it's holy shit, it's overtime. It was 3-0 Hershey.
Damn,
if
it's 4-4
Hershey
overtime.
loses tonight, they're getting their ass swept. They're getting their ass swept if they lose.
Definitely.
Hershey.
Yeah.
That was 4-2.
Coachella Valley with 16 shots in the third period.
Wow.
To come back and down with 3 goals.
Coachella's are freaking insane. Like they're so
great. Joey Decord has been awesome for them in the playoffs. In that,
look for him and to get a nice little league minimum for a year or
and
two.
who talked about Joey Decord before anybody? Our ice guy, Jimmy Murphy.
Yep.
He was the one that pumped the tires on him a long time
Oh,
ago.
did he? Jeez,
Yes, he
I
did.
thought you would have been all over that, Alex. I thought it was going to be you. But
I liked him. I liked him too, but Jimmy was the one who called it first. He saw him going back to his days. I think he's from the Massachusetts area.
Oh, there we go.
Can we talk about how ridiculous it is that there's a hockey team called that we say is Coachella?
Yes. Yes, because they should have.
Just while we're in the intermission of a blowout, just think of how ridiculous it is that it's Coachella. And it's
Palm Springs would have been so much cooler.
Firebird.
The Palm Springs Firebirds would have been way cool.
Yeah. Coachella Valley. I mean, it's just.
Yeah.
I think of it as an EDM festival.
Just call it Palm Springs, because isn't that Palm Springs, California?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm saying right. Yeah, they should have been called the Palm Springs. Palm Springs would have been way cooler than
the Palm Springs Funny Bonos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might as well be like the Grand Rapids, whatever. Actually, Grand Rapids would even be better than that. I don't even know.
This would be like an English Premier League team just taking the name Glastonbury.
Yeah, I guess.
Glastonbury United.
Yeah, right.
Here in Alberta, it would be Mornville, which you don't know, and nor should you.
Oh, yeah, in Alberta, they already did it off the ship.
I've tripped through Murrenville a few times. Almost as fun as no way. Oh, fuck yeah, when I was driving truck, man.
I was going to say that's by accident. There's no way that's on purpose.
Oh, yeah, no. I used to do about every 3 weeks, we do a trip up north, Grand Trunk Road or north of Grand Cache, north of Grand Prairie, bringing up fucking heat exchangers and shit. So that was my year of living in the patch.
Stop off in Morinville. Anyways, sorry to get off the rails there, but that's a Canadian reference for all you Canadians out there.
That's okay for all you.
That's a
so last weekend.
So that's worth 80 cents of American opinions. Got it.
Well, hang on here. So here's one for you guys. For all you, even for Canadians who might not know it. So last weekend I was going to do the impromptu Betcast. We were down south. I was too tired coming back. Anyway, look up Frank, Alberta, and check out the Frank slide. So 110,000 tons of a fucking mountain came sliding down wiped out a fucking town back in 1910. If you drove through there today, you would think they were blasting shit out of mountains to make roads because it's everywhere. It's still fucking everywhere. It was fucking unreal. I've never been there before. It's just like, whoa. Look up a picture of this place, man. It's fucking crazy. Rich is nodding his head. Like he's been there.
What is it again? What's the
called Frank?
No, I've heard of it.
Frank, Alberta, yeah.
Okay. It's
Not to
fucking
be
deadly,
confused
man.
with the doctor whose office is in Paramus. Don't make that confusion. Don't make that mistake. Frank Alberta is the place. Frank Alberta MD is a person who practices in Paramus.
Yeah, so it's Frank, Alberta. But take a look at the pictures, man. It's fucking unreal. Like this slide, we were there. The mountain has got to be at least 500 meters from the road. So for you Americans, I don't know, it's what, 1,000 feet, 1,200 feet, something like that. The debris is almost a fucking kilometer away from the mountain. That's how far this fucker went.
It looks pretty crazy. I'm looking at it right now.
There's a little bit of Canadiana for you.
And then the town just kept on going regardless. They said, "Oh, we'll leave the rocks there, and we'll just keep going."
So
well, I guess so. I mean, the place has never had more than 1,000 people live there at any one time in history, according to this Wikipedia.
Yeah,
so.
it's got. I think right now it's 770 people that live there. It's a small little town. It's a hole in the wall. But
the 2021 census is 147, which is a 28% increase from the year before, from the last census before.
It wouldn't surprise me, man. It's not a big. It's a village, right? It's a small town. It really is.
It doesn't even have a traffic light.
No, there's no traffic.
I don't think it does.
And if they did, it was right down the slide.
Have they? Oh, they do have a traffic light there now.
Oh yeah, there's a couple. There's a couple there, not many, but there's a couple.
Just looking at the cutout, it looks about as big as like literally the neighborhood, like downtown and lower town St. Paul where I live. That looks like about the same.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 6-1 Vegas, by the way. So,
yeah, it's not much.
My older
big, basically.
When you see the pictures of the damage and how far out the debris went, it's fucking wild, crazy. So, but
you know it's a blowout.
Third period has started for anybody who cares about the game still.
You know it's a blowout when you know it's a blowout when you're talking about Frank, Alberta, in the third period.
Yeah, we dug deep into that one.
They're talking about podunk towns in Alberta. You know the game's totally over. Yeah,
it's pretty much over. Yeah,
and let me tell you, when
Merrill Butter's got more cows than there are people in Frank, Alberta.
Yeah. There had to have been 100 people in the park in the morning, and everybody knew everybody. I didn't know a fucking soul. Just they're looking at me like, "Who the fuck are you? You do not live here."
Right, because they're all related.
Yeah, you look like an alien in that place. Yep.
I believe it.
Yeah, we got the buck drops.
Yeah,
we're about a minute into the third period.
So, all right. So, back to hockey for a quick second. Before the final started, Bobrovsky had some really good trade equity, right? Like Florida probably could have got rid of him, maybe held $3 million, maybe $4 million of his salary, and they would have been able to get away from Bob. With the blowout, because it has been a blowout for the series. Does Bob have any equity left that Florida can get rid of him?
Yes, they will fleece some team. They will fleece some team that's a mid-range playoff.
His value's gone up.
Calgary, or like not Calgary, but
Toronto or Edmonton.
Toronto or Carolina. Carolina.
He can go to the fucking Rangers, and you can fucking bite on
Carolina will empty their farm to get a number one goalie. Like
but not Bobrovsky.
It'll be a dumb move. I'm not saying it's a good move. I'm saying whichever team takes him, there will be teams to take him. It will be a dumb move. It'll be like a St. Louis
Flyers.
Okay.
I still think St. Louis is live to flip Bennington because they both need change of scenery. Carolina will overpay for a number one goalie. Toronto will overpay and overwork until the trade for a number one goalie.
Toronto can't afford to overpay, dude.
Yeah, at this point they probably won't. So it'll more likely be Carolina. I think Carolina might be the front runner.
No, Carolina won't do that. There's no way. I don't think so.
They shouldn't.
Edmonton want a goalie?
They shouldn't, but
they shouldn't do it.
They haven't shown to
Oh,
pay a goaltender like that yet. So why
I know,
would
right?
they?
And that's and
No,
then
they
and
won't.
that, so now here's the
I-
thing. Yeah, we've been middling and we've been nickeling and diming all these goaltenders. Now we need a goaltender. Let's go get this guy.
They'll get Hellebuck.
Ice
if they're gonna
Suck
do
says
that.
Big
From-
Bob to
from
the
Buffalo?
Sabres, so I don't
They're gonna
think
get Hellebuck from Buffalo.
Kevin Adams
Or-
isn't that stupid.
Or you
Hellebuck
know
from-
who else they could get? And then-
Oh yeah. I know who they could get. Yeah.
Yeah, you know who
And
they
get
could
out and
get.
get knocked out in the first round of the playoffs or second round
No,
of the playoffs.
not a chance.
Probably
You know,
not.
If any
I know
goalie,
one
The
thing.
guy who
If
won't
any
even
goalie-
he won't even go into the playoffs as a starter. Yeah, I know you're talking.
I know one thing. If they get him, Marbette is done. You're gonna have to make the shirt if they get him.
Okay.
For
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
Well, Cheshire,
All
what
right.
the hell are you talking about? So
Oh God.
we're
It's that
assuming
time of night.
did Bob stay? Did Bob stay in?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so
I
I
don't know.
need two. We need two more shots for the over on the shots prop.
I need Vegas to score the next
It was-
goal.
I do too.
I just need.
Yeah.
I just
Who else?
need one. I need one more goal.
I need 2 goals.
Yeah,
in the
another Vegas.
period,
I need
and
another Vegas goal too.
Oh no, I need
Yeah,
one more
Scott's
goal by
not
Vegas.
safe.
Minus 1.5 third period. Vegas.
To,
Yeah, I'm about
Matthew
to
Green,
hit
yes.
Vegas
Over
next goal
one
soon.
and a half.
Want to get plus money.
Yeah, just for
Yeah, I got it plus 100. I mean,
I don't know.
if you're gonna bet someone
Matt Green
next
just-
goal, yeah, I've got more faith in Vegas still. Although Florida's
Oh.
like kind of had the puck more in the third, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm
actually
looking at
done
right
a
now.
ton with it.
I think they're going to get
Florida.
it.
Florida to not score a goal. I mean, but
Yeah,
that's
I
not
think
guaranteed.
Florida's
So
gonna
Matt
score
Green
a
just
shit
asked a
goal.
question. Matt, I don't know about Quick, but I do know that Phil Kessel will get his name on the cup because he played all 82 games.
Yeah.
But
Of course he will. Yeah.
to get your name on the cup. So Matt Green asked, "Will Quick get his name on the cup?" You either have to play all games in a series in a season, or you have to play at least one game in the final. I don't think Quick's
I don't
done
think he'll-
either,
Yeah, I don't
Really?
think Quick's gonna. Yeah, I don't think
He
he's gonna
might
get
not.
it. He'll,
right?
Yeah.
I don't think.
No, he
I don't think he qualifies
No.
No. He'll
because
get
they
a
were talking
ring.
about that today. That
He won't get a name
Kessel
on
will get his name on the cup. Kessel will be a 3-time Stanley
Right.
Cup winner.
Correct.
Well, no,
Because
that
he's
Quick will
played
be a
all
3-time
82
winner
games.
too, but he won't get his name on the cup.
No, but,
Yeah.
that,
Quick
but
will,
that's the
Quick will get it.
difference, right?
Quick will get a ring.
Yeah, but
I was
He'll
thinking
still-
last night
he'll
about
still
what
get
are
a
those
ring.
rings going to look like?
they'll be
Vegas Stanley
fantastic.
Cup rings.
Oh, there'll be a Vegas
Hideous.
ring.
They're gonna be hideous.
They're going to be gold, I'll tell you that.
But for the,
Yeah,
for
right.
your name
It's gonna be. Yeah.
on the cup,
They
right?
will be
Kessel will be a
gauche.
3-time engraver. Like, right?
Right,
His name will show up in the cup 3 times.
Yeah.
Right? And for a guy, for a fat little fuck who doesn't seem to like the game much, he fucking sure has
He's
been
the
lucky.
Iron
over his
Man.
fucking-
You know,
Yeah,
that's the
exactly,
thing. All
right.
these guys who worked their asses off, and hit the weight room, got on the bikes all the time, and here's this guy eating hot dogs. He said, "Fuck, I'm playing 1,000 straight and winning for sure."
Right?
He
Yeah,
just
well,
knows
that-
what his body needs. That's all.
How about
Oh, there's a broken stick.
If they had been healthy this year, he doesn't keep his streak, I don't think.
that?
It was
Right.
due to injuries that he got to get through the regular season. Because, yeah, he's not cracking this
I
up.
don't. Yeah, but Cassidy likes him, right? Because he at least shows up to play. He might not look like it, but he shows up to play, right?
There's just better
likes that in his
pieces.
players.
No,
Well,
here's-
this is
is
still
his
not
last.
good defensively. He's not great away from the puck, and you can't have that in the
Yeah.
playoffs. You can't.
And that's where you're going to put him is in those third and
He's not a
fourth.
great
And
skater. So that's what made him a
Yeah.
healthy scratch essentially. And they're so deep up front. There's no room for him. There's
Yeah,
better
exactly.
players. There's 16 better
Yeah,
forwards
some
than
three.
Phil. 12 better forwards than Phil Kessel.
It's still
Oh,
OT
for
in
sure,
the
right?
Plus minuses.
the Calder Cup game. Anybody won 4-4. It's like 6 minutes left in OT.
That's the game
Damn,
we should be
still,
watching.
Yeah, for those of us who could watch it, it's not even being broadcast here.
No, you gotta pay for it, which
Yeah, figures.
or go.
Oh,
go
Hershey
to
just won.
Russia.
Hershey
Oh, yeah?
just won 5-4 in overtime. So they're 2-1 in the series now. Although I'd still
Still
bet
alive.
Coachella Valley next game.
I probably will go. I probably bet Coachella Valley next game.
I know it's on the road, and the home team's won every game. But this is the game I expected them to lose. The West Coast to East Coast travel for Game 3.
Well, that team's too stacked. They win the next two.
Yeah.
It was probably the best that Hershey could give, and they just barely won, just
And
like
they blew
Florida.
a lead. They were up 3-1, and they
That's right.
ended up going to
They were up
overtime.
4-2 in the third and gave up the
4-2.
equalizer with 50 seconds left in the third period.
Yeah. It's Coachella's series, in my opinion. They're going to win it. Just a
That's
question of
just winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
And how
gonna
much
try.
tickets for those Coachella games?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, Alex,
Does
Oh,
Lady
they serve
Gaga sing an
how
intermission?
excited are you to get Bedard or Connor Bedard?
Oh, stoked. I mean,
I never got to see your reaction. I must have missed it.
Oh, you didn't?
Oh, you should have
it's
seen it on
online.
Hammerhead.
I need to go look.
Yeah. Just I don't even know what that's look. I'll put it on Twitter.
Okay.
I'll send it to you on Twitter. But yeah, that was a whole thing. with
Okay.
that. My initial reaction.
Okay,
Proud as
check it out. But yeah, I figured you were pretty excited. You were the first person I
Yes.
thought of, bro.
Absolutely.
That's gonna be awesome. And didn't you like predict something similar to that, like pretty far back a couple months ago?
I did probably say that the Hawks are going to get him. Yeah, in the middle of the year. I kind of felt that the whole way through. But,
yeah, you were pretty
It's kind of
solid.
more
on
like
that.
it was more like a prayer, Alex. Let's be honest. You were praying
yeah.
for him.
Oh yes, for sure.
Let's
Yes.
be honest.
Yes. Because we were winning too many games at one point. It did not look good. But
Bro, winning just enough game.
That's okay.
Plenty-
That's okay.
plenty of-
That's awesome. I'll definitely go check that out.
After Huska got named the coach here in Calgary, they were lamenting the fact, well, if they'd beat fucking Chicago 3 times, they'd have made the playoffs. Really? That's where you're basing your hopes on. Like, fuck me,
Yeah.
the team played like, yeah. Give me a.
Well, you should. They shot at Mrazek and Soderblom the same as they shot at. It didn't matter.
Right.
It was the same. It was right in
Calgary
the
Sternums.
midsection. So
Ian
Yeah,
called it,
the old
Calgary
Sternums, yeah.
Sternums.
didn't matter. Didn't matter who it was.
That shirt needs to exist.
that's the shirt. Yeah, there's a couple of shirts that people have been requesting, and that's one of them that's in rotation. The Calgary Sternums, and then of course We Want Florida, which I think everybody's got a We Want Florida that shirt.
Yeah. That was.
But
funny.
the Calgary Sternums, we might do that one this summer. So.
Oh, definitely. And you let me know when that one goes up,
Okay.
because I'll be buying
We will.
a couple of them. I'll buy a couple of them. I'll wear them around town. Fuck, that'll be a great old day.
Dude, if y'all start making hockey shirts, we'll buy all of it for sure, bro.
We got the logos and everything up now at Ice Guys.
Oh, what a save!
I
Aiden
did
Hill.
get it.
Why don't you just put an exclamation point on the whole season and the whole night right there?
Was that?
Oh,
So he's got the
there's a
Conn
big save. Yeah.
Yep.
Big
No, he
save.
doesn't. He's not getting.
What's
the
your
call.
timestamp, Ian?
What timestamp?
Like the time of the game?
Oh, how much is 14 and change? I didn't.
Yeah, I got 14 and change, Rich.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? I got 1350 something. I'm ahead of you guys now?
That's what I'm 13.
Yeah, you are ahead of
I
us
got ahead of
now.
you. That's crazy.
Oh, you know
Hang on
what?
here, I'll
What's
tell
going on
you.
here?
Yeah. hang
Sometimes
on
with the
here. What do we got?
IPTV too, it does
Okay,
like
no.
once in a while it'll freeze for a few
Sorry,
seconds.
sorry.
And
I
it knocks
got
you back.
13.
Yes,
I got
yes.
1330.
Yeah.
I got 1330 here now. So my
Yeah.
bad.
I got 35, close enough.
Let's go, Vegas goal. Come on.
I got 13.25 at the
Right.
moment.
Need one
Having a
one
golden
Vegas.
night.
It's one issue with the
Vegas.
Betcast.
Oh, here we go.
Everyone's
Here
on
we go.
different
Here we go.
It's
Yes.
over.
I need
Oh,
I need
You're
a
not
Vegas
trying
goal
to,
and I
I
need
bet.
Stone.
Oh, stop, Aiden Hill! Stop already! Are you kidding me?
Woo!
Wow!
Big save.
yeah.
Big
Woo.
save.
Hill's playing for the cheese now. He's playing for the
Just
cheese.
stop, man! Holy shit!
Hill's
Hey,
playing
Ian,
with the Conn
What are the
Smythe.
updated MVP odds here?
He's
He
playing
wants
for
his
the-
name in the discussion. Yeah.
He's playing
Yeah.
for the cheese. Unrestricted free
Fucking Stone
agent.
was looking
Let me
for
give
that.
you some
Oh,
of
yeah.
this shit
Flashing
right
leather.
Change.
Let me give you some of this shit right here.
Oh, yeah.
Might as
So
well
where does
make a
Aiden
little-
Hill play next year?
Who
Oh, I
wants
think-
me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
think-
the
I
Aiden
think-
Hill
Yeah,
game.
he's gonna
You
get
don't
a
think I
fucking
can't
raise.
help you? Any one fucking team out there? That's what he's saying.
Aiden Hill, Chicago
That's what
Blackhawks.
he's saying.
I hope.
If they win,
Trust
Yeah.
me. Trust me,
I
John.
agree. Was that Massey that
Every
said
time
that?
I watch him, I get sick that I didn't get his dad Cal's number
Yeah.
because I'd be blowing him right now. Like, congrats, got to bring him to Chicago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
right.
do. But he's not as good as he's shown. Yeah, I think Massey's right. That's
Oh
exactly-
no, I agree. Yeah, no, he played out of his mind.
Another big stop. Holy shit.
But Chicago
Alex-
can afford to overpay him, and they need a
Well,
goal.
the Aiden Hill-
Comesso and Hill as a 1A 1B in a couple of years. I'm all in for that.
Oh,
you know where to be
Bedard
next
with
year when
Bedard in
Vegas
year
is
3 or
playing them.
4 by then. Yeah.
Hell yeah, count me in for that. Aiden Hill's not going to the Bruins.
No.
He's going somewhere where he can start.
He needs money now.
Joe
Yeah,
Evans
he's gonna get
here.
paid.
Oh, look at
He's
that
gonna
right
start.
there, brother.
He's going to get paid and start. Yeah, for
Why is
sure.
it not
And
the
you
opposite?
know who might make some moves? You know who might make some moves and clear some space and throw a bag at him? Colorado.
Nah. Yeah, it won't be enough money. They don't have enough
Colorado.
money.
They'll figure it out.
Chicago
would be perfect.
Chicago can outbid them.
San Jose.
Yes,
Yeah,
It's even crazier when you factor in what if Brosant doesn't get hurt and Hill doesn't even start.
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
there's a
And he's about to cash in.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. And what if Logan Thompson was good to go? Hill wouldn't have even gotten this opportunity.
Well, we wouldn't be talking about any of this because we'd be talking about Dallas winning the Stanley Cup, which would have been a lot nicer.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. I agree with you. Wow, Alex and I agree on a goaltender.
Bound to happen at some point.
It had to happen. Yeah.
No, we agree on lots of things.
No,
It's
we do. Yeah, we
It's
do.
just a couple things. We just belabor the fact that we disagree a lot. That's
Right.
Come on, boys. What time we got? 8:30. All right. 11:48 left. We just need one fucking biggest goal. Fuck me. Just make it and make everybody happy.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, you want one goal? All right.
To
He's got
anyone
them to
that
get one
doesn't
more,
know
like
me,
a
I've roasted the
goal
fuck
thing.
out of Phil Kessel for years. It's out of love now, but I was really confused about his Coyotes roster picture. Okay. Yeah, I'm with you, Cheshire. I fucking ever since they brought him to Toronto and then after he left Toronto, I roasted him for years. Even when he went to Pittsburgh, I'm like, so he's riding Sydney's coattails. Oh, there we go.
There we
Vegas
go.
goal.
Oh, there it is. There's your Vegas
Yeah.
goal.
They got one? I must be behind you.
Close shave
Ask and
ball.
you shall
There it is.
receive.
What
Ivan
scored it?
Barbashev. There's a Barbashev
go.
And
point for me.
guess who hit it one more time at plus 125?
You better do it again?
Over 1.5 third period.
Next goal.
Team total
Yes,
Vegas.
I doubled up on it.
That was a good one. And by the way, didn't I say it was going to be 7-1? Didn't I say it was going to be 7-1?
did.
Well, you guys, I should have put that exact score in there.
You should have.
Well, I
By the
grabbed
way,
him at,
Ian,
I grabbed
That would have
Vegas,
been pricey.
Barbashev's the goal. Who else has got points on this one?
Eichel.
Eichel!
Right?
He's
Over
still not
1.5
winning the Conn
points.
Smythe Perlo.
Yes, he is.
All right, so now
He's got
Vegas
a much chance to win the Conn
is
Smythe
two
than Chris
Vegas
Stevens
is
with
two
the Vezina.
goals away. Vegas is 2 goals away right now from having the record for the largest margin of a victory.
Right.
Okay, so let's.
Any
So-
Stanley Cup final game.
Do you think Vegas wants that? I believe they do.
I don't know,
Let's
maybe.
double
It's
down.
They might not even know.
Vegas is gonna double
There's a
down.
Florida,
Oh,
goal.
Florida. With
Sam
Reinhart.
Reinhart.
Reinhart snaps
Never
one.
mind.
I had
Never mind.
Reinhart.
Now,
Who is
Wow,
it?
Reinhardt from the depths.
Reinhart.
Reinhardt?
That was Reinhart.
What did I have for
Come on, don't give
Florida?
me a shit.
Fired a
78
flutter ball
game.
shot, and it rose. It was a rising
Okay.
shot on an
Because
edge.
Florida was stupid enough to score, Vegas will score 2 more. Let's double down on it for sure. If you're going to do that, screw it.
Hey, I'm down.
Yeah,
I'm down.
exactly.
I'm doing it.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll throw
Vegas
a little.
over-
I'll throw a little piece in there. A little piece.
Yeah.
Let's do
No,
it. Because if
hang
you're going
on
to
though,
score
Pearl.
us now,
If-
screw you. We're going to.
If Mark Stone
What's that?
scores another goal, that gives him a hat trick. Doesn't that put him
Okay.
above Eichel in consideration for the Conn Smythe then?
Yeah,
He's already above
Technically.
Eichel.
He's playing with a broken back.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
you should get
broken
it.
back, broken neck.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'll
it is,
tell
I
you-
don't know what it is.
Wait a
It's
sec.
final.
There's no way in hell Stone is going to allow that to happen. I'm telling you.
We've
Eichel
got
is
someone that,
getting-
well, I know him a little bit.
Eichel is
Alex
getting-
knows him a lot more. Look who's here.
Oh, hey, what's going on, Zach?
Nice.
What's up,
Come on,
guys?
Zach. What's going
Thanks
on,
for
buddy?
having me.
Nice.
How's it
Yeah,
going,
yeah.
guys?
Good to see you, Zach. I
Good.
said,
You,
I'll
buddy?
throw the link to you. See if you're around.
Yeah,
It's our last
glad to see
bet
you
cat. We
checked
now
in for
know
us.
it's the last game and the last betcast. So we said we'll get
Yeah,
Zach
I
on
know.
from Hammer Network here.
Wish this one could have gone a little bit at least more exciting. I still wanted Vegas to win and close this one out, but at least more of a game. But is what it is.
Yeah,
I I'm making lots of money, so this is fine.
Yeah, we've all been crushing it live so far.
Got it.
Well, I'll take it.
No, the
As
main
it
bets
stands right.
were great. The first period over and the Vegas team total over. Nice.
Is
to
that
get
Bennett assist too? Did I hit
Who's
that
laughing
too?
now, John? You want to come after me now? All the point props.
I was
bet
trying
we're
to get
catching
you-
all of them here.
Bruh.
Go.
Opa!
I was giving you the credit as they scored the 7th goal. I'm like, how many of these are going to actually score? And I said it was a wise play. I said at the very beginning, I said I only make fun of you because I very much agree with what you're doing here. Because I wouldn't be surprised if Vegas.
That's a little backpedal if I've ever heard
it. Are you kidding me? I can almost hear the wheels turning the other way there. I don't know about that, buddy.
So
I was just gonna add right now, Alec Martinez has the winning goal.
Okay.
So you're adding that.
Who said that?
So Vegas going to pot 2 more. What do we got on that? What did you get on that?
Oh, Marchessault just got robbed by Bobrovsky.
I mean, I see plus 162, plus 160 for next goal. Might as well just I mean, at this point, throw a beer on it.
Yeah.
Speaking of throwing a beer, cheers everyone.
Oh yeah,
our
cheers.
Final game and our final Betcast. An incredible season. Yeah. Incredible season. Alex working 2 networks with Zach over on Hammer Network, the Ice Guys with us. I mean, he's a busy guy.
I also missed my alarm for both shows within the last week.
Double header.
Zach Phillips rivals me for the amount of time spent on YouTube, though. He's got like a thing going on between the Leafs stuff that he does, Leafs Insider, and producing for Hammer Network, appearing on camera sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Zach,
a few different
I've got
shows
a couple of your
going
shows,
Just
man.
a few,
I really like your stuff, man. I really like the show in the mornings. You come on right after my Leafs boys, Nick Alberga and Jay Rosehill. Shout out to the Leafs Network.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. And Rico, I see Rico in the chat all the time. So
yeah, buddy, I'm a diehard after the Leafs games, man. I'm on the chat with Zach. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Just dealing with people going nuts one way or the other. So
oh yeah,
awesome.
we are so Jekyll and Hyde, it's unreal. That's the way we are. That's the way we roll.
Leafs post game radio had to sound like Bears post game radio in the '90s. Like that was just, I just remember being a kid to be like these people are nuts. Like Bears fans are insane.
Pretty much,
Like that's pretty much how Leafs radio has to be after a game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Is it really surprising that the Leafs are schizophrenic, though? Is anybody surprised by this? It's not like they've been that their entire history.
That's true.
Yeah. I don't think who you're listening to after a game on a show is a really good example of what it is.
You're right.
It's
for the most part.
For as bad as it is for the Leafs now, it's not as bad as the Ballard era. I'm convinced the Ballard era was even worse. There was more losing.
Oh, for sure.
It was more of a shit show.
No, but when they fired Dubas, you should have seen the people online. They're like, oh, here we go, Ballard era again. Like, guys, we just got rid of a GM here. Like, this is a minor detail here.
Make the playoffs.
Guys falling, Zach.
Never
Guys falling. Stop.
We're not trading.
We're not allowed to be. Bettors are rational. Fans are not rational. By nature, fans are short for fanatics. Fanatics are not rational human beings.
It would be like me hearing someone in their late 20s as a Hawks fan going, "Oh, it's the Warts era all again." I would slap the shit out of them. Like, you don't even know what the Warts era was like. Don't even start.
By the way, this is why I hate Vegas. 6 years of franchise, and they're going to be like fucking Patriot fans. They've never known losing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, we missed the playoff 1 year out of 6.
Yeah.
I've got a call for a Stanley Cup championship in 1994.
Oh my God!
And it will.
Again.
I'll be dead before the Rangers win again.
Florida scores again.
Florida just scored, eh?
Florida did. It was
no.
Petrangelo doesn't think it went in, but I'm pretty damn sure it did.
I might hit my Florida.
You know what?
Hit my Florida props here now. Or maybe it didn't.
Let's see.
It went off Petrangelo.
Yeah, that was in. That was in.
Off Petrangelo's stick.
All
right.
Yeah.
There goes those beer bets.
By the way, this is losing bets in garbage time.
Yeah.
Yes. Enough.
That's why live betting in a 7-1 game is tricky. We're now 7-3. Yeah.
I did half my unit, so it's all right.
I did double down for the hell of it because why not? I mean, it could.
I like your style, brother. I like it.
Why not? I mean, it's been a great year for the playoffs for me, or for the NHL for me. So you might as well just throw it out there for
UNLV 7, Florida Atlantic 3.
Or you could do
We
Raiders
have-
7, Dolphins 3. Take your pick.
We got Isaac saying
I'm a
the
Jets
Pats are
fan.
gonna
We don't know
score
what's
4
like to
more
score
goals.
touchdowns, so not
Sounds
realistic
like
for us
he's
to
in
have
the
seven.
gummies already.
Yeah. You don't think old man Rogers will get that done? Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah, no
Jet
deal.
fans with optimism. Sorry, I'm getting away. Well, Jets are a name of a hockey team too that don't score. So, so Jets optimism. The last time the Jets had optimism was 1999, and Vinny Testaverde tore his Achilles in Week 1, and Tom Tupa came in at quarterback.
Yeah. He threw two
So I don't want to
touchdowns
hear
in
about the
that game, though.
optimism or the Jets doing anything. Though I do have them at
Vinny
30-1 to win the Super Bowl before Aaron Rodgers scored. So you know what? If they want to do this for me, by all means, make up for it. I have the Jets and the Lions at 30-1.
Who, Vinny Testicle?
As I said, to be fair, Tom Tupa, who was a top quarterback at Ohio State back, and they did score 2 touchdowns in that game.
And you know what? Time keeps on ticking, but it remains the same. They still lost to the Patriots in that game.
Yes, they did.
Yep.
All right, I got a question for you guys here. How quickly does Bill Foley try to grab this cup?
Oh. I think he waits. I don't think he's going to do that.
Yeah.
How much money did he make for betting on Vegas to win the Stanley Cup in year 6?
That's true. He could have.
Yeah, right.
I'm sure
Hey, he
did.
projected a Stanley Cup for this franchise in the first 6 years. He said by year 6 it'll happen.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Give
saying.
him credit. Yeah.
And then he went ahead and found the most incredible analytic people you could ever find and paid him a shitload of money.
Bobrovsky
tons.
pulled from the net with 6:40 to go. So extra attacker for Florida.
They give it.
Hey,
wow.
And now everything's lost. So there we
I
go.
didn't even see that coming.
No.
And I went so we can get the -1.5 2 times. Hey, let's do it.
Yep.
They'll put him back.
Everything locked up for me. So
They'll put him back in.
Well, but isn't Florida up in this period 2-1?
Yeah.
Wow,
they
Vegas
pulled-
close. Yep.
Isn't Florida up in this period 2-1?
Yeah.
yes,
No, but I had -1.5 team total Vegas, which they already hit, didn't they? Yeah,
Oh.
they already hit it. Yeah, they already hit it. So.
Get in. Get in.
Wide and an icing.
See, that was
Come on,
unexpected.
Aiden Hill. Take care of that con spike with an
goalie
empty
this
netter.
early,
Let's
but
go.
I guess you should have
Yeah.
We
expected.
joked
Did
about
I
it
say-
earlier.
Did I say minus over 1.5 team total? Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
yeah, you did say
I'm
minus.
the only,
That
I'm
was-
the only sober one here, and I can't even figure it out.
Fuck, I don't know who did. That was Stone dinged it off the post. All right, I need a Stone goal. Need a Michael Stone goal.
Eat more fiber, though.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Get in. Fuck.
This is Mark Stone just made an attempt at the empty net and just missed.
What did you
I
get
got
the hat trick at? What are your odds on it?
I got Stone at plus 800 for the hat trick.
Damn. You're
Plus-
right there.
Plus 800 in game. That was a live bet.
Wow. You're right there, bro.
Great price, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm
But
pulling
he's been
for
all
it.
over, right? He's been all around it, and here's where my Leafs luck kicks in.
Yeah.
The 4-goal
Here we
game,
go.
you
Here we
know,
go. Here we go.
Just got it for you, Goose.
bam,
Stone got it.
bam.
Nice.
Stone the hat trick.
Hat trick.
There he is, Bill Foley.
There we
Gosh,
go.
He's getting older. I remember he was a lot.
There we go.
I'm very disappointed
Over
that
the
wasn't a
last 6
Nicholas
years.
Roy goal with the empty net
There we
with,
go.
with a 4-goal deficit. That needed to be for the Roy Waugh parallelism.
All right. There we go.
And to think it's
All right,
only
drinks are on Goose tonight.
19 to 2 o'clock in
Yep.
Vegas.
Yup.
Hey, finally,
What was my-
fans are throwing stuff on the ice and it's actually acceptable. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to tell you something.
That's
really
a shout
funny
out to
here.
Dallas. Shout out to Florida, by the way. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something really funny here. You check it out for me. My
I don't
prop on
believe that will be
Stone.
funny. Continue.
My prop on Stone was over 1 assist.
And he has. He's had one. Oh, he's only had one,
Over
hasn't he?
0.5.
Oh, shit.
Only
I
had
think I pushed
Oh, yeah,
that.
did have one.
3 goals.
Oh, okay,
He
gotcha.
did have
Gotcha,
one.
gotcha.
Okay, good.
3 goals and an assist.
I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't check it. I just wanted to say that if it wasn't one, that would be hilarious. If you
Yeah.
took Stone
Oh,
over 0.5.
We got a Hall reback.
and he didn't go.
So if that Hershey
Gotta-
win, that Hershey
I don't
win,
know. Got to research the humor.
you got to fade Hershey next game then.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah, Hershey.
Yeah, we'll be on
Yeah.
Coachella Valley. No,
Yeah,
we're
we'll
on
be-
Coachella Valley game
Yeah.
4. Yeah.
That'll probably be,
probably in regulation too.
Yeah.
I took
Yeah.
Coachella in regulation when they beat when they won 4-0
Calgary.
yeah.
Yeah, Calgary is the best team in the A this year. So
Yeah.
for them to beat them shows they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so-
Should
that'll
be like
probably
plus
be my
150, plus 170.
that'll probably
now
be
the-
my largest AHL bet of the
See,
year.
Zach, we've moved on to AHL betting now. This NHL season's
Yeah,
over.
I
We
mean-
still got the Calder Cup to bet here coming up.
You know, in a more general parallelism, though, there's not that great of a difference between Vegas, a number 1 seed in the West, and Denver, a number 1 seed in the West. That like they were number 1 seeds that nobody really believed in, and Winnipeg was the trendy upset pick in the first round that's going to knock off Vegas.
Yep.
And yeah, exactly. And now they're up 8-3 in Game 5, Stanley Cup Final.
Well, let's face it, we all left. We didn't take Vegas because we were worried about the goaltending. That's the only reason why you weren't taking Vegas.
Ian,
The
did you
only
get those
series I
photos
really
when we were
went
at
against
Vegas?
Vegas was against Dallas. Like, I liked Vegas against Edmonton. Vegas was very good for me against Edmonton.
Yeah, I was at the
The only-
Vegas Edmonton game.
Yeah.
They were electric.
I honestly thought that Hellebuck would give Winnipeg the little bit of the edge in the series, but
I did too. Oh, I did too at the beginning. Yeah.
yeah, but overall as a team, Vegas is way deeper than Winnipeg, way deeper than fucking Edmonton. Let's be honest.
But Vegas
right?
wasn't
Nope.
yet. Vegas got healthier as the playoffs went on.
Right.
They were
Yeah.
just
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right, John.
like they looked
Oh yeah, you're absolutely
slow
right, buddy.
early in the playoffs. You
Yeah.
watch some of
Yeah.
their rushes against Edmonton; they looked like they were skating in quicksand.
If that
But they still-
first two series were flipped around and Vegas drew
Edmonton
Vegas,
first.
let's say they beat Edmonton and then drew Winnipeg second round, I'd have been all over Vegas. But Goose, I'm with you. I thought Hellebuck was the X factor in a round 1 series.
Yeah.
Between those two teams.
It turned
And
out.
they
That's
still
why-
get traded to.
against Winnipeg. So then you still have no idea what's going to happen, and that
Yeah.
brought people back to the Winnipeg narrative that Hellebuck would outplay them, and not that the rest of the players on Vegas were just deeper than Winnipeg. And if not,
Well,
You
it
guys-
wasn't so
at
much.
least defensive pairings, Vegas is deeper than Winnipeg.
It wasn't so much that
Team
Hellebuck
dysfunction.
would outplay them. Hellebuck had to outplay them. That was the only way Winnipeg was going to win.
Yeah.
Right? Let's
Especially
be
after
honest.
his injury.
Right? So it's semantics, like it really is, right? One way or the other.
It's
I
semantics.
had-
Oh,
It's
I
semantics with
had Vegas in that series quite a bit because I was off of Winnipeg after the All-Star break, if you remember. So I wasn't going to go back on them in the playoffs. I had Vegas on that one.
I think you can start engraving those names on the cup for Vegas now.
Yeah, I don't think you have to
Damn
win.
straight.
Yeah.
Ian,
Damn
are you
straight,
cashing
Skippy.
that plus 900 Conn Smythe?
What was that?
Are you going to cash that ticket for that Marchessault Conn Smythe?
Well, I sure hope so.
Eichel,
And now, fuck off with Eichel, Perlo.
Eichel's a man. He's on the
scored a
cover of
hat
Sports
trick.
Illustrated next year.
Stone just scored the hat trick.
yeah,
Stone passed Eichel.
Whatever, dude.
yeah, I don't care. It's still Eichel. Watch.
Are you sniffing the air in Edmonton again? God
I'll
damn
tell
it.
you what,
Conn Smythe
Stone-
debate. This has been hot and heavy. Yep.
Everybody in that organization wants it to be Eichel, and Stone knows it, and he'll be like, "No, you give it to Eichel. It's going to be Eichel."
Give
It
me
doesn't
a
work
break,
that way.
dude.
I said what I said earlier on the ice, guys.
Marchessault,
That's the
right?
thing, though. If Stone or Marchessault get it, they're not saying, "Well, we're going to give it to Jack Eichel," and then the people that bet Jack Eichel are going to cash their tickets. It doesn't work that way.
Nope, that's right.
Well,
Hey, you know what's funny? You know what's funny about this?
Eichel-
Because they're in Vegas, you're gonna hear a mixed reaction of who wins this Conn Smythe trophy in the crowd.
Yeah,
You're
Probably.
gonna hear everybody cheer when the cup comes out, but when this Conn Smythe, there's gonna be some people who are not happy about that Conn
This is
Smythe.
the first year where it's a shit show with the Conn Smythe.
No, it's
decision
not.
because
No, it's not, because it was with Tampa Bay those 2 years when Brady Point got robbed each year.
but by the way, I'm totally with you guys. It should be Stone or Marchessault, and I'd probably take Marchessault.
Guess what? It's going to be Stone or Marchessault. It's not going to be Jack Eichel. You're creating this own narrative.
Oh my God!
Ron's going off tonight. There's nothing to
What-
say
what's
about
Eichel
John.
paying right now?
It's not real.
What's Eichel paying
It's a
anyway?
mirage.
That's okay.
What used to be an
That's
MGM property.
okay. Cheshire's
But
in
you're
the
creating-
text or in the
You're
chat.
like your
He's
own
like, it's going to
portrait
Phil
talk
Kessel.
show host right now.
Yeah, I think it goes to Hill. I think it goes to Hill.
Doesn't it?
If Hill's not in there, we don't win.
Oh,
So who knows?
What?
Everyone has an opinion, right?
I would
If
love
Hill's
a
not
total.
in there,
I
you
would,
don't win.
hey, how about a complete
If Hill's
fucking?
not
They
in
still
there,
give it to Bobrovsky.
If Hill's not in there, you don't win.
As well.
I'll take it by playoffs, not by
The snowman.
What about Bressois? He got injured. Bressois was just as good as hell. So I don't
John
see
Earl
Brandon
on Michael
Montour
for the
walking
Conn
in.
Smythe is like that guy on the show today that was like, "Oh, the fucking playoff final has been scripted." Fucking shut up, you jackass! That fucking guy on the show today,
By the way-
I went up one side of him, down the other, and then I left it alone because I'm like, give me a break, Donnie.
Yeah.
Donnie
By
was
the-
his name.
By the way,
Fuck,
Massey,
dude.
I can. You see what I did there? If it is Eichel, I look brilliant. If it's not, I said, well, I would have took Marchessault.
Then you just look like some dumb hick from fucking Edmonton, dude. That's all it is. That's okay, Perlo. I love your fucking outlook, buddy. I really do.
How many pearls do you have on Eichel to win the Conn Smythe?
I have not. I have zero.
After all that.
I got to ask you, Perlo, how much frolicking are you doing with Jack Eichel right now? Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, with
How much
everybody.
frolic?
Are you in love with Jack Eichel's Buffa slug?
I'm about to
The
break
Eichel
into a
effect.
furlough dancer right away. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine.
There's
frolic.
3:20 left, and you know what? I think I need a drink.
Welcome to the end of the season of hockey.
Yep.
All the best, man. His
People are
passion's
letting
on.
her rip
Counting
tonight.
down.
Final night of the year. Yep. Final Betcast. Yep.
That's the sad thing. That's the thing. Now you're like into the realization that it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we have next year.
There we
so
go.
it's good.
We'll have
I don't
We'll
think
have a
Alex is
celebration here.
shedding any
Cheers.
tears right now. Yeah. He's ready for it.
Because I'm a degenerate, U.S. Open this week. I get a week to watch Wimbledon qualify, and then I have Wimbledon. And when the Wimbledon fortnight finishes, it's the All-Star break, but it's also Saratoga opening day, and that takes me to football season when I will be in Dublin, Ireland for the Notre Dame Navy game.
Oh, wow. Good for you, John.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Don't
I got
interrupt.
This is one of my best friend's buddies' wedding because I already had the tickets and everything with the Notre Dame trip lined up with my father.
you got to send
What-
some tweets.
Which
on
number
that.
will be higher? The number of yards, total yards that Notre Dame gains in that game, or the number of cases drank in Jameson by Notre Dame alone?
I'll take the yardage because good Notre Dame alumni will not drink Jameson. There are finer Irish whiskeys.
That's true.
That's
Yes,
an
good
answer right there.
If you had put Tullamore Dew as the choice, I wouldn't know.
Oh, that is.
There's
I've heard
no better
about
Irish whiskeys. But I think
Tullamore.
people would go
Wait.
for
We're saying Tullamore Dew is better than Jameson?
Yes.
Well, they are.
Like,
My-
I mean,
my
like
neighbor
by
would
a
have
lot.
something to say about
Like,
that.
I mean, I
He's
would like
Irish.
that.
Yes. Now, personally, I'm a green spot or red breast guy.
Red breast. Yeah, I like that.
Boys,
There we
Brandon
go. 2-minute
Montour,
warning.
0 shots
But
on
I like
goal
my
tonight.
smoky scotches. Dos
Yeah,
Minutos.
good thing I didn't touch those Montour shots. Props.
Yes.
That's for sure.
0.
He got
And
a
a
minute.
minus
Has he played tonight? I haven't seen him.
100.
Right
Nah,
He's been
No,
quiet.
he's been
He's been way
Yeah.
quiet.
there's so many.
There's another
players
guy
that
that's
have
probably hurt.
Yeah, I heard rumblings of
I
that going
actually
into
got
this
his
game.
first
Yeah.
goal, and Montour
Minus
to score a
3, 0
goal off
shots.
the baby bump, though. I actually had that.
22 minutes of invisible ice time.
Yep. Pretty much, right?
He was good against the Leafs.
For 2.5.
I got
Yeah. Oh, it's ominous.
Didn't somebody
Yeah,
have
he
Hill
was.
over shots? Hill over shots, or somebody over shots?
No, I had Bobrovsky over.
Somebody
I
had
had
Hill
Hill under saves, and I lost that one too in garbage time.
Oh, Hill undershots. Hill undershots.
Undersaves.
That
Great third period.
under saves, I should say. Yeah, I do that all the time. I don't know why. Under saves. Yeah, that hit all day. It looks like.
Yeah, I'm getting all the links to all the live feeds in Las Vegas ready to go. I'm posting them on YouTube, on Twitter, I should say. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
All the
Yeah,
YouTube
repost those
links.
on Twitter, Bobano. Repost those
And
on
watch
Twitter.
the
so we can catch up on them
celebrations
after.
all throughout the night.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah,
it's
yeah.
gonna be
Please burn this
I've got a
live stream,
couple
'cause I
strip
probably
cams,
took too many
Fremont
photos.
Street. That's be covered.
That was awesome.
Watch all the mayhem go down. Yeah.
That is awesome. Y'all are making me want to make a Twitter now, dude. I don't have one, but
Yeah.
if y'all guys are on it, I might have to make one.
I only have
Oh
it
yeah,
because I'm a
get one together, Ethan. Get one
You think I
together,
should?
buddy.
Okay.
Even if it's
Oh,
not
fuck
your real
yeah,
name, get one.
All right.
Just where
I'll
are we
look
It
here?
doesn't have to be you. Just go on
I
Twitter.
do have a confession from the New York sports radio scene. Joe Beningo, spirit animal. The agony of the Jet fan, the Ranger fan, the Knick fan, all wrapped up into one. Feel that. I sense that. And it's just enough with the bullshit. That's kind of how I feel. You know, it's rage, right? It's like being a Welshman. You know, it's just.
And look who
rage,
just scored.
Rage.
There we
Wouldn't
go.
you know it? Another point prop is
Stone?
going to cash. Nick Waugh.
Wow, there you go.
Oh,
my God.
There you go.
Good work. You're the man.
Your favorite Bobano of the playoffs, Nick Waugh. Your
Nick
favorite.
Waugh.
I got it, Ian.
135.
Well
You
done.
I
called
laid
that.
Can I
off
do it?
tonight.
Can I do it? And you get a point. And you get a point. And you get a point. And you get a
They're
point.
the Oprah
And
Winfrey
you
of
get
the
your own
NHL.
cover. And you get a point. And you get a point. The Oprah betting
I
card
laid-
comes through as the final
I
score
laid
looks like
off
a
of him
1994 Jets Indianapolis Colts game, 9-3,
Mhm.
all scores on fucking field goal from the
Or
Hoosier
field goal,
in
yes.
Indianapolis.
Yes.
That's why.
Rich Kotite, tell me again how hard the Jets are playing. Buck Showalter sounds like Rich Kotite now, by the way.
I cannot believe this game. This is
But we're
wild.
playing hard.
This is what happens when Vegas wins the cup.
You know what the most unpredictable aspect of tonight's game is?
What?
What the fuck is
It
Paul
looks like a
Maurice going to say
Pittsburgh
after this?
Steelers Cleveland Browns game.
I don't know.
What is Paul Maurice? What?
What is he going to say after this one?
That they lost.
Paul Maurice post-game presser is more mystery
He'll
than
say-
anything
he'll say
in
that-
this game.
You know what? He needs to tap into what the offensive coordinator and the water boy would say.
What do you know? PNC is telling Jack
That's what you
Eichel
need
he's
to
going to win the Conn Smythe.
And now Conn Smythe winner.
You know what's
Jack
funny? They
Eichel!
started to celebrate behind the net even before time expired.
Fuck, jump on it, Perlo. Eichel's plus 1,400 for Conn Smythe.
Oh my god!
Is
If
the
they
live
should
stream
leave the
saying,
he should leave the live betting open like the
the
first
trophy
minute after the thing is
presentation.
done.
You watch. Yeah, I'm so confident I didn't put a bet on it, but yeah, you watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy
Tim
countdown.
Bray in the fucking front row.
It
It's
is.
Opa.
You know
Jim
what, Perlo?
Gray. He's got a
If
Raiders
they fucking name
fucking
Michael the
jersey
fucking
on.
Conn Smythe trophy,
Yeah.
Conn Smythe winner, fuck, I'll drive up to Edmonton and I'll buy you a case of beer, dude. Fuck me.
If they give Eichel the
You're too fucking
Conn Smythe,
funny.
you know that it's the Vegas organization telling them
Oh
to do
shit!
it. That's what that is.
Dispensary in
Shit,
Vegas
dude.
just texted everything 35% off the bill to celebrate the nice
Percent
win.
off, yeah.
I'm buying some
The
Vegas stuff.
parade.
I'm taking some Vegas
Right?
stuff. Let's go, bro. That's
All right.
wow.
Wow, look at that.
Look, they-
Fremont Street they got the Stanley Cup
nuts.
champions lit up on the front, the LED panel above
Yeah.
on Fremont
Yep.
Street. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
There
that's
are a
where the
lot of people
celebration's
outside
gonna
the
be
arena.
happening, 'cause
Yeah.
they're all
Yeah.
going to
It's gonna be insane. It's
Yep.
gonna be insane.
They're all going to church.
Yeah.
They're all
Yeah, it's
going
gonna
to
be one big
Yeah.
wall.
Oh, Circa.
They're all casting
that's
their
coming with
Vegas
the sponsorship.
championship.
You're going to come up with that bill, and then Derek Stevens is going to take that receipt away and say, you ain't paying for shit.
Yep.
Wow.
I love the
Castle's on
handshake.
the ice.
I
Full
can't
uniform.
believe Michael missed the extra point in this game. God damn it, what a failure.
He's gonna get the MVP. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. That's what
All right.
everybody's waiting for. The Conn
Yeah.
Smythe announcement. Yeah.
Barbashev's going to get
Hookers
paid.
are,
All right,
sex
so we
in
all
the
throw
chat
real
is like
pigs.
hookers are going to be given free blowjobs now to celebrate. There's no such thing as a free blowjob in Vegas, hey sex. Let me tell you, buddy.
Is there not?
We'll be it's only 8 o'clock.
They were offered lifetime lap dances at one club
Yeah.
if they
They
won.
did it. Yep.
That's pretty
Yep.
awesome.
I guess so.
I'll take the lap dance. What the hell?
I'll take
There's
either
nothing wrong with a
or.
good lap dance. That usually leads to the blowjob. Like, let's be honest.
Oh no! See, that maybe Canada, but there's no sex in the champagne room here in the States, man.
Dude, as long as the towel's hanging down, there's all sorts of stuff that can go on in the champagne room.
Yeah,
He's
no,
like, you got to go to Mexico for that.
it's the same as it's the same here in Canada. It's not going to be in the champagne room. It's going to be after about $1,000 later on in whatever hotel you're in.
Because, as we all know, because Chris Rock told us, there is no sex in the champagne room.
That's right.
Say hi to the boys.
Yeah.
Hey, come
You
here.
got to go somewhere else.
Where is he?
The,
Cornbread.
and the live
Ain't nothing
stream
wrong
has
with that.
descended, the Betcast has descended into the dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think that did that a while ago.
All right. So if
Bruce
anybody doesn't have
Lee
a
will deal with the cup.
at Calgary Goose, let's stay in touch over the summer. There's lots of sports. We got baseball. We got football. Maybe we'll have
Well, you
some
got
fun
football
right
up
after
there.
the
We don't have
draft.
football yet. Wait until the end of August for us. Don't loop us into this.
John, you can come join in the Canadian Football League. Our balls are bigger, so that's okay, buddy. There's room.
Oh, you're
T-shirt.
One thing the CFL can brag about over the
I like
NFL,
that.
right?
T-shirt.
Their balls
You got.
are
Oh, that should be a
bigger.
How has that not been a T-shirt for the league?
Yeah.
Our balls are bigger.
Our balls. Yeah,
The
exactly.
league needs to run with that one.
It's ridiculous.
You know what, Alex? Back
Alex is all over the
in
t-shirt.
the
It's a ready-made
back
slogan
in the
right there.
mid-90s, late 90s, it was a sales pitch. Our balls are bigger.
Oh,
the
well,
only
sales
bigger
pitch.
balls
Bring it
I've
back.
ever
Right.
heard
Yeah, they
of
should
Rugby
definitely
World
bring that
Cup.
back.
They
That's
got rid
pretty
of it though. Yeah.
That
Yeah,
would
they
be-
did.
That would
I
be
think
pretty
people-
cool shirt.
I'm sure the odd Karen got offended. Like, let's be honest, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's why they did change the name to the Edmonton Escorts.
Yeah. Yeah. That was
Everybody's
not
offended.
no way.
You're offended, and you're offended.
Yeah.
That'd be like Ian's betting card with offended Karen.
Yeah.
But just wait, they can't be outraged right now. They're in line at Starbucks. You don't
No.
have to worry.
No,
But John, it would be the most accurate of the ones that they could choose from. No doubt about that. The Edmonton Escorts would definitely identify much more with the oil industry here in Edmonton. The X.
They'd even play
The
some
Elks.
games in Fort
The
Mac.
The Elks, like anybody gives a shit about the Elks? No one.
I don't know.
Yeah.
This is almost making me feel like Alex,
Elks
remember
are
that
slower.
time when they were comparing gang activity in Edmonton and Calgary
Yeah.
on the Betcast?
I do remember that.
This is kind of how
That
I'm
was a
feeling
great
right
bet.
now.
That was a great
With
comparison.
Hilarious.
New York City area, Brooklyn area kid, and a guy who knows he's from Chicago that's on the stream, and they're here telling me about the Edmonton Escorts is the appropriate name for the franchise.
That is.
Where the only
It
E
is.
that is appropriate to go with Edmonton is empty, like their trophy cabinet from the 21st
Oh.
century.
That's true.
Ah,
That's true.
yeah.
I got,
But
I
the-
got the brothers.
Empty,
the-
like
I
their
got
net,
BG Eel
because
and
they're
GT
losing
Eel. Yeah,
again.
guys, add me on
Yep.
Twitter, and we'll keep in touch, and maybe we'll
Oh
put
yeah,
together
yeah.
a
Everybody, yeah.
summertime type
Oh yeah,
dance.
we're not going anywhere.
No,
We're
we're
always
not
on Twitter. Oh,
Yeah, no, I'm looking in the chat. The two Eel brothers, right? They're let's stay in touch. Yeah, add me by all
Yeah,
means.
you know what?
Right
Everybody,
there.
put your Twitter handle in the chat,
There you go.
and then we
Yeah,
all can
give
follow
us-
each other if you haven't.
Give us your Twitter handle there, bud.
Yeah, everybody add.
Mine's right next to my
I'm
name in the center square.
Of course, I don't have to put mine in there because you must be blind or stupid.
know,
no,
mine-
the ones who are in
Or you haven't
chat,
been paying
John,
attention.
not us.
Yeah.
Zach Phil.
Ones who are in the
That's pretty.
Yeah, there you go.
Zach
I'll
Phil
put
for
the
Zach.
only thing I
Phil.
have.
Yeah.
You see the commercials
don't know
now,
minor
HBO
allergies
Max.
right now,
Now
like,
they're
what the
just
fuck are you
called
doing?
Max.
I've never
instead
on the
of
screen if
HBO
people
Max.
didn't know
It's
about
called Max. Somebody said on Twitter earlier, they're like, "Hey, your move, Peacock." Because now it's called HBO Max. It's called Max. Somebody's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Hey, your move, Peacock."
Yeah, that's
Oh,
how
there
I,
you go.
You know. So,
I saw it yesterday.
And good for Mark Stone, man. I mean,
All right,
just a
come
guy
on.
who's been in the league a long time, a good player for a long time. Finally get a cup. Good for him. Happy for
Yeah.
him.
Jack Eichel,
He's my-
undefeated in the
he's my-
playoffs.
Yep.
He's my second
lost a
favorite
playoff
player in
series.
the league.
Not a
I
bad
hope
first season
one
playoff
thing
hockey for
comes
Jack
from this
Eichel. That's
Stanley
for damn sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Conn
good
Smythe,
showing
man.
by Eichel for his first time.
And you know what about Eichel too? And I said this on the Ice Guys show. Bruce Cassidy and the coaching staff had a meeting with him last season. We say you have number one center potential and the elite at that position. But to get to that level, you've got to be willing to do all the things that are required. It's not just score goals. It's not just get the points. It's win the faceoffs. It's be a good player away from the puck. Be committed defensively. And he's played a 200-foot game, and he's done everything you could ask for from a top-line center. And
He's been underrated.
and he executed.
Underrated.
He deserves it.
Actually, he did. His analytics in Buffalo were very good defensively as well. But he's taken it to a whole nother
Yeah, they
level.
were
bad, right?
Well, he's much better off when he's not the GM of the franchise making roster decisions of who he wants to play with.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
If
you
he just
gotta
worries
listen.
about playing, he turns into this.
He can
Or you
focus
gotta
on playing.
listen to it.
Conn Smythe.
You have to listen to a 20-year-old Evander Kane. Imagine that. After you listen to that shit.
And then he went to Vegas. Go figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so BG. Okay, well, BG Eel, then put your email in the chat here, buddy, so I can contact you. Eel doesn't have Twitter or anything other than Facebook, which he rarely uses.
what
So
a
throw me an
fortunate
email,
fellow.
buddy, and then I'll get in touch with you.
Who, me?
Because we'll do a couple. No, I'm talking to BG Eel in the chat. He's,
Oh.
I don't use Twitter or anything else. So throw your
I
email
know
in there,
you-
buddy. I'll keep in touch with you. We'll find
Yeah,
a way
they're
to.
asking me.
We'll have some sort of fun here this summer.
I got people asking
Oh,
me
there
for
you go.
in the Twitter. Posts.
Here you go,
I'll just put it in
Perlo.
the-
Are you vibing yet, buddy? Are you vibing? Jack Eichel, Jack Eichel.
Here comes
What's
Bettman. Here comes the
There
Conn
you go.
Smythe
There
Trophy.
you
Bill Pritchard.
DM me or
of
my
course.
brother Goose. DM you where? Eel. Fuck, dude. You don't use Twitter or anything else, so why don't you send? All right, so tell you what. Hang on, buddy. Fuck.
Brothers Eel is
How
what
do I
we
get
call
into
them,
the
right?
chat? Oh, I'm not logged in, so I
Electrical
can't put
eel.
in the chat. Fuck. Would love. All right, so hang on here. No. Well, how are you putting shit in the fucking chat, Perlo? Because I can't seem to. I don't have a fucking box for that. Am I not logged in?
What?
That's probably why I'm not logged in.
Yeah, you gotta be logged in.
I would guess that would be the problem. Yeah.
All right, there are
I
two
don't
of us.
know.
Yeah, I know you're brothers, guys. Fuck, Jesus. You're worse than Perlo with fucking Jack Eichel for fucking Conn Smythe.
I didn't bet it.
That's saying something.
Here we
I
go.
just
Here we go.
wanted to
Here we go.
piss
Perlo. Perlo, ready? Ready? Come on, buddy.
Yeah.
Get jazzed, man. Get jazzed. I'm the stepbrother. Okay,
Right.
Ice X.
Well, let's
Right.
do it.
Jesus
Here we go.
Christ almighty.
Ice X
You
has
must be
probably
fucking
got
American.
Ice X has probably got like Colasar to win that.
Oh, he says he's the stepbrother, and then they're laughing. Goddamn Americans, I tell you. We took in Ice X a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, okay. Fuck. Fuck. I don't know how to. Yeah. Can I log in? I can't log in because I don't have an account, so I'm fucked. Here, hang on.
Vegas fans can't boo Bettman, right?
Everybody has the boo.
Sure they can.
Jonathan Marchessault, baby. Let's go.
Oh, it was
Plus
Marchessault.
900.
It was Marchessault.
Cash it. Yeah.
Because y'all thought something else?
Yeah,
What
John
you didn't
Taylor
know,
said,
Ian, is that
John-
Jonathan Marchessault
that's
is the
John
middle name of Jack
Masserole.
Eichel.
like I said, I didn't bet
Been
Eichel.
arguing for 72 hours over all these different people. It's like, what are you talking about?
I'm covered. I didn't bet Eichel, right? I'm good.
You just had a solid case for Eichel.
If it was Eichel, I would lose all my money, but I would look like a freaking genius. Like,
Perlo had
why?
as much of a case for Eichel as he does of Genesee cream ale.
I don't
As
have
in
any case
none.
for that whatsoever. Or
As
according
in
to
none.
Alex B, we
No
will
case.
go back and we must finish with Vimelka. I have as much of a case.
All right.
as
There we go.
Vimelka.
I hope you got the email, boys. Send me an email. Not a problem. Keep in touch. Everybody else, it's been a blast, man. For my first year with the
you're
Ice
heading
Guys,
out. You're
fucking
not
coming on the fucking
sticking around for
Betcast.
the big-
This has been fantastic.
session.
Really has. I can't.
Yeah, we
What the
appreciate
fuck
it.
am I gonna
Goose.
do for 3
Yes.
months? Like,
You're a
We'll be
hilarious
around.
kid.
We'll be
Jesus.
around. We're
We'll
not,
be
No,
around. We're not
just
going
dropping
away.
off
We're not
there.
going in under the ground in our castle.
we're just-
I know,
we're just gonna
but right, you
take
know what I
some
mean.
time to
Now
recoup
what am I
and get
going
back.
to do every morning? What am I going to do every morning at work? I don't got nothing to fucking listen to now. Like shit. So anyway,
Rico,
There's
Rico
no
and I
catch-up
do
period.
Follow me on Spotify. I'll send you some of my music playlist.
all right, there you go. So everybody be safe, be smart, enjoy your summer. Let's see
You too,
everybody
my
back
friend.
in fucking October.
Yeah.
Go
we
Leafs,
will
be
go
back.
next year the Cup. We're coming to Toronto, baby. Woo!
Probably
7
not.
years.
But we'll love to see you.
68.
I
Goose.
thought you said to
Appreciate
stay
it.
sober and off the drugs, and you're saying Toronto's coming in? Come on.
And you
Wait, who
started out so
John,
well,
who said
too.
anything
You
about
started
who said
out
anything
so
about
well.
laying off the
You gotta
drugs?
keep her going, buddy.
Goose into the drugs
Everybody be
before we're
good.
even off
Be
the
safe.
Betcast.
Talk to you soon.
No doubt.
See you,
That's
Goose.
like the
There he
Germans
is.
bombing Pearl Harbor with that comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let
Zach might have something to say about that.
Yeah, what? Come on. Hey, no, this team's got way too much work to do, so
did they-
I'm not jumping up and down yet, quite yet. We'll see what happens in the off season here.
Next thing's the draft when Connor Bedard joins the Blackhawks.
Jonathan Marchessault giving his points back on.
No, Alex, didn't you see Matthews is going to Chicago? Or yeah.
Right.
Y'all smoking that Rob Ford up there talking about trade number 1.
There it is. I love that first cup hoist by the captain. There's very little better than
Who's
that.
he passing it to? That's what we should have bet on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's gotta be.
One of the original Knights, maybe? Yeah.
Wait a minute.
William Karlsson?
Marcia, so?
Smith?
Yeah.
Marchessault. Probably
Gotta be
Marchessault.
Marchessault, right?
Yeah, the longest tenured. Yeah, the longest tenured
Gotta be.
member of the team who hasn't won. So yeah, it would be Marchessault. Should be.
Marcia, so
Smith.
Smith, Carlson.
It's like, Gary, let go of it.
Is that Roy?
Nicholas Roy?
No, Smith got it second. Yep.
Smith.
Yeah.
Smith.
Ryan
Smith. Yeah.
Got the game-winning goal.
Yep.
And
Plus 500.
Came
And
over.
now
Florida.
Marchessault. Yep. Yep.
It's like, it's my cup.
Now Marchessault. I suppose they'll go down that probably Carlson or
Carlson next, right?
Yeah, Carlson. Yeah, I would think.
Going through all the original misfits.
Yeah.
These are great cameras they
Carlson.
use.
Yep. There you go. There's the other.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's a great way to go about it. Yep.
Yeah, because they have all these grizzled veterans who have gone through these long struggles in their 18-year careers of never hoist. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
6 years of struggle and plight, John.
Is that
That's a
Steve?
lot.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
been torturous.
All since that heartache of year
forgot-
one, losing in the Cup Finals. Oh, my God. How will I ever
We
deal?
forgot about the McNabb. Who else is the original here? Is there another one that I'm not thinking of? Theodore wasn't original, was he? Oh, yeah, he was.
Carrier, I think.
So that
I think
Theodore.
Carrier was there.
Theodore?
I teased it earlier, so here I'm about to eat it. I'm gonna eat it on camera.
I
I'm
think
showing it now.
Carrier.
That's right. They got Theodore from Anaheim.
250
That's right.
milligrams. I got
Yeah.
one of these things left. So
Oh my gosh. Dropping
Gummy?
bombs over
down
there.
the hatch we go.
That's awesome, bro.
It's not
I'm
officially
actually-
over.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be right back. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. I got you, Alex.
Okay.
The
So
nice
we're
thing in a
gonna be-
game like this is you get to discuss it at the second intermission of the order. So who's getting it next? Who's getting it next?
Alec Martinez
gets
has it
next?
now. That's a good choice. Give him
Two-time winner.
long-time veteran. Yeah.
Yeah. I should bring them up here in my cap friendly. Who's going to be next?
Alec
Oh, they're
Martinez
giving it
passing
to
it
him.
to Jonathan Quick as if they're still LA Kings.
Oh,
Go fuck yourself.
Old habits.
I think it's probably going to go like all over the place now, right?
Yeah, now they have no idea. Who's next?
You
Who's
mean
next?
Columbus Blue Jackets?
Next thing you know, Wayne Newton's going to be holding it up.
Columbus Blue Jacket great Jonathan Quick.
Oh, one of
250.
those.
I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, okay. I see you. All right.
Stevenson.
I shall take one with you in honor of the
All
Golden
right.
Knight win, brother.
Cheers.
So.
Oh yeah, we get lit on here now.
Eichel.
Eichel got it after Chandler Stevenson.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
right.
Eichel was down the pecking order a little bit. Yep.
Yeah, well, all the guys.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, they went through all
Seniority.
the originals. And then the Kings shared it amongst
Oh,
themselves.
there's our guy now, Close Shave Barbashev. Yep.
There you
I'm
go.
going to miss saying that now all summer. Yeah.
All summer. You'll be saying it all next year. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
Yeah, that's true.
His entire career. Come on.
Right.
Yeah.
It'll never go away. Never. Yeah.
Yeah. Luosterainen and Barbashev.
Bowman.
And that's going to be the.
You know, Vegas has brought back a new formula, though, for winning a cup. For the year coming out of the lockout, we thought all of a sudden it's skill, offense and speed and all that is going to win the cup. Now we throw it back a little bit this year. Size matters. We got depth matters. 4 lines of forward depth matters.
And
I wouldn't say they threw
And
it back.
speed.
That's literally been like probably 10 of the last 17.
I think it was 4 lines of
Same
speed.
formula.
I think they were just faster than
Physicality. For the
That's-
physicality.
Thank
and
you. My gosh,
Big
John
D.
agrees with me. I chose the
Physicality.
speed over the size. John agrees. I think they were just too fast. The size was second. The speed was first.
You got to
I
have
agree
it,
with
though.
John on that.
More
But it's
importantly,
gonna
you
be
gotta have
the
4
big
lines
D.
that can do well.
Hey, yo,
1 through
pause.
6D, and they have it.
Well, that's
I
why
would
Seattle.
say their strength was down the middle of the ice. I think the center depth that they had and the speed
Is
that
pretty
they had at
unbelievable.
center
Yeah.
just made everything
Yeah.
come together. Like every other bloody sport. The strength of the defense
Yeah.
down the middle, the strength of the offense down the middle, it enables them to get in front of the net and control the puck when they and protect their goal if they dominate the middle of the ice.
Eichel, Carlson, that was a pretty good top 2, and then you've got Stevenson and Waugh.
Stevenson,
your 3rd
Waugh,
and 4th centers. Yep.
Pretty solid. Was a 40-point
solid,
player
yeah.
playing on your 4th line. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, they controlled the middle of the ice.
Yep.
Both ends.
Yeah,
But
easy to say
if you
now.
look, like even guys like Barbashev played center. Brett
Yeah.
Howden played center for the Rangers. Like they had these other pieces that even though they're being utilized on the wing more often, they can still come to the middle of the ice and take some of the responsibility from their 4 centers. Like they can, you
Swiss
still have
Army
other
knives.
guys who can win faceoffs for you. You still have other guys. I mean, how long was it in Game 1? What was the faceoff percentage in Game 1? Was it like 19-3 through the first 2 periods for Vegas against Florida?
Yep.
That's not supposed to happen.
I mean, that helps tilt the ice also when you're just controlling the puck immediately off the draw. Your your power play will suck if you are chasing the puck down in your own end for the first 20 seconds. They can't set anything up.
Oh, there's Hutton. Hutton's been there a bit.
Yep.
Hutton's been there for a while.
Oh, so
Yeah, he persevered.
He came over from Ottawa.
Under contract.
didn't he? Yeah, came over from Ottawa.
15 of their 20 roster players, Vegas Canadian. 15 of their 20. Yep.
Yeah, big
That's
time.
that's
But
large.
But if there's one
Yeah.
thing that can come from this Stanley Cup victory, can we figure out how to pronounce Pietrangelo's last name?
Yeah.
Mistakes.
Yeah. There's
How do
still
you say
people
it?
that call him like his dad, Peter Angelo. I've still heard that.
Yeah,
too.
like Pietrangelo. No, Pietrangelo.
Yeah.
Pietrangelo.
And
Petra
Petra.
Angelo.
I've heard people say Petra Angelo and separate the two. Yeah. that's wrong.
Petrangelo. Yeah. Petrangelo.
Petra Angelo.
Clearly, much like science, it's Pietrangelo.
Yeah.
So Cotter should get in there. He played enough games. Cotter? Should he-
I think
Well, Cotter,
the
yeah.
sound system should start just playing Welcome Back.
And what a lucky,
Teddy.
what a
Bluger.
cool story for Bluger, right? Coming from
Yep.
Pittsburgh.
Another guy who would be listed as a center on the roster, by the way.
Yes, absolutely. There's another center. Right?
That guy's going to be a good
Center
player long term for them. The guy that's holding the cup now. He didn't play much in the playoffs. But he got a
Patchell.
couple of Braden Pahal. He's going to be
Patchell
pretty good.
Candle there.
Is that how you say it? Pahal?
Pahal. Yeah, Pahal.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. I didn't know that.
Teddy Bluger pickup.
And there he is,
Yeah.
Bruins Almighty.
Cassidy.
Gosh, if you're a Bruins fan, what are you thinking right now? Yeah,
Oh, you're losing,
yeah.
Yeah.
you're losing your shit. Now, you know what? If you're a Bruins fan, I was on the Bruins. A lot of their social media sites, they wanted him out.
Come on, Bill. He can do it.
was unbelievable.
He's an older guy. He can get that cut. He can hold it up.
So they might be thinking badly, but they're also going to think how wrong they were. Because they
No, they're
all
right.
wanted him out.
Yeah. Now
Boston
the,
fans
yeah.
admitting
Here
they're
we
wrong.
go. He's
Who
got
the
it.
fuck do you think they are?
No, they
Yeah.
won't. You're
Come
right.
on.
That's right. They won't admit they're wrong. You know, he couldn't do it here or some stupid, ridiculous thing that they're going to say. They're the same as Edmonton Oilers fans. Yeah.
Zach, how do these Bruin fans compare to Toronto Maple Leaf fans as they watch Cassidy lift the cup with Vegas?
I don't know. My
That's
sister's
what I mean,
boyfriend's a
like,
Boston fan. It's pretty interesting hearing his thoughts on things. I think they're just a little more hostile. These fans are just a little more what's the word?
Beaten down?
Broken.
Yeah, broken. Yeah, broken's probably the way to put it. Yeah, just
Broken, battered, shattered.
yeah.
The only Boston fan I talked to told me he was like, "Yeah, I knew they were gonna lose in the first round all year." And I was like, okay,
I wish he
well,
had texted me. Shit.
right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What's higher, the Boston Bruins point total from the regular season or their blood alcohol content when they blow tonight?
Yeah.
I don't know. But,
Oh, what I meant was Jack Eichel would be the first to be interviewed. That's what I meant. I meant. Sorry about that.
I gotta head out, boys. Ian, Alex, thank y'all so much.
Yeah, Ethan, thanks for
Thank
joining
you,
us
Ethan.
multiple times with us this year
Yes.
on the Betcast. We appreciate it. Hope you're back next season.
Absolutely, brother.
You're-
Thank y'all. I'll
Good
talk to y'all
stuff,
soon.
Ethan.
Thank you.
Yep.
See ya.
Good
Take
seeing
care. Have a
you
good
again,
night.
Ethan.
All right, Ethan, have a good night.
Hey, thank you.
Enjoy the edible.
You will. Yeah.
250 megs. I couldn't even
Oh, yeah.
imagine.
And just think,
Guys,
it's not
I'm
even
gonna head
Easter
out here
week.
too.
All right,
All
Zach.
right, good seeing you, Zach.
Good to see
Ian,
you, my
Alex,
friend.
appreciate you guys having me on.
Zach, when's the Edgework finale?
I don't know. We're just gonna start off-season content now, prepping everyone's all the off-season moves, everything everybody's gonna be doing, who they're gonna draft, how they're gonna go about the
They
draft,
call me-
trades they'll
call me in
make, free
2
agent
weeks.
signings. Sounds good, man. Sounds good.
We got Alex
So we're entering
for
the
Thursday, and then it's
optimism
lights out. Lights out after that, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm going right into Leafs off-season content. Already started having to do all those breakdown videos and everything. So that's what I've already started on. There was no time off from that. Just
What
jumped
vices
right
do you
in.
use to get through that, by the way? Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
3 bottles of
Yeah.
vodka.
it started with canceling my athletic subscription. That was the first thing.
You're the reason they're making all those layoffs and cuts.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I saw all the fan fiction, and I just said that's enough for me. I'm out of here. I can't do this anymore. I can't do
Fan
it. So.
fiction minus
Hey,
the
Zach.
decent part.
Zach, man, thanks for calming down and hyping up Leafs Nation in no particular order, buddy. I love your content, man. Before you leave, I just want to say hey.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Rico, good to talk to you in person for the first time. So I do appreciate that as well. But everyone else, good to see you guys. Nice to meet you all.
Glad you could join
Ian,
us,
Alex,
man.
good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Happy to come back anytime. So thank you very much for having me on.
No
And
problem, my friend. We'll see you
appreciate
soon.
all the content you guys do. So, all right. Thanks,
All right,
guys.
thanks, my friend. Take care.
See you again, Zach.
There he is, Zach Phillips.
good.
Glad we could
Yeah.
finally get him on.
That was awesome, yeah.
Yeah, because Alex works
He's a
with
good
him.
dude,
like,
man.
Yeah.
I listen to him after every
he's a
Leaf
good
game.
show.
I
You know, the
watch his
funny thing
content,
is, he's
and
not only
good.
on
He's
air,
good.
like on air in front of the camera, he does a lot of production for that.
He produces all of it. Like, yeah, so that's the thing. When,
Okay.
like Ian, like he does what you do for Edgeworth, basically. Like he's producing everything while like hosting and leading it. So
Wow.
yeah,
So
he
there you
kicks
go.
ass at it. So
Yeah.
yes, no problem.
The guy does a
We're
great job,
kindred
man.
spirits in some ways, Zach and I.
Yes.
Except I
Mhm.
fucking
Yep.
hate the Leafs. He loves them. So
Right, yeah, and he loves it. Yeah.
Else is
Everybody, and that's so everybody at Edgeworth. It's like me. So money's a Canucks fan, and I think there's like two other people. Like everybody else, they're all love the Leafs. So we're just like, I think I'm the only American that even works over there. So.
That's funny, Ian.
Yeah.
So that means, Ian, you hate the Leafs more than you like any team.
No, it's not. Well, I don't know about that. I'm very, very fond of any
Well, that
team
is
like
an interesting
that.
question. Yeah, what team
I was
do you
about to say that
like
changes
the
day to
least?
day for Ian, so you never know.
What
He
team
didn't
do I
like the
like?
Leafs. He gets pissed off when he loses. He goes on his tangents. He doesn't do that out of head. He does that from heart, man.
Oh, he's a hidden Leafs fan.
No, he does it for survival.
He's a
Yeah,
No, I do it
like-
because I put myself in
If
the.
he were a
in the
Leaf fan, he would be
shoes of a
dead of
Leafs fan.
cirrhosis.
Right,
Wow.
exactly. Well, I'm
I
a Sabre
think-
fan growing up, as everyone
Right, you were
knows.
saying, yeah, but yeah. So what team
Yeah.
do you like? I know because you don't have like I said right now you don't really have a love or hate. But what team do you like? Don't like the Leafs?
Truly
Like,
hate. I'm
Toronto
trying to think.
Marlies.
One that
Setting
growing up before I got into betting. I'm trying to think which team I hated the most.
Philly, in Buffalo.
Philly was up there.
Yeah, because Philly, Buffalo, those series they were nuts.
Yeah, Philly was up there. That was one I was not overly fond of. Of course, now time's healed wounds and all kinds of stuff like that. Detroit I wasn't really fond of because they won all the fucking time with Bowman and all those. I'm like,
Detroit
fuck
sucked.
Detroit, man. All this
Agreed. Fuck,
winning,
yeah, I said,
they're
fuck
good,
Detroit.
but yeah, I didn't like them too much. But they're up there.
I always agree with that.
I never hated Montreal as much as a lot of non-Canadians fans do, because I was actually kind of happy that when they won in '93 because it was a Canadian team winning. But yeah, I think back then, I mean, definitely Detroit and Philly were up there.
No.
It's two teams.
It's so funny because I already got messages from people, American and Canadian, who are they're disgusted by what's going on right now. I hate Vegas. Fuck Vegas. Vegas winning the cup.
A lot of people, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just
I
jealous.
said my piece earlier with regards to that. I do feel that way because to me, there's a bit of like patriotism about it. Of like,
Yeah, I mean, I get on one end, I get it, and then on the other end, I'm like, fuck it, we all got to be better.
Nope.
That's the way that works. When I grew up watching the Hawks lose every year, I was like, well, it sucks, but we got to be better. Everybody's got to be better.
Yep.
If you're gonna win, you gotta be better.
and you can be better, but you also have to be lucky.
Oh yeah, oh for sure, always.
Like Florida got here. What was their record in overtime?
Yeah.
You
There you
can't duplicate that.
Not good.
Mass, are you an Islanders hater then? Or do you go across the island there? What's your worst team, Mass? What's your most
Wow, we
hated
just got a tweet from John Buchagros on Twitter. Fractured sternum for Matthew Tkachuk.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's
my
why he
God.
Brady Tkachuk had to help him out of bed after a 3-game nap for Game
That-
4.
that
Oh
makes
my
sense.
God.
Wow.
So
But he wasn't.
Holy, yeah, you could tell it was going to be something serious where
Like
he
barely
could
moved,
make
kind
that
of.
if
decision of play.
LeBron, like to compare it, if LeBron had fractured his sternum during the NBA playoffs, ESPN would have had a separate Plus channel at his bedside in his hospital, watching him 24 hours a day.
Probably. Yeah.
Showing his vitals.
Wow.
I have to
That's
answer
crazy.
Furlough,
Fractured sternum. So
Sorry.
he
what
was
was that?
target number one, man.
What's amazing is he played through Game 4 with that too,
Yeah.
and they just couldn't do it again.
Yeah, he must have been taped up like a
Oh
mummy.
my gosh, yeah.
And
Just
drugs.
shot up, taped up.
Drugged.
Tape.
Drugged
Yeah.
up all the shit.
Remember the tape. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no distinction for teams I dislike. It's just a very long list. It's pretty much the entire metropolitan.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so you like Alex. Pretty much hates everybody in this division.
What? I'm going to rank my hatred for the Devils, the Islanders, the Flyers, the Penguins, the Bruins, the Capitals. Like,
Yeah.
all right, the Capitals I don't hate as much as the other teams. I hate the Penguins. I hate the Flyers.
Well,
I hate the Devils. I hate the Islanders. I very strongly detest the Boston Bruins.
Yeah.
Just
I
let it
love
out,
one
Matthew.
team.
This is a
I
safe
love one
space,
team.
man. Let it out.
I love one team.
Oh,
and I
yeah,
have
because
different
I'm
levels
always
of
known
hatred for the other
keeping
31.
my opinions close to the vest.
oh yeah. See, Alex, did you say you have a hatred for every other team
I
besides
said
Chicago?
I love one team, and I have various levels of hatred for the other 31. As a fan, that's how it goes. Like, you know,
That's
You
good.
know
Team
what's-
photo time.
I'm trying to
Nice.
think of like what team I profited from the most this year.
Calgary, easy for me.
it's
That's
still,
easy.
Dallas for
I'm
me,
tough.
Dallas and maybe Seattle in the top. I gotta look back. I know those are their
Seattle is
top.
very good for me.
Calgary and Winnipeg, because I went against Winnipeg after that would be the two. It just happens to be Canadian.
I'll be honest. Columbus was very good to me.
Yeah.
A lot of like first half overs or first half Columbus and then relying on and playing against
Buffalo first
figuring
period
it out.
overs when they were getting hot earlier in the
Yeah.
year. Buffalo first period overs was shit for a minute.
Yeah, they were
I
good.
feel like
Yeah.
Buffalo and Columbus were very good. Road Buffalo and Columbus home first period, jump out to a lead, and then blow it late in the third. So playing them in the third, and playing their opponent in the third.
Yeah.
That was good for like 2
Oh
months.
no, we all know Canucks over beats all of that shit. Canucks
goal, yes, first
First half, first
Canucks
row.
over.
Yeah.
Or just Canucks opponent live.
Yeah.
Whenever they were down 2 goals. Yeah.
But Canucks over.
Vegas
I
first
got a
period
habit
over
of taking the
playoffs.
team photo picture with my phone on my TV screen. I got a habit
nice.
of doing that, taking a couple shots on the actual when they do the team photo with the different fireworks in the background. I take a couple shots and usually I save one of the pictures that looks best. I don't know. I have a habit of doing that every year. I don't know. It's just.
By the way, if you want to talk,
I'll make an album someday.
if you want to talk hockey, Rico and I go live on Twitter all the time randomly, and sometimes YouTube as well. So if you like to talk hockey, sub up to either one of us. We just randomly we go and talk, and we'll just talk and talk and talk. Right, Rico? We won't even.
Oh, you guys are doing content. Very good. Rico and Perlo, they're good.
So
yeah, we do some Twitter stuff together. It's fun.
I texted my mom, who's retired nurse, about the fractured sternum, and her exact response is, "Holy shit!" It's like how is that even
That's
fucking
something.
possible?
How did he even play game 4? This was
and then
before game
tried
4.
to even play. Yeah.
In fact,
It
even
is
played
a
one
bit
game with
ironic
that's
that the
amazing.
former Calgary Flame was done in by a broken sternum, though.
No, that is. Holy
That
shit.
is. There you
Wow,
go.
I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think
And
of
the
that.
game,
That's
the game
fun.
before, he hit Eichel, right, with the toe pick, and he was interviewed, and he specifically said, "Yeah, anybody can get hit coming through the middle," and then exactly the same thing happened to him the next game. It was
They might have been
scripty.
watching out for that too. Right?
Maybe.
That is funny. An ex-Calgary Flame gets broken sternum. Wow, what a
You're welcome.
curse!
You can all use that for your material. Again, relying on the Center Square for tonight's Hollywood Sports.
Calgary
at you,
sternum.
Massey.
Calgary
I'll
sternum.
I'll at you, Massey. Don't worry about it.
Oh, please don't add me to that, because then you start adding me like Vemelka to win the Vezina next year.
Oh my god! I get tagged in all of them now. Yeah, so yeah, don't subject yourself to that, John.
Ian, are we done? Or are you guys going to carry on? I got to get ready for work.
Yeah, we're gonna
I mean,
have
we
to
can
for another
carry on
5
all night.
minutes, and then we'll be.
No, yeah, we need to
signing
wrap this
off.
up. I need
Yep.
to get to the bar.
Yep. Thanks, Rich. You've been great. You've been one of our
Yes,
regulars
yes,
on the
yes.
Betcast this season. And good luck.
Good
Have a
times.
great summer and enjoy work. Try to
Rich,
anyway.
Yeah. We'll see
Oh,
you
I do.
again, Rich.
I only do things I enjoy doing. And
There you go.
yeah, I was just
That's
gonna
what it
say,
should be.
Vegas is the new gold standard.
They are.
Rich is the boss.
No
man.
pun intended.
That's what you
They
match.
are.
That's what you
Yep.
match your lineup up against, and a lot of teams are nowhere near
Yep.
what they can put on the ice.
True.
No, it's pretty impressive what they've done. I mean, like I say, 4 lines, they all contribute 1 through 6, as good and deep as it gets. I think Hagen, White Cloud, third pair, better than some teams' second pair. And I'm not joking when I say that. I truly believe it after what I've seen here in these playoffs.
And Vegas's goaltending coach, who was it, Sean Burke?
Sean Burke, the goalie whisperer.
He's got to be 5 guys. Like, come on.
Unbelievable. And
No,
look
it
how
was
Aiden
incredible.
Hill plays. Yeah. And Aiden Hill has cashed in and was about to cash in with what he's done.
Yeah, he got a jackpot.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt.
All right, guys. Thanks.
All right, Rich. Great season.
Good night, Rich.
We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
There he is, Rich H.
Good chatting
with
with
us.
you, man.
The perfect timing to go around the horn before we wrap it up for one final bet. Now, we're not done for our Ice Guys Daily Show just yet. We will be with you for one more show Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern. It'll be like our season finale show.
Yeah.
It'll just be, we recap the finals, put the finishing opinions, if you will, and thoughts on the season that was. And then it's into the off season, and we're going to shut it down till July. But in July, we're going to start up our off season shows, our free agency show, our series of player suite interviews,
And Jeopardy.
and Jeopardy.
yeah,
We'll throw that in there in the summer too. We'll do Jeopardy over the July and August summer months as well. So after Thursday, we're going dark for a few weeks here on the Ice Guys show, but then. Obvious, and Alex is just music. I can just see the inner smile.
Well, Ian, you need the break more than I do. Shit.
I'm ready. I am. For as much as I enjoy it, I'm ready for a little, burnout. It's impossible for me to avoid it when I'm doing the amount of work and show time I've done the last year. So I'm looking forward to it. But we will be with you for one final Ice Guys season show on Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern. So let's start. Rico first. Rico, thoughts on the end of the NHL season and Vegas Stanley Cup champs?
The end of the NHL season, the first thing I thought of when I saw everybody celebrating outside the arena in Vegas is like the city that never sleeps, but I forgot that's actually New York, but they called them that before Vegas even got into the league. So I think this is going to be celebrated for a long time in Vegas. I mean, visitors, residents, people that just stay there. I think it's just going to go on for a long time, and hockey in the South is alive, and Vegas is an amazing team, and I think a lot of their guys, besides Barbashev, maybe Kessel or whatever, are going to be back next year. So this is a team that's going to be a stronghold in the West, and there's a lot of good teams out there. But it's been a blast, and hanging out with all you content creators. This is my first year and just jumping on the Betcast, so it's been a blast. Appreciate all the work you guys put in. You're all sports bettors, but you're all fans of the games too, and you guys know a lot of stuff. So I appreciate you having me on, and I love it. Looking forward to hanging with you guys again soon.
Ian, you're muted.
It's just an interesting way how this whole thing.
There we go.
I was muted.
No, we heard you.
Was I
No,
muted?
we heard you. Oh, no, we heard you.
No, I
Ian was muted when you were trying to
I was
respond.
muted, unfortunately, when I started talking, but you're good. We appreciate it, Rico. Great stuff.
Okay, man.
And good to have you joining us here on the Betcast this first season. You're right. This is the first time apparently you've been on live Betcast, and we appreciate it. Hopefully you're back next season. Let's go, Perlo. Let's go to you since you've been working with Rico a bit on Twitter with some live content. Yeah. Perlo, it's been fun. It's fun disagreeing with you. It's never out of anything personal. It's just a hockey debate. That's what it is. But Perlo, we love that you throw curveballs at us every now and then. It makes for good debate talk. Yeah.
Well, it's no fun if you don't throw a curveball, right? That's the whole thing about I love betting, and I like to take the opposite side so I can learn more, right? Like I take the opposite side to hear their reaction, and it teaches me a lot. But Yeah, that's what I love about Rico. He said everything you should probably say there. He's a great guy. This has been so much fun. This is my first time here as well, and I think this Vegas win for the Cup is going to be something that's going to be talked about for a very long time. Like this is good. This is gone beyond what you normally get from a Cup winner. Like you got Hill, like you're supposed to have the number one goaltender. It's a deep team. It's not a superstar packed team. It's like the new generation pretty much here, and they created it in 6 years. Amazing. They have a lot of smart people there in Vegas, and they did amazing stuff. It's going to be one of those cups where you go, really, Vegas? And then, yeah, well, let me tell you about them because it's a great story and it's been fun to watch.
And I do think, like the Denver Nuggets, their NBA counterpart, it's not totally out of the realm of possibility. They can repeat next year. It's not easy, especially in this sport. It's not easy. But boy, I mean, they are set up well, and like they've definitely found goaltending depth. That is for damn sure. After this year's run through the Stanley Cup playoffs and winning their first, again, to see a franchise that's only been in existence for 6 years and winning their first Stanley Cup in franchise history, it's just amazing. The success right from day damn one for this Vegas Golden Knights team and getting to the Stanley Cup final that first year, losing to Washington, getting back there this year. How many conference finals now? 4 in the 6 years. 2 Stanley Cup final appearances in 6 years, and now the first Stanley Cup championship as well. John Massey, I can't say enough about how great contributor he is to the Betcasts, with the bets, with the acumen, with the knowledge, with the insight, with the analysis, and with the humor, most importantly. The humor that John brings to us throughout the season on the Betcast. John Massey is honestly one of my favorite people on the Betcasts, honestly, in terms of our guests. And that's no bullshit. That's the honest truth, and that's the way I feel. John, it's been another great season.
Well, it's very appropriate that a fat guy would have good humor, because Lord knows when that ice cream truck went by, I never. Oh, Betcast. And the NHL season that is over. Yeah, I don't know what it's like to watch my team as a drinking age win or lift the Stanley Cup, lose it once, and watching Alec Martinez score on a very similar goal to the overtime winner against the Rangers in 2014. Vegas is going to be competing in the Western Conference for a while because, let's be honest, a lot of the Pacific Division sucks. So during the regular season, they can find themselves because Vancouver, Calgary, San Jose, Anaheim, not exactly the most reliable organizations that are in that Pacific Division right now, and they're still trying to refine themselves. So Vegas has that going for them, and that worked to their advantage this year, that they were able to find themselves. They were able to get healthy, and because they weren't healthy during the regular season, they had a lot of people with playing experience that they were then able to call on for a longer Stanley Cup run, which their depth was probably what won them more series and won them longer games than their opponents. I mean, they could roll legitimately 4 lines, and they had healthy scratches that if they need people to step up, they were already there and they were ready to get action. So Vegas has that going for them. And what will happen with Florida moving forward? As the loser in the Cup final, such a great overtime record, a team that, I mean, if Pittsburgh could beat the Chicago Blackhawks, wouldn't even have been in the playoffs. So to talk about the hairs that have to be split in order to have things go in your favor. So it is very difficult to win the Stanley Cup. These playoffs, again, show it. But despite the unpredictability that especially happened in the Eastern Conference, the one seed of the Western Conference was the Stanley Cup final. And much like the NBA playoffs, it feels unusual, probably because of the lack of trust that people had for them and saying, they're not as good. But like people did with Denver, it's this kind of the same way. The difference
I had him going out against Edmonton. There you go. Yep.
Right, and I was high on Dallas.
Yeah. There you go.
That was my team in the Western Conference, and
Yeah.
even the similar storylines that we said early in the playoffs, Winnipeg, Hellebuck could steal it. We said the same exact thing with Dallas. We're like, well, Dallas is a deeper team, and they have Ottinger. And it's just like, yeah, but you know what? Vegas is a deeper team than them, and maybe we should start giving them credit. And it was against Florida where we're finally like, this is a coin flip series. Vegas is better than that. Vegas is much better than Florida. Vegas has much better depth, and we were finally able to take advantage of the fact that it was a coin flip series, and so much respect had been put on Florida because they had beaten Boston, they had beaten Toronto, they had beaten Carolina, and they had done it. It's like, well, they won a lot of coin flips in a row.
They did, yep.
And it's just like Vegas has won convincingly against teams that were also very good and that we thought highly of. So
even that quote-unquote sweep, was coin flip, game 1 through 4 against Carolina. Yep.
I mean, in which game 1 was 2 games against Carolina.
Yep.
So it's just taking this into consideration of how hard it is to win the cup. This is another reminder of that. There is a lot of fortune that goes with it, as well as strength, as well as depth of roster, as well as a good goaltender. But goaltenders tend to be better when the team in front of them is better.
Right.
And the goaltenders tend to be better as a fan of one.
And you get better as a goaltender when you have the confidence of the men in front of you. And Aiden Hill had that. And he got better personally with his own goaltending. Yep.
And as a fan of somebody who is sitting on the TNT panel that the rest of the TNT panel had absolutely no qualms making fun of tonight because he didn't win a cup, and replaying everything of Henrik Lundqvist losing a cup and bad playoff losses because he was losing games 2-1 and 1-0.
Too classy to be upset about it, though. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's still better looking than all of them. And was in the 4th overtime and the 3rd overtime intermission. But I digress. So I think when we look at it and we look at Vegas and we look at the depth, it's like, well, how could other teams duplicate this?
Yep.
And it's not like that. Those are the wrong questions to ask. It's how do you need to play to put yourself in a position where you can do this?
Yeah.
I think too many teams.
Rosters only have the battle, personnel. You have to. It's a style. It's a mentality. Yep.
Why did Cassidy's style work? Well, look at the roster, and they brought in a coach who fit the roster that they had that he could work with. And too often, coaches try to come in and make players adjust to how they want to play and don't look at the roster that they have. And a lot of things were learned over the course of the season for Vegas. And they got into the Western Conference Finals, and they got into the Stanley Cup Finals, and they were a significantly better team in May and June than they were in October, November, heck, April, and even early May.
That's right.
This team found its stride in the Western Conference semifinals.
End of the Edmonton series. That's when they turned into a different beast, in my opinion. It's exactly at the end of that series, Game 6, the closing out against Edmonton in particular. Yep.
What I found amazing
and Draisaitl incident, I think that kind of turned the course of the series too. That Vegas again wasn't backing down, and Pietrangelo and Draisaitl were going at each other that series, and the Vegas D stepped up and shut down McDavid and the high flying Oilers, and I think that's where Vegas got their confidence, knowing that they could win this all and nothing's getting through them.
No doubt, no doubt. I'm just going to keep my final remarks brief because I'll save it for Thursday. But other than, like I've said it already a couple of times, 1 through 6 on the blue line, 1 through 4 lines, Aiden Hill and net, an unbelievable complete team. And that is why, and played the right way, defended leads, didn't retaliate to any of the shit Florida was trying to goad them into throughout this series. Played a clean, disciplined series, stayed out of the penalty box. Did all of the little things too, right? Win faceoffs. The power play. Remember how much the power play was mediocre all year for Vegas? Look at how they played in this series and later in the playoffs. Power play got going. The penalty kill was up and down much of the season. It got better when the games mattered most. Great coaching from Cassidy, who was a great hire from day one. I liked it. Jimmy liked it. Everyone did. And you're seeing why. Congratulations to Vegas. Full marks, complete team. And you're right. They're going to be a contender now for years. And one last shout out to Florida for the season they've had. And my heart breaks a little for Paul Maurice, because now this is A second time to the Stanley Cup final, coming up short for him. But boy, what a job he did to keep this team, to get this team into a point to get to the Stanley Cup final, because it didn't even look like they were going to get into the playoffs. And to Matthew Tkachuk for playing as well as he did in these playoffs. Bobrovsky, too, deserves some credit, but Tkachuk for playing as well as he did, for playing Game 4 with a broken fucking sternum. Like, are you kidding me? And Paul Maurice just confirmed it minutes ago in his press conference. Broken sternum, and he played through it in Game 4. Here are the symptoms, by the way, I should point out here, of a broken sternum. When you have one, you have sudden pain in the chest. When you breathe, you cough, you sneeze, the pain gets intense and very, very bad. Localized pain, tender, bruising happens, difficulty breathing throughout having that kind of an injury. And here is this guy playing through that in Game 4. If that doesn't speak to the warrior mentality and just the all-out mental and physical toughness of these players in this sport, I don't know what I can say to convince you. I don't. It's unreal. It's absolutely unbelievable what he played through.
Can I say my first bet for next season?
All right, yes.
Florida to miss the playoffs.
There you go. Well, Stanley Cup loser,
I agree.
battling, they've got, is Bobrovsky going to be, if it's Bobrovsky, you got to believe is going to have a hard time following this up. Spencer Knight has had issues off the ice with his, mental health. And
he might get moved.
Now. Might he get moved? Alex Lyon, he was incredible. He got red hot late in the regular season, but you're going to put your goalie hopes on him as a number one? No. Probably not. So, yeah. And then up front, there's going to be some changes. That back end played above their heads, in my opinion, collectively in these playoffs. I don't think Gudas and Mahura and some of these guys, they got everything and more out of them. But can they get that again? I'm not so sure. So, yeah, big questions for Florida.
I got a question.
Yeah.
I got a question. I know you're playing on words with NHL players with Barbashev and Listerine, but I haven't known you this long. But do you remember, and did you call Antti Laaksonen? Do you remember him? Antti Laaksonen? Played for Colorado. Yeah, Antti Laaksonen played for the Wild before that.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
We called him anti-laxative.
Yeah, anti-laxative. You're right. I remember him. Anti-laxative. Yeah,
anti-laxative. I didn't know if back then you were like
see, that's a long time. I wasn't doing shit in terms of content back then. So
okay, but I was calling him that back in the day. So it reminded me of you calling players like play on words sort of thing. So I thought of that right away.
That's a good one though. I don't think I used that one. And it's later on in life I decided, we'll come up with these little nicknames based on how their last name sounds or whatever. They like Barbashev, Barbasol, and comparing it to that. And Listerine for E2 Cool Mint Loose. Yeah, exactly. It was later on that I got that ridiculous urge to play on words with people's names, and now I can't be stopped. When
O'Reilly Jingles,
anti-laxative,
O'Reilly Auto Parts. I mean, it's endless. You're right, 100%. It's absolutely endless. What's not endless is my appreciation, and I'm sure Alex's appreciation for all of you people watching on YouTube. Hit the like button throughout our Betcast this year. The people that joined us on the Betcast, the fun was incredible. The bets we did pretty well. We thought more often than not. But more than ever, it was, boozing it up. It was having the fun, the camaraderie, the entertainment value. It's just been a bunch of fun and forming a community, which is what we've done here with the Ice Guys. We have a betting community, a betting family, if you will, and it is a wonderful thing. And it's one of the most enjoyable, gratifying things about this venture and doing this show now for 6 years is the relationships, the friendships that are lifelong that we have formed with our viewers and listeners. And we appreciate all of you, each and every one of you. And we hope you join us one last time this season on Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern as we wrap up this NHL season for 2022-2023 on the Ice Guys. Alex, Rico, Perlo, John on our stream, everyone in the chat. This is Ian Cameron. We'll see you Thursday as we say goodbye for another season on the Ice Guys. Talk to you then. Good night, everybody. Congratulations, Vegas Golden Knights.